Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 25 of the 1950s survival, going from $0 to $10 million. $4,615 there in the top right, and we are just now starting the year 1952. It does say 1951 up there. There is a little mess up in there. I believe it updates around March or something like that. I'm really not too worried about it because I don't think I got any field work to actually do. Let's check that real quick. What I want to plant in this other field that has nothing in it is going to be oats. So March is going to be the time for that. And then right around March or April is whenever we'll be able to start mowing up our grass. Now, there's a few productions or something I could put in, but let's not worry about that. Let's just go ahead and sleep till March, and then I'll bring y'all back. There we go. Now in the month of March, looks like that date did update, and I did see something that says something about 6 new vehicles possibly, or 6 new something. I don't know. We are down to $3,500 now. It is dropping every single month. We need to get something in there that kind of passively keeps money coming in. Probably a greenhouse, of course. That seems to be the thing. Let's take a quick look over at this field here. Looks like there's a whole lot of weeds in it, and yes, weeds large. Now, how am I going to take care of this? Probably go ahead and plow it up again, and then go ahead and plant it with oats. Change of plans. Obviously, this option right here would be a lot faster because it's a 5 meter working with compared to what, my half a meter working with plow. We're going to go ahead and cultivate. That way we can make that seed bed, put the seed in the ground, and go from there. Of course, those weeds are going to grow back up. We could use a weeder, or we could even use some sort of spray of some sort. Here's the thing I'm not sure about. Apparently there's a seeding harrow and then just a harrow. I don't know what I need. I'm going to try the seeding one. It doesn't cost anything extra. I did put a few extras on there, like the tires for the extra weight. Don't know if that really adds anything. Also the additional chain holders, whatever the heck that does. I don't know. It wasn't much more, but $1,700. Let's go ahead and buy this. Now I only got enough money for, wait a second. I think I got enough money for 2 of them. I'm only going to buy one though. That is a pretty small field. Let's get that. It's somewhere out here. Yeah, those small little plows right there. Definitely no one deal with that. Well, that is actually pretty cool. It looks like it's individual areas, each one. It's not one big implemented piece. That is awesome. Did not know that. I will be hiring a worker for this, but I kind of want to test it out myself, see what happens here. It looks like it's doing nothing. Do I turn this on or something? No, I don't turn it on. Let's go ahead and change it over to that other one that's just harrow of some sort. It did come as this option right here with the harrow, not the seeding harrow. I thought the seeding one would have been the correct route. Guess not. Now I do got it on 1 time speed. Wasn't sure exactly what I was looking for there. Just looking around trying to figure out something to do here. Let's go ahead and attach that again and then lower it and get it going, hopefully. There it goes. That's starting to look a lot better. I think that's what I'm looking for. To make sure that's what I'm looking for, I'm gonna walk back here. It looks like it's good. Growth is still saying harvested, but I think I could plant over the top of that. We'll give that a try with the planter here in just a second. Now for the moment of truth, let's see if this works. I usually don't do much stuff in this direction, this step or anything like that. Looks like the seeds is going away. Main thing I want to check is it actually going in the ground and staying in the ground? Looks like we do need rolling. Growth stage 1 of 4. Oats are growing. Hey, looking good for now. Now there's one step I want to do that will help me plant the whole entire field. That is go ahead and lay down a layer of lime. pH value is reading good, but it could be better. Obviously, it can go perfect. Let's go ahead and get that limer out here and going. Don't know how well it's going to work with this going. Probably have to wait for the harrow to finish up. Looks like that worker's finishing up over there with that cultivating, and it's going good. I got a planter up here on the left, this one right here. I'm going to run 2 on this course planting. Now we do have the option to run 4 of them at once because we have 4 seeders, but I don't want to deal with 4 of them out on the field at once, especially with this field being so small. Looks like I don't have the buy-in fertilizer / lime stuff turned on, but it might be fine. I mean, pretty small field, already in a good state. We'll see what happens. Not bad. Made it this far until it needed to be refilled, so that's pretty good. I think I'm just gonna have to top it off 1 time, and that's it. Man, you've got to be kidding me. I'm actually looking for a cow pasture to do, and I mean, even this one, that's just a fence. $75,000. There's no way I'm gonna get to that anytime soon. I only got $1,238. I mean, there's the cheapest one in here I could probably find. Oh wait, what's this? Nope, that's that one. Okay, the cheapest one in here I could find that I have is $30,000, I believe. Now, of course, there's probably some on the mod hub that I need to get or can get, and this is the one I'm talking about. I really like the look. Nice old look to it and everything like that, but I mean, I'm still looking at going something new. I almost want something that kind of matches this whole building layout that we got going over here as well. Something like this right here. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice. Also, that only holds 45 cows though. Few issues here and there, but I'll find something. Want to get some animals in this episode. Let's try it. Looks like it's going to blow through some seeds pretty fast over here as well. I don't know. I think maybe 2 or 3 headlands around. This thing's already out. Got that other one up and going there. Few spots missed here and there, but now I can see it. Now I know where to go to fix these spots that get missed. I didn't have to do any logging yet. This is stuff that was previously cut up from a couple of episodes ago, actually. So it's pretty nice being able to just come over here, load up with some logs, sell them off, make some money. It's just like printing money almost. I believe this is all that's out here on the ground now. Struggling a little bit to get up the hill here, but it's going to finally get going here in a second. Let's go get this sold off. Should be $20,000 to $30,000. That's going to be pretty nice. Now, nowhere near enough for any of those cow pens I did see. Now there's other animals I'd like to get, chickens of course, but we're waiting for a huge barley harvest there. And then sheep. Sheep we could have got a lot sooner. We probably could have got cows a lot sooner too. I'm gonna have to back out, check some mods, see if I can find something a little bit cheaper, something a little bit more older looking, something that will do the job. With a little under $1,000 to our name, let's go ahead and sell this off right here, see how much that is. Oh my gosh, didn't take it all, but $28,830 plus $2,323 in that environmental score. Now let's undo those straps, get those two little pieces left over sold off. There we go, those two sold off right there for $1,106 plus $89, and that's going to take our total up to $33,333 right now. Obviously it's dropping, so oh well. Somehow we have a finished worker. I don't understand how I ran out of seeds so fast previously versus now whenever it somehow got all the way done with the work. 12 liters left in this thing though. Quite a bit missed here and there. I'm going to go ahead and go through with this thing, touching it up. Now of course I'll probably run out of seeds here pretty soon, maybe not. It's not really taking it very fast. I mean, still sitting at 12 liters. Do got it down, activated and running, but with precision farming it's not going to waste the planting. It's only going to do it where it needs it, and it kind of looks like it doesn't need it at all because it's not moving. Now of course this piece over here probably will take quite a bit. I would like to think it does, or did, or whatever. Ooh, what's going on here? Why is it not going in the ground? Didn't go there, but it went in some other places. There might already be seed on the ground here. Took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it finally dropped down to 11 liters. This might be enough. I didn't think it was going to be enough. All done touching up those white spots that was left on the field. Let's go ahead and look at this corner over here though. It's looking a little weird, but I think there's actually seeds in the ground there. Now of course this ain't going to help us knowing if we actually missed any. We learned that on our last field, this larger one up here on the north side. Let's run over there, see what it says on the ground. Looks like we still say needs rolling, needs rolling. What do we got here? Looks like it still needs rolling. Okay, hey, perfect. Seeds are in the ground. We're good to go. Let's get those rollers out here and a fertilizer spreader as well. Seeing how buried that second roller is up inside there, I'm just thinking, do I really need that second roller? I'm going to get it dug out and fire it up with two workers over here. I'm still not sure why that one planter needed to get a refill on it whenever this one right here finished up with 16 liters left over. I don't know if this was the second one I started up or the one I gave a refill to. Either way, I do know that second one that comes behind has a little overlap on it, so it doesn't use as much seeds. Maybe that's the situation. Either way, overall, it didn't take that long, so it's fine. Let's get that other roller out, get it out in the field. Need to probably do some logging of some sort because $33,000, I don't think it's going to be enough for all these animals I want to get. That's just the pen, not the actual price for the animals. Fertilizer spreader off and going, two rollers out there as well. This should be looking pretty good. All it says is weeds growing. Next month we'll be ripping those weeds out of the ground. Expect to yield 99% yield potential right here, 100%. Now of course it will change throughout the field and we'll see that later maybe if I look at it or not, but you might know what I'm talking about. While all that work's going on, I'm just going to come back out here, start cutting down some more trees. I do want to look for some sort of pins, but I'm gonna wait for that work to get done. I'll back out, find some pins, and then see if we even have enough money for those pins as well. I don't know what's going on here. Only got two trees cut down, none of them cut up. I was having a whole lot of trouble with this one over here. Y'all seen that a second ago, and it looks like there's a whole lot of trouble happening to it. But oh well, finished work done, another finished work done. This is coming along pretty fast. Worker told me he's done. Not sure if he is actually done or not. I mean, it's not looking good out here. I'm gonna inspect this bigger piece over here. Should be easier for me to tell, and looks like it does say needs rolling. That's all good. I'll go ahead and touch up with the roller. You can see a few strips here and there as well. I'll get that taken care of. Now everything is finally done. All we got to worry about now is weeding, and we'll worry about that next month. I might still go cut down some trees, but I do know I want to get some animals in. Let's see if I can find some good animal pin mods. I did go ahead and crank the time down just a little bit, down to 1x speed. That way I don't lose track of time with this whole building thing, but I think I'm going to put them all over here. I forgot all about this spot over here where I was trying to clear out some land for a field, but too much of a hill. I think this will work out great. Now let's see if I got anything in there that's cheap enough to place down. And for $300,000, I'm just kidding, maybe one day. So it appears there's a basic pastures pack right here, and I can place this in. There's 4 corners, 4 poles sticking up, but they're all not sticking up. I don't know exactly how this is going to place in here, what it's going to do as far as with the ground terraformation. I should probably turn off autosave, but before I do go with this one, let's see if I can find something else that's not that bad of a price. But this one is definitely a top contender right here, and I might have an option for this for each type of animal as well, which is definitely something I want to do. I want to stick with the same building type. I'm sorry, I just had to stop and bring this up. Why is this one right here $50,100? They really just had to tack that 100 on there, didn't they? There we go. Couple options. We got the cow pasture here for $6,500. At least I got a little bit of a cover of some sort. And this is the wooden pasture pack. Obviously it's going to have quite a bit of packs to it. Now, not very many cows, only 15 of them, but who said I only have to use one of these. I'm kind of interested in this a little bit. Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna end up going with right here. It only holds 15 cows, but I'm not really here to make a bunch of money off of cows or sheep or any of the animals in general. I would like to have a huge variety of animals. And of course I can add more than one. Now to do this, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and face it this way, make little roads going up in this direction right here. That way I can have them kind of across the roads, all that stuff all over the place. It's gonna be pretty full over here with all kinds of different animal pastures, I think. That's the idea. We'll see what happens. Now some land terraformation's definitely about to happen. There we go, good enough right there. And I'll smooth this out and build a little road. One thing I always forget to do is turn on these triggers so I can see where everything's at. Looks like we got the unload point for the milk over there. Load up the food right here, water goes here, and then the animals go in here. Now I probably won't be transporting any of these animals manually. I'm not even sure if we have any animal transport trailers back here for the 1950s on these mods here. I'll see though, maybe we do, maybe we don't, but let me get all this smoothed out rest of the way. I thought I was done, but no, I still want it to be accessible and easy to use, even though I might not be using that gate. Now I did smooth this part out quite a bit right here. I don't want it to be perfectly flat through here. I want to actually continue with the hill, but I'm just not sure how these pallets are going to come in. And actually, now that I look at it, it's not going to be pallets. I just got to back a tanker in there. Never mind. Now next up here, let's go ahead and do one for sheep. I may just put them all in that I need. Place it in right there, levels out, already level with the one across. Looking really good. Now this will definitely be pallets. I don't know if I come in this direction right here or if I have to come in this direction right here. We'll see what happens whenever the pallets start coming in eventually. Apparently there's not a wooden pasture pack for the chickens. I got an idea for another one though. Until then, let's go ahead and slap this horse pasture in here. Yes, we might as well go with some horses. Now I can think of a few reasons not to, like they're just huge money pits, but oh well, let's get it. I did mention I want to actually have some terrain to it, some hill to it, and that is a big old hill. Let's see if I can smooth it out and get it looking right. Here we go. Of course I'm gonna have to do a little touch up here and there, but I got a little slope heading up this way around. Now I did not put this one straight in like I did these two pretty even. I just want to add some different looks to it instead of it being perfectly square and everything, and I'll probably touch up and do a little bit extra here, there, and everywhere. Not sure yet. Now let's check a pig pen. There is a pig pen option here, but I do not have enough money, and I was nowhere near any point of actually getting pigs. I was just thinking let's do it anyways. Probably not even near any point of getting the horses. Actually, I'm a lot closer to the horses than I think. I could get them right now because I have oats and I have hay. There we go. Got that all touched up now. I do want to add some trees, but I'm not going to actually put them in with the landscaping tool. I'm actually going to try to plant them. Yeah, you heard me right. Let's look into that, but not right now because I don't think we got enough money with $8,800. Let's buy some animals first. These are my options for animal transport trailers. Don't see any dates on these three right here, but I do see a date over here of 1800. Obviously, it only goes to chickens. And then we got a herdsman stick here that can move animals from pen to pen pretty easily. Now, I do got a mod out there that makes it easier than the stick, so we're not even going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about any of these. That leads me to the point where I actually have to pay to transport these animals. I can't move them myself. I'm only going to fill these pens up halfway, so we will go with 9 because 18 divided by 2, which is half, would be 9. So let's go ahead and buy that right there. $1,749 for 9 of them. That's including the delivery fee there of $400. Whoa, more than that, I think. That's $450 fee right there. I don't know what the fee is either way. We got those sheep now. Let's go ahead and close the gate before they get out. Next up after sheep, let's look into the cows. One thing I always go with cows, I always go with these Holsteins. I just always do. Now I think I'm gonna go with something a little bit different. Let's try these limousines out. I think they still produce some good amount of milk. I don't know. Not sure what the best is. I'm not really caring too much about that part. Looks like I can't do exactly half of 15 unless I cut one of these in half. Actually, I could get a calf. Not gonna worry about that though. $12,000. Holy cow, we ain't even gonna do half. Never mind. You know what? Calves are looking really good now that I think about it more. Yes, they are looking really good because now I can get 8 of them for $1,200. Let's go ahead and buy 8 calves. Limousine style. Are these ones longer or something? I'm not quite sure. Dad joke. I need to put like a dad joke warning coming in. Whoa, I'm a little worried here. Got an unload point inside the pin here. How in the world am I going to do that easily? I don't think I'm going to do it easily though. Next thing up, we are going to go with some horses. Now, I don't know. Ever since a kid, I always liked those black stallions, I guess you would say. I'm not exactly sure what the names of them are or anything like that, but we'll go with this foal right here, female, black, $500. Let's go ahead and get a brown one in as well. Hey, it's even listed as black. So we'll buy that $500 or $800, my bad. A little extra thing going to it. Name on that one's Dusty. Thought I got a female. Dusty a female too? Oh well. We'll get another fowl female brown right here. Buy that one right there for another $800. And that one's named Milo. Yes, I can change the names on these, and I also cannot ride these horses. I don't know if I have that horse trainer mod on in this one or not. Might get it in, might not. It's only 2 horses. I think I can take care of them. I probably can't. Now, due to the fact that there are animals in there now, I just feel really bad when animals don't have food. I'm going to leave it at 1 time speed just so I can go ahead and get them all filled up. Once I get them all filled up, we'll go ahead and move it over to a faster speed of 5 times. Another thing to consider here, looks like TMR is 100% on the cows, hay is 80%, and grass is 40. We're going to go TMR. We already got it being made. Now, Dusty and Milo, the horses, they got the base food in the hay. Those two need to mix together to bring us up to probably 95%. I'm actually not sure what the math is on that, but I do see a root crop of 5% there. I'm just assuming. And then the sheep got it easy, 100% on the grass. That's awesome. Now, I'm not sure if I could put hay in there. I thought somebody told me once before I can actually still add hay and it will work, but we might have some grass left somewhere. Oh my gosh, I don't think we got any grass. Really thought this would work for a loading trailer, but nope. Let's get us a loading trailer. Hopefully $4,200 is enough money for one. If y'all remember, we actually have this trailer here. I just got to come in here and change it to an actual capacity type trailer because it was set up for a bale trailer. Let's see how high we can go. 4,750 liters. Wait a second. Didn't I buy another trailer during the harvest? I think it might be put away somewhere, but we'll change that over for $300. Not sure what the other trailer is I have out there. Looking into the garage here, it looks like we do have one over here that holds 4,000 liters. The one I just adjusted holds 4,750 liters. So I'll take the bigger one, of course. Probably should just daisy chain them together and go with it. Does this thing have a hook? It looks like it does have a hook on the back, because I don't think this is going to be very much feed to be moving. I mean, not very many cows, not big of a pasture, or animals in general, not just cows. So maybe this will work just fine. And here's the bad news, 0 liters of grass. That's really not too big of a deal because we can go get some grass here in a second with a little mow. First, let's just go ahead and get some TMR over to the cows, and then we'll worry about the grass next. There was 550,000 liters of TMR in there. That is absolutely insane. I don't think we're gonna have to make any more TMR for a while. One trailer of TMR dumped in there and took all that. So I'm kind of worried. How much is it gonna take? Just to go ahead and take care of every animal, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some oats, get those over to the horses, and then after that, we'll mow a little bit, get some grass out there to the sheep. I feel kind of bad with them not having any food. A little bit of a hill here, but I think I'll take care of that a little bit later. And I just realized that's not the food, that's the water one. That's why there's 2 triggers. Let's see if I can get this thing in there inside the actual barn part. Ooh, I was really worried I'd have to try to turn around inside there, but it looks like this is actually going to take it right here. We'll start unloading, possibly. Oh, nope, it kind of glitched out a little bit there. Might keep trying to glitch out every time. Let's see what happens. Maybe I get a little bit closer, just right around the bend, and it's going to work. And right around the bend, shouldn't hit anything, I don't think. Come on, please take it, please take it. It is taking it. That is absolutely amazing. Ooh, real worried there. I was gonna have to like get a wheelbarrow and a shovel or something. Here's what I'm gonna do to get some quick grass. Just go ahead and turn this forage wagon on back here. Hire that worker on the follow me mod, that is. Let's see here. Did I push the right button? I don't know if I did. Something doesn't seem right. There we go. I think I got it figured out now. And yes, I did. It looks like we got a little old lady here. She's gonna be doing the driving. Now I'll just go mow something. That's gonna pick it up behind me. We'll get enough together. Don't know how much I need, but we'll get some. Look at all that good grass over there. I should just mow that, but it's not quite ready yet. We'll even go take a quick look at that. It's got a while before that worker catches up. That one's moving slow. So it's on stage 3 of 3. It does say ready to harvest, but one more month it will grow up higher. We'll get more grass out of it. We'll be good to go. Let's just wait that month out. We'll get some temporary grass right here from the meadow grass, and it's going to be all good. While that is running though, we can look at something real quick. We got sheep right here. Looks like they require 2,610 liters of food each month. It does say daily food requirement. That's just each month. Yearly food, 31,000. Not bad. We'll definitely get that much grass. And of course, as they get older, give birth, stuff like that, this thing will fluctuate. Cows, they only require 1,600 liters of food. That's not bad at all. Holy cow. Looks like the horses only require 160 liters of food every day. That's ridiculous. Did not see that low of a number coming. From that little loop around, I didn't do much. I actually went towards the shop, back over this direction, around the field, and hey, we're here. Ended up getting 10,222 liters. Now, I guess I could raise this and turn it off. Didn't realize I was going so slow there. Let's see if I can top this off a little more. I could have sworn I could fill something up in here. Maybe once I have a little bit in here, I can fill it up. I don't know. Nope, not letting me grab anything from here, which that's fine. There's actually no grass in there anyways. It should tell me if I was able to grab anything. Guess this does not have that top fill option. Food is maxed out over here, 3,500 liters of food. That is not good at all. As of right now, they require 2,610 liters. Now, that's not even a full pin. That means I'm gonna have to come over here and top this off at the end of the night as well, probably. Not now. At a later point though. Looks a little weird. They got 2 unload triggers here, but one of them is water. I guess they just didn't put the water symbol in. We also got to get water over here and a little bit more TMR as well. Just took that whole second trailer right there. Now it should almost be full. 9,499 liters in there. Yeah, it's pretty full. It's pretty full. That's plenty of food though, because the daily food is 1,600. Not bad at all. I feel like those sheep eat a lot more than they should be eating. Now that's taken care of. Let's find something to move water. Obviously, I'm going to have to go with something very, very cheap, probably. Maybe, maybe not sure. I mean, this is water and milk. That would do the job. Only 2,000 liters, though. I don't know how much I like that. That one's even less. Ooh, costs more. Okay, this wooden trailer's looking a lot better. Oh, wow, I actually have to pick which one can go inside there, which is no big deal. I wish I had color options, though, so I could tell the difference in them. Let's just go ahead and go with this one for right now, and it's going to hold the water. I'll probably get something different for the milk at a later point whenever I got some more money. $800 for the new vehicle, plus a little delivery fee there, but that takes us down to $3,138. Now, that should be plenty of money to get us some sort of water system in here as well. I'm going to put something close by, nearby. Not sure where I'm going to put it at yet, but I do know it's got to be free. Here's the one I'm going to decide to go with, and every time I see some old school type watering system, it's always this hand pump option right here. I'm assuming it goes down to a well, pumps the water up by hand, and you get a little trough of water right there. We'll go ahead and buy that. It's going to cost a little extra than $300, but that costs us $448. Now a little mess up to the ground texture there on the rock wall, but I can fix that in a second. Not liking how slow that thing is, but I guess it works. Or does it work? We're about to find out. We'll start with the horses. Oh, I messed up. It's one of those trailers that got that little pivot thing there. That's not looking good. Well, I know I can back it up. It's just going to take me a lot longer. I really hope I can turn around in here. I was just going to take a chance on it. I might kill a horse or break a trailer, but it's going to get turned around in here no matter what. Turns out that horse pen only holds 2,000 liters. I did not realize that. I ended up going back up there trying to fill it up some more. Wasn't working. Realized it then. Here's the thing I have run through my mind. This area right here I already flattened out previously. I've been thinking about putting a shed in here. Might end up doing that. Definitely need to get a different trailer if I want to be backing this into a shed. Could always just pull through from that road over there. It's fine, whatever. I'll figure out something over here to kind of store some stuff. Have been leaving the stuff over here, including some grass here. Now I maybe need to get this back to the field, and definitely these tractors back to the field, because they're going to be needed in the grass field next episode. All pens are full and ready to go, I believe. We got food over here to our right in the cow pen, water 6,000 liters. To our left over here we have 2,000 liters of water, 3,500 liters of food. Oh my gosh, that's not much food, is it? Oh, it just doesn't hold much. Okay, that was the issue right there. We're all done. Let's crank that speed back up to 5. Good to go. Probably could have got it done by the end of the night. Possibly not. But either way, I do know I am all out of time here for this episode. I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. I really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care. Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 26 of the 1950s survival, going from 0 to $10 million. And today we're going to be getting in what I think is probably the perfect flour mill for the 1950s. We'll see it in a little while. It's going to take a minute. First, I want to plant some trees. Also, to buy production, we need a whole lot of money. We only got $2,690. Don't know if I'll ever get around to tree planting, but I do know we will be cutting down some trees. We should be all done with this month, but I'm going to finish out this month of March right here, cutting down trees. Once it gets dark, we'll probably start getting it over to the sell point, or wait till next month to get it over to the sell point. Either way, these trees right here, let's get them all knocked down. That actually went by a whole lot faster than I thought it would. Now, a few of the small trees I did cut down, a lot of them, as you can tell, I did leave behind, but I was just after the big ones. And they're all down on the ground. They're all cut up to 9 meters. Now it's time to just go ahead and pick them up and sell them off. I got plenty of time this month. Let's go ahead and get it done, see how much money we can make. Believe it or not, I'm actually trying to be very careful and not overload it, but looks like we do got one of them way above that little headache rack right there on the front. I don't know, I call it a headache rack because, hey, if you hit the brakes, something goes sliding in there, it's going to cause a big headache. And that's what that rack is on the front of the trailer. Now, it does lower down towards the back a little bit, so I'm hoping it sells off there. That's the reason I do not want this to go above that headache rack, is because it won't always sell off. I like to get it all sold off in one sell. A little less editing, I guess. $2,611 right now to our name. Let's see what we get from this sale right here. That's $25,719 plus a $1,298 environmental score reward. That is really, really good. Now, I don't know how many more trailerfuls we got out there, but that was barely any of it right there. I think we got another 3 or 4 trailerfuls out there. Ooh, man, we might be getting up over $100,000, and who knows? Maybe we'll buy some land to put in this new flour production I'm talking about. That, I think, is perfect for 1950. I don't know. I'm sure people will think something else is perfect. We'll end up seeing it eventually, though. Yeah, there is definitely a whole lot of money sitting out here. This second trailer full right here, and look at all this wood on the ground. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good payday. Next full trailer here, go ahead and sell that off, and that's gonna give us $26,014 plus a $1,313 environmental score reward, taking our grand total up there in the top right to $56,953. I don't know what's going on with this one little log. I guess it didn't sell off there. Maybe it's messed up. It actually wouldn't auto load on there either. either. Let's just go ahead and try to sell it here. Hey, there it goes, $57 plus the $2. Holy cow, we're making a whole lot of money now from that. I don't like doing that, but I couldn't even get it to auto load on there. I had to throw it on the trailer by hand. I guess I put it so far on the back of the trailer it didn't actually sell off, and I forgot all about it. Oh well. Next full trailer here is going to get us $22,867 plus a $1,154 environmental score reward, taking us up to $81,000. That is looking really good. I believe the land prices are $85,000. I don't necessarily need land. I would love some land, but I don't think I need it. Maybe I'll buy some, maybe I won't. We'll see what I got left over after buying that flower production though. Doing all this driving back and forth is really making me think I should probably set up an auto drive course and then get another trailer and truck. That way I could just send it back and then load it up, send it back, load it up, stuff like that. Don't know. Also don't know if I want to waste some money on it. One more issue that's got me really worried is the fact that I'm pretty sure all our oats that we had in storage is no longer there. I think they're with the horses, and that's a big deal because the flower production was going to be mainly off of the oats. Now the horses don't take much feed at all. That's probably all the oats I got to give them for the next couple of years probably. I will mix in some hay with their feed as well, so hey, maybe we'll start getting some more together. Maybe I will need that next piece of land because we might need to be planting some more oats besides this small little field up here on the right. Next trailer full, a little worried about the one on top there, but we'll see what happens. Looks like it took it all, $25,391 plus a $1,281 environmental score reward, breaking $100,000. That takes our total up to $107,708. Now, of course, we do have a goal of reaching $10 million there in the top right. Maybe I could stop buying stuff and get there a lot sooner, but I'm not gonna stop buying stuff. We're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna build up this farm. Eventually that $10 million will come though. Next trailer there, $28,582 plus a $1,442 environmental score reward. This is absolutely horrible loading job. It's all twisted up in there. Probably didn't pack very well. Obviously didn't pack very well. I don't know why I said probably, but this might be our last full load if you want to consider that full load. Oh, jackknife it. Nope, no. I think we can get out of this. Tires are actually spinning. Come on. You got this, buddy. But no, I think this is our last full load. I'll have a little partial load left here in a second, but we're going to get it all sold off this month, sleep through the month, and then look at some productions after I start something up next month. As I look closer at this, I do see one of them that is sticking over that headache rack front and back, so I don't think that one's going to sell off, but we'll see what happens. Especially after I undo these straps, maybe it will settle down in there. I don't know. Moved a little with the unstrapping thing, but not sure if it's going to be enough to sell off. Yeah, like I said, that's definitely an ugly looking load right there, but it got over here. That's all that matters, and it all sold off. That's another thing that matters, and that gives us $24,210 plus a $1,221 environmental score reward. Now here's the hard part, finding all the little pieces that I missed. I know I got some straight ahead, but I'm just going to zoom out pretty far here, look around on the ground. I do see some little cut up pieces that looks like firewood, but it's not loading in there, and I'm not going to worry about it. Here's a few long ones here, and I know there's some more out there. I think this is the last tree right here, and that is perfectly fine. Like I said, it wasn't going to be a full load or anything like that. All good. Hey, we're loaded up. We're done. Let's strap it up, turn off that auto load, and get over to the sell point. See how much money we finish out this month with, because man, that is looking good. $163,000 already. Really good money. Our smallest trailer and our last trailer for this month gonna sail off right there for $8,271 plus $417 environmental score reward. Now let's go get this thing refueled and parked somewhere, and then of course we're gonna sleep. Wake up really early. I got to remember to do that because I forgot to do that this month in March. I woke up, the sun was way up at 8 a.m. I need to wake up a little bit before the sun comes up. That way I'm not wasting my time. Now 5 a.m. in the month of April. Looks like we got some animal upkeep costs right there. Negative $90. I was not thinking about that. We do have $171,000 right there. That is plenty of money for the production I want. There's actually a few of them out there that I was wanting. It is a little dark right now, but I do got some stuff to fire up on field work, and that is going to be our grass field work. Let's get those two mowers out there on the field going, and then I got to remember to change around the forage wagon to a 2 pickup eventually. I only got one mower out there right now, but then I remembered, hey, we might be running out of grass pretty fast over here with the sheep, but no, it only went down about halfway. Daily food, 2,600. It's been almost a full day, almost. I don't know. Now that I think about it more, I just realized I'm pretty sure it was afternoon by the time we got those sheep in there. I remember slowing the time down around 1 p.m.-ish, I thought. Maybe not. So I hadn't been a full day yet. Ooh, I am not liking this. Looks like the weeds are a medium weed state. I really thought they'd be a small one. So it's telling me I need a hoe. I don't know if there is a hoe for this. Let's see what we got got. Unless I'm missing it somewhere underneath weeders, this is all we have. It says it's for small grown weeds between crops. It says weeders pull out small grown weeds between crops, improving the field state. They can only be used in the first growing stage of crops. We're at the first growing stage of crops, but our weeds are not small. They are medium. And I'm not saying anything else in here that actually says hose like it does in FS25. I think they're mixed in underneath the weeders. Is that going to be a big issue? No, not exactly, because we have spraying technology as well. Now, of course, this stuff we're probably about to use, the liquids I'm talking about we're about to use, probably is not allowed now in 2025, but it was allowed back then. Let's go ahead and go with it. Trying to decide which one to go with. I kind of want to go with the name brand one. I always try to stay away from Lizard. And the other reason I want to go with this one is because it's got a faster working speed of 7 miles per hour versus this one going 5 miles per hour. Now, it's 8 meters wide. This one's 8 meters wide. No big deal. Also, this does have 3 extra liters to it. So let's see what we can do as far as customizing goes. Looks like we can put some sort of decal on the side of this. Not going to worry about that probably. Pretty cool looking though. Another decal option on the side with the name brand and everything. That's pretty cool. I like that. You know what? The more I look at it, I think I like all the decals on it. Let's just go with it. Definitely not in American language. I'm not sure what that is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments, please. This is the look we're going to go with. Got a nice blue color for the main color. Here's the color options. Not very many, but I haven't done anything with this blue color yet. I kind of like it. We will buy this for $1,350. I'm kind of thinking about leasing it because I don't know if I can pull that off with how much money we have. Just kidding. $171,000. That's pretty nice, but $1,350. This is going to be ours. I was just really surprised how these are medium weeds instead of small ones. I'm not sure how that's going to work actually getting small weeds in the field or being able to use that weeder. I did just run all over the field looking to see if that was an option anywhere in there with small weeds. Not seeing it. And come on, let me fill this up. What's going on? Why are you not filling up? Come on, is this thing broken? It might be broken, or I'm just dumb. Let's unfold it because I obviously have no option to open it. That's not working. Still not letting me fill it up. Let me go ahead and buy some herbicide possibly. Drop it on the ground like a pallet of it and see if I can fill it up that way. Gosh, this stuff is expensive. Now, of course, this is the modernized stuff. If y'all know what I'm saying, I'm just joking. I'm not 100% sure if the herbicide stuff back in 1950s was bad, but over time, you all usually know a lot of stuff got canceled because of bad stuff, harmful stuff in there, but oh well, we all survived, right? Maybe not everybody, but $2,400, we're going to buy this right here. 2,000 liters, quite a bit. I think that's going to last us a while. And that did work. Okay, that did the job. There should be herbicide inside that multi-fruit buying station. Maybe there's just not a top fill option. Oh no. Oh well, it worked for this. Let's get it out on the field and going. Off and going. That rate is dropping a little faster than I was hoping for, but I think it might be working. Yeah, it is. I could look behind me and see those dead weeds in there. Now with precision farming, spraying is actually the best route for you to get a better precision farming score, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Expected yield here, 118% out of 125. I don't know what's going on there. Looks like it's time to take the tractor from the little animal area over here. I may need to buy some more tractors, and we definitely have the money to do that. First, let's get a production in and then possibly buy some land as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these productions for this flower production. Now, this one right here, the white mill. I actually really like this one because obviously if we build something new, it's going to be new in 1952. Now, of course, 50, 60, 70 years later, present time, what is that, 73 years later or something like that? I don't know. My math's probably off on that. Who cares? This would obviously look a little more rustic and beat up. I'm also already going with kind of rustic, beat up looking stuff. You can tell over here with this building, our old wooden sheds, stuff like that. I don't know. 1950s, you just kind of associate with old looking stuff in my mind. So there's that option, but I don't think I'm going to go with that. I do like the sugar production out of it. Don't know if we'll ever do anything that's going to pump out sugar. Let's see what else we got. We do have this option right here of a windmill. Am really liking that because of pig food, oil production, and flour production all mixed into this. And plus it's really small. Now there's this other one right here that says old American one. I'm assuming this one's not American. One more to look at and then I'll go ahead and pick one to use. Now there's this right here. I have no idea how to say that. What is that? Manchego mill. It's a grain mill. On top there's a Spanish flag. No man's land is actually located on the border of France and Spain. So hey, I think this would be a pretty cool one to go with the times in the area and everything like that. But I'm not going to go with it. I think I'm a little sold on that whole other one right here. Only $23,000. Make some pig food because we'll be getting pigs one day and I don't like adding each mixture. I'll add it in here here, make the pig food done. Dun, dun, dun. And then, of course, we can also make some oils from it. That is awesome too. So it's kind of like an all-in-one production, but I don't know where the trigger points are for this thing. So let me turn that on real quick and get this place down. Oh yeah, another honorable mention is this one right here. I really do like this one. It's got the waterway and everything like that going with it. I don't know. I think part of it's just a little too modernized possibly, and I think a lot of it's wasted on being an actual house. The old grain mill, gonna go ahead and place it in right here. We'll see how that works and looks and everything. I may have to remove a tree or two right there, but I like this idea. I'm gonna put a little path coming in this direction right here, come back out this way, leave a little grassy knoll right there, and plant trees in them eventually. I keep talking about it. I'm just so confused on what trees I want to plant. This whole map is filled with spruce trees, but I don't exactly want to do spruce trees. I want to do something else, like oak trees or something. I'm not sure yet, though. Got rid of that little tree I was talking about, but this is the finished product right here. Now, let's see exactly what it takes, how fast it runs, all that good stuff. I am really concerned about how much I got to put in there for the pig feed, but that's a long ways away. Main thing right now is let's just make some flour. Before I waste my time playing around with that production, though, we need to get this off this field, put a forage wagon on it, and get it over there picking up the grass, because those two forage wagons are going to take a total of 30 minutes together. That's together, but they're not together right now. I'm going to go ahead and take the forage wagon from over here. This is the one that I've been using to feed the sheep. I say been using, I've only used it once. Let's go ahead and top it off real quick before I take it. Now, we'll keep grass in this one because these cannot top fill feed into it, but it will just stay over here and be only used for the sheep. And as we've seen previously, the sheep are going to require a lot more food than any of the other ones. So it will blow through it eventually, and just makes it a little easier on me instead of having to refill this small little trailer on the left over and over and over again. Looking into the production here, we got wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, and sorghum flour. Now, I do plan on focusing mainly on oat flour. That is pretty awesome. It does have the least amount of cycles per month, but I'm not too worried about cycles per month because I doubt we can keep this thing full and running all year long from harvesting once a year from oats. Now, there's barley and wheat. Maybe I'll try out wheat, start using that for feed and flour, because that's some pretty fast cycles per month. Also, you can tell the rate that goes in, the rate that comes out, so it might even out. I don't know. I'm not going to do the math. Do know it holds 27,000 liters of oats, and I don't know if we'll ever hit that full capacity either. This is the part that really interests me, though, is the oil options from it. I want to plant some canola in that large field, but I did not do it because we didn't have any options to turn it into oil quite yet. Plus, we need some feed as well. And then the pig food part is really interesting me, but it looks like we're going to end up needing to do some sort of hard type crop out there. What I mean by hard type crop is sugar beets on this one or potatoes for these two. I'm not sure what kind of sugar beet or potato harvesting we can do in the 1950s, but I'm sure we'll figure that out. Oh, hey, here we go. Got something. Perfect. Now, I'm not sure exactly what this does. This machine can harvest the indicated crop types. What's this do? Just cut it, like drop it on the ground or something, I think? Maybe, because I don't see no capacity to it. I don't see no horsepower requirement to it or anything. I think it just kind of cuts it up, drops it on the ground. I got to come back through with a scoop and pick it up. Also, potato technology right here. This is looking a little bit better, except for the 0.5 working with. That's not looking good. This one's used to plant potatoes. This one's used to harvest. This harvester digs the potatoes out of the ground. Then I guess dumps them on the ground as well, and I can pick up at a later point, or maybe put a trailer on the back of it. I don't know. Is there any trailer thing? Not seeing an option for a trailer. Maybe there's a little compartment right there. I can see a little dump thing right there. That might be a small compartment. Now that I talk about small compartments, yes, it is. It shows the capacity right here on the left. Okay, hey, potatoes might be the way to go then. Both mowers are all done mowing up. Let's go ahead and get them off the field. Forage wagons are still going away right there picking up. It's going to take a while for that. $143,000 left over. Let's look at buying some land and expanding into more and more fields. I'm going to go ahead and get a worker out here doing the liming. Now, I did turn on the whole buy-in fertilizer option here, and also this will go over the top of the grass. It does work. Somehow goes underneath the grass. That's fine. I'm gonna leave it, let it go. Money will drop fast though because buying the lime. Now, I don't think I'm gonna buy the fertilizer. Keep telling myself, go ahead and do it. Let's see how much it costs. And then I keep telling myself, no, that is a very bad idea. And of course, issues like this may arise with running into each other, but I'll catch that every now and then and try to keep this harvest of this grass going and moving. We can see down in the mini map this, let me flip it around this way. We can see down that mini map right there. Can I make that bigger actually? I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Once I come in here, it's still that round one, but we can see down that mini map that farmland 57 right here. Nice flat working area, that'd be amazing. But the issue is I started building up kind of like my farm area and the housing area for my equipment in this direction. So maybe I should go this way. It really doesn't matter. It's just a little drive either way. If I do end up buying 54, most of it's covered with a hill. And I don't really like that. I mean, I like that for building purposes of productions and other stuff like that, and even animal pens like I did over here. So let's just go ahead and go with farmland 57 right now. We'll remove these few little trees right here. Plan on putting in a couple of fields or just one big old field, kind of like I did last time, right over here. This field right here, though, is going to be a lot smaller compared to putting in one big old field on 57, because I'm thinking about taking up all of 57 for one big old field. And then again, it's like, hey, why do that whenever I can get multiple fields in there with multiple crops? And we need multiple fields with multiple crops because of that pig production. You may see there's an outline right there. Previously, I was doing some mowing over here, kind of stealing some grass situation. I don't own all the land, if y'all did not know that. I got the Lumberjacks mod allowing me to cut down trees kind of anywhere. I've been over here in this area cutting down trees after I've cut down here already. Just kind of expanding my way outwards. So I was stealing grass as well. There's another mod out there for that. Kind of stealing grass. I don't know. It grows back. Is it really stealing? $85,000 for this piece of land. Let's go ahead and buy it. And then I'm going to draw a new line on this field. I believe all the trees are out of the way. There's going to be a rock in the way though, and we're going to go ahead and mow up the meadow grass, get it picked up, and then start plowing up some fields. Hopefully I do multiple fields. I keep thinking, go big, but I really shouldn't. And here we go. Looks like we got a new CP1 in the house right here. Now, some things do worry me about little small trees sticking out of this little forested area here and over here. I'll see that eventually. This is the rock I was talking about right here, but the course play will go around that. 14.44 acres. Now, this ain't going to be one big old field like this. At least I don't think it is. That's what I'm saying. Tell myself, no, don't do it. Let's just get it mowed up, the meadow grass, get it off the field, and then go from there. With 2 mowers on this field, it's going to say 1 hour, 39 minutes right there just to mow it. Now, I can speed that up by adding more mowers, but I'm not going to worry about that because that's not the part that's going to take the longest. The pickup part's going to take the longest. Alignment all done. I'm going to get this off right here. I'm going to grab the fertilizer spreader, go ahead and fertilize myself, depending on how much it's going to take. I don't think it's going to take much, probably just a couple of refills. It's been a while since I've had to fertilize this field. Now that I have that sprayer for the herbicide, I can start looking into doing liquid fertilizer. I believe that stuff always costs more and maybe even uses more. I don't know. I do know it costs more. At least I thought it did. Maybe I could be wrong. Just ran out of solid fertilizer. Just a little bit left to do here. I did remember after a while of doing this that I believe I said remember it and then I believe, I don't know. But I believe before it actually finished up with 1 full container of solid fertilizer and there was just like a couple of liters left over. Oh well though, refilling 1 time is better than refilling 20 or 30 like I've done in the past. It's ridiculous how many times I've had to refill some of this stuff or even empty out some of this stuff. That's exactly why these forage wagons are edited to hold a whole lot more. And speaking of the forage wagons, one of them's done. All done laying down the fertilizer, and I'm thinking a little more, how wide is that pickup width on that forage wagon? Because my original plan was to set up the field over there that's being mowed up on the meadow grass for 4 pickup wagons, but for some reason it would not allow me to do more than 1 headland. It was kind of a weird one. I don't know what's going on there. So if the forage wagon's the same pickup width as the mower or close enough, I think I might just fire it up on the same mowing course and only do 2 forage wagons. Of course, I can add more throughout as the field gets done faster and faster with the mower. 92,862 liters right here of grass. This is going to go ahead and go over to our production, start turning into hay and silage. Now some of that hay we will be keeping and using for the horses. Hopefully I remember to. I do know I got the TMR option turned off. I might even have the hay and silage making option turned off as well. Need to turn those things back on. Yep. Looks like everything is turned off over here, so we'll go ahead and start making hay. Go ahead and start making some silage from it as well. Now the hay that comes out of there I will use. Looks like we do have some extra, oh no, that's grass. I was about to say hay. Looks like we had some extra hay in there. No, it looks like we got extra silage. We ran out of hay previously and stopped making that TMR. Not going to make any more TMR for quite a while. I did say last episode when I was feeding those cows, we have a ridiculous amount. I would love to get up there to bigger cow pens of some sort, and we will look at that later on whenever we have the huge amount of money to waste. Let's go ahead and fire this up on that mowing ×2 course I got on that meadow grass. That's really big. That was taking an hour and a half, and I did say this should take longer than the mowing. 1 second though before I do that, looks like the working width on this is 1.4 meters. I believe the working width on that mower is about 2 meters, but I think it works out really well because you see this little meadow grass area cut right here already. I did that previously with the Follow Me mod. I mowed and had a forage wagon pick up behind me. Now, the only areas that I had issues with was the corners, but we can even see this little corner bend right here got picked up perfectly fine too. So I guess this will work out pretty good, I think. Looking into the time on the course play here, it's going to say 2 hours and 3 minutes. This is going to take a very, very long time to do. Now, that is with 2 forage wagons. Don't got the second one out here yet. Still waiting on one of the tractors to free up. I think I might have a free tractor because I only see 3 workers down there. Let me get that other tractor out here picking up some grass. Wait, can't pick up grass if it's not there, so I need to get it out here mowing the grass, and then the other one will pick up the grass behind it. I'm not too worried about that 2 hours 3 minutes. It's only going 9-10 miles an hour. I got a mod that could turn that up to that full 15 mile an hour. Of course, it's missing around the bend right there. Also not too worried about that. And the other reason I'm really not too worried about this is the fact that I'm just going to leave it going. It's 6:50 a.m. I've been up since like 3 or 4 a.m. doing some recordings here. I'm going to go cook some breakfast for the family, for the wife. Breakfast in bed, always for her, right? Every single day. And I'm going to leave this running. And down here on the field right now, we have 2 mowers going, 2 forage pickup wagons going. And I was going to finish this off camera, but hey, I think I want to go ahead and get it moving because this episode here, we're going to get some new fields in. Also, I realized something. I think I might have set the course play up wrong. I don't think they're going to try to go around this rock. Let's take a quick look at that. That is correct. They are not going to go around the rock. I forgot to check that little box about avoiding stuff, but oh well, it's fine. There's a rock right here. We might stop mowing there, or I might just pick the tractor up, throw it on the other side of the rock. We'll see what happens. Or who knows, maybe this tractor will drive straight over it. I guess we'll see. But this side of the field down here, south side here, is actually all done. Mowed, picked up, all that. Let's start putting some fields in down there. We'll see how many we can fit in there. I'm not sure yet. With all our tractors being busy right now, we will need a new tractor. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one customized and purchased. $22,550 after customization. We got that 51 horsepower. That is awesome. I also noticed something. I got to actually turn on attachers both here to make sure that works correctly with actually hooking up anything in the back with a PTO. Well, let's go ahead and buy that. After $22,550 is gone, that's going to leave us with $28,000. Now that should be plenty. I could obviously go ahead and buy another tractor, but I got a feeling I'm about to have one freed up with that rock being in the way. If it's going to cause too much of an issue for me, I'll just go ahead and skip that part on the mowing. With it being a new year now, I want to go through here and see if anything new came out. There was actually a new small tractor that came out. It was the hand pushing tractor. Really not hand pushing, I guess, but this one right here, this is what I was talking about. It came out in 1952. No new plows came out, but I am looking into these cultivators. They do say Harrow on it. I don't know if that's going to work for creative field with a cultivator. I'm going to look at that in just a second. I mean, here we go. This is probably definitely labeled as a cultivator. That should do the job as creating a new field. And it is a lot bigger than our plow because I believe our plows are only 1.5 meters. Yep, looks like something's going to cause an issue there. Blocked by an object. Oh well, who cares? I'm gonna try out a little Harrow thing right here first, see if it will allow me to create a field. And I don't even know if I have that mod installed with the create a field anyways. It probably came with the pack, possibly not, you know? Now that I think about it a little more, it probably didn't. Oh well, we'll see. Now here's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and drag it over the rock a little bit right there and just let it continue on its way down. That should be fine. I was thinking about actually cutting down the sign to remove all these rocks. If you didn't know that, on No Man's Land, there is signs over here that can remove all the rocks and all the trees. You just got to cut them down. Be very careful with this. Don't do it in the middle of your series. I have messed that up a few times. I wish there was a way to remove these. They're kind of an eyesore. One way I've done it before in the past to remove them where I can't see them anymore is actually build a building over the top of, and we might get to that someday. I don't think I got that create a field with a cultivator thing on because it is saying fold cultivator, hit X. So this is obviously labeled as a cultivator. Doesn't seem to be telling me to create a field. That's fine, no big deal. Let's go ahead and just go back to our 1.5 meter plows, unfortunately. One thing I want to do to get back here in this direction is build a road here. So I will work off to the right and to the left of this area right here once I get back to farmland 57. What all I mean by that is I want to kind of continue the road in this direction. So let's go ahead and start building some field off to the right here. Not sure how big these are going to be. Maybe I can make a nice big one over here and then a couple small ones over there. I do know we need a lot. And something is blocked by an object again. I wasn't sure how this was going to work with big CP1 right here taking up the whole thing here and then building a field inside of it. Now that I look at it, I notice I wanted the road going straight through here, and that does not seem to be happening. Let me shift this field over just a little bit. I'll get it one day. There we go. Got to shift it over just a little bit and we'll still be able to continue the road straight down this way for whenever we want to expand into field 58 over here, or farmland 58, I guess. Now this is going to end up being 2.69 acres, give or take a little bit, because I did the 90-degree angles on the corners with this, but I'm not going to have the plow doing 90-degree angles, or this worker doing 90-degree angles, I should say. Looks like it's not wanting to make the course correctly. It's trying to grab a hold of this whole entire 14-acre field here. Oh man, that's not good, because I'm not sure what's going to happen once I delete this. Let's go ahead and delete it. I do have these courses saved, so I think it should be fine. We'll hit delete there. Looks like the workers are still going. That is a very, very good sign. Now I should be able to get this worker going here, which, like I said, it wanted to take the whole entire field, which is a big no-no. Don't want one big old field over here. At least not yet. Let's wait till like the 1970s at least. There we go. That is looking a whole lot better. And if I zoom in right over here, we can see that it's going to be a rounded edge. Now, after this field gets created, I will remove the CP2, kind of like I've done with these previous fields over here. I don't like keeping this one in there. I like it attaching to a plowed field, not a created, drawn out line field. Here's the thing I need to figure out. How many fields do I really need? Also, let's go ahead and turn this off because I guess that's really doing nothing. We have 46,000 liters of hay in there and 61,000 liters of silage. We'll be using that hay for something, I believe. What is that? The horses. Yeah, we should probably get some over there. No free tractors though, so maybe another time. This is what I'm looking at making, and I think we're going to end up going with the potato route. It seemed like we had the best or most efficient equipment out there. I don't know. I mean, they're both definitely very foreign to me. I don't know how they're going to operate and stuff like that. So we got the potatoes pig food option, and then we also have the sorghum pig food option. And we will probably do the sorghum one, so that way we don't have to do too many potato harvest. It just uses less potatoes. So we need to focus on a field for sorghum. I believe that's wheat, and that should be canola. Canola's pretty awesome because I want to make some canola oil pretty bad. Now, potatoes also off to the right. That tells me I need 4 new fields at a minimum. I would kind of like to make that canola field a little bit bigger. That way I can have quite a bit of extra for the canola oil production. Right there, canola oil. Hey, olive oil. We should get some olive trees, right? Oh man, speaking of olive trees, we need some sort of generators in here as far as greenhouses. Gosh, I keep forgetting about that. Looks like the rock is finally bypassed by one of the mowers. Now that's only one of the issues. I got a second mower I got to jump over this rock with, and then 2 forage pickup wagons. Been having a lot of issues down here with these trees, a whole lot of issues, and looky there, that one is definitely stuck by that. Oh man. Maybe I should turn them back on to turn around on the field only. And with all these issues in this direction right here, make me think I should probably turn the direction of my fields a different direction whenever I go to make fields over here on this side. Also, another thing I can do is just easily remove these trees over here and sell them off. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll get my truck over here eventually. First, I'm gonna get them cut down. That way they're not gonna cause an issue with the next and last forage wagon coming through. Got a couple trees cut down over here, cut up, and I'll get those moved later. I'm not quite done yet. I kind of want to get them all cut up before I come pick them up, but finished work up there and a blocked one. What in the world is the blocked one actually? Oh, wait, hold up. Down here further. Ooh, man. Guess I should have started cutting down here. Didn't realize this. Got another tractor here free. Got the plow in the back of it. Let's go ahead and draw out another field over here and get it going. Got another tractor done here, but there's a little bit of an issue. There's a lot of grass where I would need to plow up. So I can't do any more plowing until all that grass gets picked up. In that blocked object right there, I'm having some issues in another set of trees. Gosh dang, I don't know. I didn't have that many issues with this mower going through there, but these forage wagons are proven to be quite a bit of an issue. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to sit around doing nothing since I can't go ahead and start plowing up another field. I can actually jump into the middle of one of the fields that are already going. Man, should get a trailer full of logs here, all loaded up. This direction right here is cleared out. Need to still clear out this direction here. And then down there in the top right is where those forage wagons keep getting held up at. That's kind of a bummer, but I will probably take over the finished work for the last forage wagon here in just a second because I know it's going to get caught up so many times, especially trying to jump that rock. Those trees right there is what these tractors are getting caught in pretty bad, these workers right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and take over for this forage wagon. We got a whole lot of grass in this thing already. I don't know what we're gonna do with all this stuff. I mean, I guess sell it off as silage possibly. We'll see, but even if selling it off as silage, that's gonna be an issue because we don't have any unreal capacity type trailer that can hold that much silage. All done with the pickup. Obviously there's some on the ground there, and I think I've missed a few spots here and there in the back, but that's going to be good enough here. 244,746 liters in this thing. Let's go ahead and turn on that follow me mod, get a worker follow me. Let's see how much is inside this thing now. This forage wagon here is coming out to 242,513 liters. Oh man, that's looking real good. And yeah, I think I will just make a whole bunch of silage and then just turn it on to selling during best sell price. That way I don't have to worry about transporting it, because obviously transporting it without a modded trailer would take between 5 decades to 5 centuries. I'm not sure. I'm betting on that centuries part. Now that other finished worker up there should be a plow. I think that field furthest to the south is completely done. I put 2 tractors on there though, and the one that got all the way to the end is done. The other one that should be finishing up in the middle, probably just plowing over what's already been plowed. And looks like that's what it is. This one is all done. That's the one that said finished work. Now we also have this one over here that I'm gonna run super fast too, that is just doing absolutely nothing. Of course I need to go through and touch up what got missed, but it is getting kind of dark, so I'm not sure how much longer I'll be out here. Heck yeah, bright and early, 5 a.m. in May, and I did what I could last night trying to touch up what got missed, but it's not the best probably. I'm sure I missed some here and there, but we can go ahead and take a quick look at that through this view right here. Now there's some stuff I want to touch up as well. We can see this got rounded out really bad right there. I'm assuming it's from coming down this hill at a very fast paced speed, whatever. And then also these sides got rounded out too. I don't really like that so much. I mean, I like the round part, but I don't like the way it sticks out. So I will go through and touch that up with the paint tool, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's just go ahead and get these tractors off and go into another field. Now, my plans for the next few fields here is going to be in this direction here. Probably put one down here going that way, put one over here going that way, and then all these trees over here I'm going to remove eventually and put in some sort of production there, I think, or maybe just more storage. This was not my original plan right here to make this long narrow one, but I think I'm going to go with it. I kind of like it. Maybe that's going to be our potato field. Obviously in real life you'd probably want to rotate these crops, and we might. I might get tired of doing the same thing on the same field, but that's not part of the rules on this game or part of the things you got to do. And then over here in this open area I'll probably put another little field. I was mentioning putting over here in this tree area some sort of production or more storage. Maybe I'll just take this whole thing up with storage, not sure. Now with this being there and the rock there, I'm definitely going to avoid the rock, probably put a little drive through beside the rock, and then we'll put a couple more fields here. Don't know if they're going to be long and skinny and narrow like this one. Probably not though, because we only need 4 fields, and that's 1, 2, 3, and I just need to put in one more big one. And you know, I was talking earlier, let's get a big one for the canola, so hey, let's put in one more big field right here. Here's what I'm going to do right here. CP4, 6.45 acres. Is that our biggest field? It might be, because I think this one over here is right around 5 acres. Either way, this is where it's going to be. Now obviously it does cut through the forested area quite a bit right there. I don't even think I got enough trees removed to start up on that field. We'll see. I'm going to start it up, see what happens, see if it gets caught. I'll put a couple of tractors on this one, only one over here on CP3 because it's pretty small. That is very unfortunate. It looks like we did miss the potato planting season right there just by a month. Gosh, I didn't plan that out too well, so we're gonna have to wait around till next year to plant some potatoes in that small narrow field I was talking about there. Oh well, it's fine, I guess. One thing we can do though is go ahead and get around a sorghum in here if we really want to. Don't know if I want to rush for that or just try to get these fields built up and ready to go for next year. Looks like I may have made that field just a little too close to that rock because we got a blocked object right there. Now this bigger, larger field right here, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to 3 plows and just worry about planting these fields next year because we still got to get a lot of lime on them, and that's probably it. Lime, and what else is there? I feel like there was something else. I mean, we can't pick up the rocks. We don't have the technology for that. Maybe it's just lime. I'm a little confused here because I'm pretty sure it made the headland around already. So what in the world happened here? How did they get caught up on the second headland but not the first one? Well, this is going to take a little while. I got to actually clear all these trees out of the way. There's some on the ground here. Looks like the plow did jump over those and miss a little bit there, but I also got a lot more in this direction I got to cut. But now I kind of know where my line's running, so I'll focus on that area first. Let's go get these sold off, come back for the pickups, and then continue away here. I was going to stop that plow, but I'm actually just going to let it go because if it just misses these trees, hey, that's good. That means it can keep going, but it did end up getting blocked by a tree. I was really hoping it'd shoot straight through there. I can go around the tree though, or just cut the tree down and we'll be good. Now, of course, that's going to cause quite a bit of an issue with the whole headland part, but I can go back through, touch up the spots that get missed, obviously. Driving over here, I realized there's something I may have forgotten last month because driving over here, I see my animal pens. I don't know if I fed them. Oh man, that's not good. First load of logs here. Let's go ahead and sell these off, and that's going to give us $26,725 plus a 1,509 environmental score reward minus a 157 wage payment. Gosh, I'm really overpaying these people for 1952. I think this might be good enough. I got one tree right here I got to finish picking up, and we're good to go. Now, of course, all this stuff over here to the right, I'll probably get to eventually taking it out. Possibly not. You know, I want to keep some trees in here as I'm kind of removing all the trees off the map. Coming over here to grab another tractor for the plow, and I forgot I had 5 tractors now, even though I just bought one. So I come over here, I'm like, wait a second, why do I got 2? And oh man, don't ride it onto that field. You know, now that I think about it more, I'm pretty sure these are narrow tires. I could probably drive on any field I want to with our tractors. I ain't gonna take a chance on it though. I got one more tractor here to consider using for plowing. Now, of course, we got some blocked objects. I'll get to that in a minute. But here's what I want to do instead of actually plowing. I don't want to buy a plow. I mean, $1,500 for a plow. I don't think I got enough money. No, that's not the real reason. The real reason I don't want to send this over there quite yet is because I need to take care of the animals and use this tractor to take care of those animals. But first, let me get those blocked workers taken care of. I'm sure it's those ones over there on that big field with the 3 plows going. As you know, they'll run into each other. Gosh, I am such an idiot. I was like, why in the world is this not working? This person's already done like, what, 4 or 5 headlands right here? Yeah, no, that's not good because I did not turn on creative field. Let's get this worker back to the start point and back going again. I cannot believe I messed that up. Well, I can kind of believe it. I mess up on a lot of stuff. Looking into the animals now, looks like they are fine, I guess. Yeah, hey, they're good. Let's go ahead and get some hay over to the horses, some more grass over to the sheep, obviously, and then we'll go ahead and do some TMR to the cows. Now, the cows will be fine, sheep will not, the horses will be fine, but I got nothing else to do while all those workers go away over there plowing up that other field. Just had to come back over here and make sure this worker was actually plowing up the field. I still didn't trust my work. Well, I guess that's pretty fast. Didn't even get to feed anything over there except for the sheep because I already had grass over there. This is all done. Obviously missed a whole lot. Oh man, I ain't liking that, but I'll go through and touch it up and then probably send this one over to the other field. Got that long skinny field all touched up and looking good. Still got to go through touching up the edges with the paint tool and everything, but I'll do that to all the fields at once whenever they're all done. Now I went ahead and moved that tractor over to the other large field there, and I did start it almost like, actually I put it in the lead. Yeah, no, I put it in the lead as the same exact path as that very last tractor, because obviously the last tractor is going to finish last, right? So why not have it finish kind of in the middle of the field, and all of them kind of finish right around the same time instead of waiting for that one at the end. You know, I was wondering if this would work, and it looks like it does work. I could put hay inside the sheep pen. Now, of course, I'm not going to put hay in there. That's kind of a waste. It's kind of an extra step and everything. So let's go ahead and run this up to our horses. But yeah, I could have sworn somebody told me that last time around whenever I did that 0 to 100 million on this series, on this map. I said on this series. Mess that up. One mod I'm not sure if I actually even have out there installed right now is the horse helper mod. Our horses are down to 80% cleanliness. I don't even know if I can do anything with them while they're a baby. I guess probably clean them. Let's see here. Is that even an option? I'm not exactly seeing that. I'm not seeing an option to clean them. I think usually you go up to them, press R or click on them or something like that. Nothing seems to be showing up there. Oh, enter vehicle. Oh, okay. It's a tractor. I thought it was going to let me ride that horse as a baby. No, not happening. Trying to decide what I should do with this hay left over here. They obviously don't blow through food very fast. Let's just go ahead and get put away into a silo, our other silo that is. Or I could put it back where it was. I just now realized that. I was thinking about putting it into our other silo because I couldn't put it back where it was into the production. Yeah, we'll put it back in the production. I think that's an option. And then we'll go ahead and turn this into something else a little bit later on. Now, TMR. We can keep making TMR, but we got tons and tons of TMR. It is not a very valuable thing. It is, it is a very, very cheap thing as far as selling. Now, buying, not too cheap, but if you want to sell TMR, it's a huge waste of your time. Just go ahead and sell the silage, you call it good. There's a lot more TMR left over in this trailer than I thought there would be, but I'm pretty sure they're going to blow right through what they have in there to equal out this amount by next month. So I'll just go ahead and leave this trailer right here, no big deal. I did not plan this, but I'm pretty glad it's going to work out this way. We got a front loader attachment there. What could we possibly need a front loader for? That is going to be our furniture. I keep thinking I need to get it onto a trailer ready to sell for whenever best sell price does come around, because all the time I'm going to spend loading it up, I'm probably going to lose that best sell price. So let's look at finding us a trailer to use and then start getting these pallets loaded up. Not sure how many there is because we have nothing spawned out here. Looks like there's 12,836 liters of furniture. I don't know exactly how much comes out into a pallet. I guess we can go ahead and change this over real quick and see what happens. We'll put it on spawning, see how many pallets come out. I want kind of an idea of how much I need as far as a trailer size. 1,000 liters. Kind of thought so, but I've been seeing a little bit different here and there, depending on how everything's modded. I guess one thing I did forget about is the fact that I use universal auto load. As long as I have the stuff to load this stuff manually, I will use auto load. And you may have seen me use it there with the logs because I can load that log trailer with those logs myself. And this one right here does have universal auto load, and the year showing 1973. There's really nothing on this that would make it 1973 except for maybe, is that air brakes? No way. Yeah, I think that looks like air brakes along with an electrical wire hookup possibly. No, that can't be air brakes. Maybe just an electrical wire hookup. The part that's really throwing me off is that yellow piece right there, because they usually have some sort of attacher like that that kind of pushes in, then you lift up or push down. Well, you usually push it down, but lift up to take it off. That's what's really throwing me off with that yellow piece right there. But no, we're gonna say it's lights. That's fine. This trailer would definitely work for the 1950s. I don't even care about having lights. Let's give this trailer a little test run here. Capacity, I don't know what we got here. Bell racks, okay, cool. Log forks or log racks, that's awesome. 4 meter working with there, so I guess that tells us the trailer's 4 meters. I like the color. Let's go ahead and change out the license plate though, because they tend to stay the same license plate numbers. And I don't like that. $6,500, that's going to be ours. Let's go pick it up from the shop. It's right here. Shop deliveries is on. Only because I accidentally placed it down one time and I cannot get rid of it. It will not let me reset it. I don't think I like that. It looks like it only stacks up as a single, which is fine for quick selling and stuff like that. I can run it up to the sell point and all that. May end up go ahead and look into overloading this, stack some more on there manually, which I will do with no issue probably. But first I do have that finished worker to take care of. What is that? Okay, I guess it was the plow that I said I mentioned about starting up in the center, and you could tell we got quite a bit finished over here. Oh, hey, we got another finished worker as well. Oh, this is starting to come along pretty nicely. You can see right here through the center where it's all completely done except for this part right here on the ends. So many problems there. Even though I have lift later turned on, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. A little hard to explain. We'll raise the tool. This one's not set up right. My bad. We'll raise the tool late, lower the tool early. Maybe I got a few of them not set up right. But that's what I want to do. That way it kind of prevents this. And that's probably that long strip right there. It's from this one right here. All done out here on this field. Almost. Just got to do a little touching up on the south side of the field. And then paint around the fields as well. Trying to touch up what kind of stuck out a little too much. That's all good. But I'm going to get this up out of the way and then continue working away here. And here's how I finished the rest of it out. Went ahead and started following the natural path that is on no man's land. It's underneath the grass, but there is a natural path. We can kind of see that there in the background. It's kind of hard to see sometimes, but also got a path going through here all the way down here. And this is the path I was talking about from the farm area. That's going to run straight through here. Now this gap over here might be a little too big for my liking, but hey, we can plant some trees or something there. Let's get all 4 of these tractors off the field, go grab us something for lime, and then get right back out here on the fields trying to get some lime. Also, one other thing we're going to need to do is purchase those soil samples. Oh man, I am not looking forward to that because this is a lot of field. Now it is all on one plot of land, which should be pretty cheap, right? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I went over the line. Maybe I didn't. Now this path right here does cut through a couple of these trees, just 2 of them right here. No big deal. I'll come through and just go ahead and delete them like, oh, got caught up on that plow. Like this right there. Hey, 1 down, another 1 to go. They're really not worth keeping for the leaders or for the money. Now over there in that forested area where we were selling off some trees and cutting down to make that field, I was actually keeping these smaller trees. Might as well, they're kind of mixed in there. Just cut it down, put it right next to the bigger tree, and it's good to load up on the trailer pretty easily. But I don't see any point in cutting those down, bringing a trailer all the way over here to grab it, or a truck. That just takes too long. Heck yeah, look at that. That's like a perfect photo op almost. I mean, I did mess up a little bit. You can see those stacks don't line up. Oh, it's that last one. The last one's caused me the problem. Yep, it is that last one. It is sticking out just a little bit down there. Oh, well, that's not what I'm here for. Just moving these tractors out of the way. Let's grab those lime spreaders. Now, I said lime spreaders. We only have 1, but I think it's time we go ahead and purchase another one. They do have a 10 meter working with, so maybe 1's enough, but kind of want to get moving a little bit faster here, and I feel like we're going to need another one. Trying to go ahead and purchase this soil sample. It's not letting me click over here. I just remembered I actually have to back out of the game, come back in before these fields actually register. And I'm not liking seeing those lines there, so let's go ahead and get rid of those. So CP4 here was 6.45 acres. We'll delete that. And then CP3 here was 1.49 acres. That's pretty nice. I think it's going to be a nice little potato field. We'll see. I'm just thinking about the process for potatoes. They were hard enough with modern day equipment. This is going to be a train wreck with some old school equipment. 2.69 acres here on CP2. and then 2.2 acres over here on CP1. I think that's some pretty good land. I was hoping these are all in one area. Obviously, they kind of look like it, but there might be a little overlap right here into the next area, and we could probably see that right here. Yeah, maybe it does overlap, but I'm not going to worry about it too much if it does. Now I just need to figure out numbers for these fields, because this one over here is 1, this one's 2, this one's 3. I guess 4, 5, 6, and 7 will be good enough right there. So I'm over here on what would be field 5. I'm gonna go ahead and start there first. That way it can go ahead and finish up the same time. The rest of these are possibly finishing up. And the reason I really need to know that number and field number is so I can go ahead and save this course, and I ain't gotta save it another time around. Before we do start that up though, let's go ahead and click on this. Buy our samples. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this. Is that $14,717 altogether? Well, you know what? That might be a little lower than I thought it would be. And yes, it is going to cut a little bit off on this field right here. That's all good. We'll purchase those samples. $14,437, all gone. Here's our actual environmental scores. We got a 79 over here, 54 here, 45 here. That's actually really surprising that I'm getting a environmental score reward with such low numbers. I guess they're not as low as I thought they were. It did say this is going to take 17 minutes. I do have that buying lime on. I don't know if I got 17 minutes worth of money for buying that lime. Oh gosh, it is ridiculous. Let's see if we run out of money or not. I do have a half a load of logs sitting at the sell point ready to go. May need to start logging some more though. Looking at it a little more, I don't know why I didn't go with this one right here. $6,000, maybe that's why, because it was $6,000, but it's a 1950s 12 meter. Obviously this probably ain't too real because it is a lizard option. Oh well, hey, we'll go with it. Got the lime and the fertilizer option. It's going to be 2 meters wider than what we're already working with. I believe that's 10 meters. Yes, it is. That's the one I do have out there right now. So let's go ahead and buy one of these. Probably end up buying 2 of them. Also, I should probably save my money. Who cares? Now, I do like how it holds a little bit more, 800 liters. That's just a little bit more. Still not going to be enough for me to turn off the buy-in lime or fertilizer option. I need to come in here and edit the file. This is going to be ours for $6,000. Oh, gosh, that money's dropping fast. It's about to drop even faster because we're about to have 2 of them out there going at the same time. I really thought I could squeeze in between this tractor and those pallets. Turns out that was false. Ended up running right into it, getting caught up on the tire. Now we got 2 of them off and going here, and it doesn't seem like that real speed mod works. Oh, maybe this thing's a little too big. Why is it so low? I have no idea, because the real speed mod should be pumping us up to 15 miles per hour. Maybe this one is not a good one to do. Money is dropping pretty fast there. I'm a little concerned of how I set up that other course over there. I think I saved it to the wrong field. I'll take care of that a little bit later. Let's see if we end up having enough money for this field work here. It's not looking good, and this is not looking good as far as using either. And fun fact, this is actually the second time I'm doing episode 28. Last time I did episode 28, I forgot to make sure my mic was on. Yeah, so the whole 2 to 3 hours I was recording, my mic was off. I don't know how I missed that. I mean, obviously it lights up, but it was turned off on the settings in OBS. So let's go ahead and give a little recap here. That's why I got it down to 1x speed right now. We're going to give a little recap. I'm not 100% sure what all changed, but I do know I got a chicken coop now with some food in it. It only holds, I believe, like 15 or 1400 liters. Not very much at all. There's the chicken coop. There's a nice little road there. And then we'll run really fast. Got trees over here. Got this big, huge harvest all done. And we'll see exactly how much we get out of there here in just a second. Oh, might as well fire this back up, I guess. But as of right now, 154,167 liters of straw. Quite a bit of straw, and quite a bit's getting missed there. I think I figured out why, but no big deal, right? We'll just go ahead and start that back up right there where it's at, and should be good, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Where the heck are you going? Not too sure on that one. All right, got that all up and going perfectly fine now, so let's see where we're at here. Looks like we got about 7,000 liters of barley inside here, making some flour right now. Also, the oats are over here. We had a little bit of oats left over in our silo over here, our little storage area, took them over there, and then barley over here, 35,180 liters. That is actually quite a bit of liters of barley. And there's a reason I'm keeping so much, because we got to feed those chickens. Let's see exactly how much those chickens require. We can look in here with this animal calculator thingy-majig, but 23,200 liters. That's obviously going to fluctuate some here and there depending on birth and all that stuff. I believe the whole pen is completely full. 100 chickens are in there, so I wanted to keep about 30,000 liters. Obviously I'm over that. I could probably take some more over there, make some more flour, no big deal, but I do got to figure out some way to make sure I keep enough feed in stock every single year for those chickens. Okay, I believe we are actually ready to go ahead and crank that back up to 5 times speed. Now this episode here, I really want to focus on getting more animals for this 1950s farming. We do have every animal pen over there besides the pigs, which we'll get to the pigs eventually. We're kind of working towards that because of our large fields over here. These large fields over here are going to start making the ingredients for the pig food production, so we can actually get some pigs in. I guess we can get some right now and just feed them some of that barley or something like that, but I don't like doing that. I just like making the pig food and then giving the pig food to them so I know they're at 100% efficiency. So that's what we're going to do. All that straw's done picking up, and I just wanted to make sure I'm not missing anything here where any of these pens actually require using straw. Looks like none of them do. Okay, that's fine with me, I guess. I did notice we got a little issue with some hay over here. I thought I took hay over there. Maybe I didn't. Let's see if I got some hay somewhere. I do got a couple of options for this straw. I can just put it in storage, or I can put it over here in our mix and silo thing, which is that little red building directly in front of me. And I think I'm going to do that. Maybe we'll end up starting to use this straw towards making some TMR or making some other products. I'm not 100% sure yet. Either way, I know I can take it out after I put it in there, so I'm not too worried about it. And plus, I did say more animals. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to use the same animal pen. Maybe I'm going to go with a different animal pen. And this is not the unload point. I keep messing that up over and over again. Maybe I'll get it down one day. This right here is the unload point. I swear I'll get it down one day. Been messing this up ever since getting this thing in here. So I'm looking into a few more pastures. Mainly I want to up the amount of cows I have and up the amount of sheep I have. Obviously I can do that with a little edit of the XML file, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Now I can also go ahead and get a bigger pen of some sort that's going to cost more money. Well, actually, you know what? It costs a little less money. Let's look at it real quick. It's actually this one for $5,000, and it does cost less money, but it takes up a huge amount of space, and it does have the amount of cows I really want to have. I don't know if I want to go with it or not. I'm a little worried once I put it in here, it is going to do some crazy terraforming to the ground. I don't know how well that's going to work out, and I'm really not looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and get these trees removed right here, get them loaded up, get them sold off, because $9,736, yeah, that's not that much money at all, and that's not going to get us to buying these actual cows, because I'd like to have at least half the pen full, and this one holds 100. So we will give this one a try. Why not? Well, you know what? I can think of a few reasons why not, but oh well. I actually thought these trees were a lot bigger, but I'm just going to go through deleting them instead of actually cutting them down and moving over to a sell point or a production. They're really not that big, not worth much money, not worth many liters either. But man, this is a crazy hill. I really hope it doesn't do anything to the ground, but there's one way I can double check, make sure I don't mess anything up too much. That is to go ahead and save it real quick, and I can back out if it does mess it up too much. So let me save it and try to place it down. Also, another little tactic here to make sure you don't mess too much up is to actually turn off the autosave. But with me just now saving it, it's not going to autosave anytime soon. I don't know exactly when my intervals are set up, but we're going to go with this right here. Oh, sweet puppy dogs. Heck yeah, I went with the hill. Oh man, I am so happy about that. I may have went outside the zone though, maybe, possibly. I don't know. That does not look very straight with this direction. Looks like it's a little crooked. Oh well, it's fine with me. How do I turn those off? Those little poles sticking up. I ain't liking that too much, especially a floating pole over here. Well, I'm not seeing a way to turn those little poles off, so I guess we're gonna have to deal with the floating pole, I think, possibly. But we got our little loading area over here. That's looking pretty nice. Water, food, and what is that? The unload point for the milk. That is real awesome as well. What do we got? We got power out here? Cool, I'll take it. Whatever. And then some animals we got to put in there. But of course, we don't have enough money for those animals, and hopefully they don't go inside the ground. Hopefully they kind of float around, or not float around, but they walk on the actual ground. Now with this floating stick over here, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do there. Let me check this one out. It's not floating. This one, I may raise the ground up, or you know what? I got an idea. Hold on, give me 1 second. This is my idea. Let's just put a rock there. I think that's going to do pretty good. Looks like it's kind of coming out of the rock. Why not? Time to get back out there cutting down trees. I want to remove this little section of trees right here because we do own most of this land right here, and I plan on putting in something here eventually, either sheds or productions. Most likely sheds for those further fields down there in that distance, those new ones that's going to help with our pig production. I can't remember if I put these trees in last episode on the broken episode 28. But hey, we got some trees in here. I did mention I want to plant them, but I just went ahead and placed them in with the decorations tree tool or whatever. No planting involved here. That's why they're already growing all the way up there. So I can't remember what type of trees those were, elm or oak or something like that. But I do know those trees are native to this area, so they are fine, good to go. All these trees over here are cut down. Let's get them all loaded up and then sold off. See how much money we make there. I got a feeling it's not going to be much. There's only a few big trees mixed in there, a lot of small ones. Well, that was very surprising. There's actually more on the ground, and it's showing this is already full. And I guess I'll go ahead and say, hey, this is full. It's up to that headache rack thing at the top of it. So that's good enough. Let's go get this sold off, come back for the little bit that's left on the ground. I really think it's only like 2 or 3 pieces. Probably could get it to fit in there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. We'll get 2 cells here. Here we go. First trailer of the episode. Let's see what we make here. That's $22,204 plus a $793 environmental score reward. Now that environmental score reward has actually dropped quite a bit after I put in those new fields there. I believe 4 new fields. Gosh, I really can't remember. Let's get an aerial view on this. Yes, 4 new fields. One big one here, this one off to the side, and then these 2 down here at the bottom. So if I can remember correctly, I know this long, narrow, skinny strip was going to be potatoes because I don't want to do too much potato work. I mean, whoever wants to do that, right? At least I think I might be doing potatoes there. Possibly, possibly not. I don't know. I think I might need more potatoes. After looking over the top here, trying to figure out exactly how much I had left on the ground there, I realized I only got these 3 pieces. Now, I did say 3 is probably what I have, 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I said something small in that number, and I said might as well make 2 cells, but I'm not going to make a second cell here, at least not yet. $26,734. I think that's going to be good enough to possibly buy a bunch of baby cows. Let's see how cheap or expensive those things are. Before I do buy those calves, I want to go ahead and start filling up the pen to make sure they got food. This is TMR here. This was actually sitting at our other cow pen, and that's why it's at a partial amount. Water is filled up all the way. That's 25,000 liters of water. Pretty nice. I like that. Hopefully it's enough. We'll see how fast they go through it, but the water's pretty easy to refill. I'm not too worried about that. The hard part is refilling the food because of how small these capacities on these trailers are. I may have to mod one or up that somehow. So if y'all couldn't remember, I actually have 2 trailers here. One of them I bought on accident because I didn't realize I had the other one. But there's some sort of hitch on the back of this. I was hoping it would work, but it doesn't seem to be giving me the option. Maybe I'm just a little too far over. Really hope that would work. Daisy chain these together, make less trips, you know, all that good stuff. And come on, really? That's not working. That's interesting. Maybe I can hook it up the other way around. I'll give that a try. Maybe it's got to be the same exact trailer because I can see a little hitch on the back of this one. Also on the back of this other one is another hitch. So I'm just thinking it's got to be the same exact one. But that's too easy. I think I can figure this out and run them both at the same time utilizing the follow me mod. Let me get one of these tractors following me. I'll fill them both up, drive them over there, and then empty them both out over there. 2 at once. Better than 1, right? Now there is an even easier way I could do this and set it up, and that is using the auto drive. I probably will eventually end up setting that up so I don't have to do this over and over again, or the fact that I don't have to mod one of these and get a little cheaty with it. I guess it'd be not cheaty if I ended up hiring a worker to do it over and over again and have it done automatically. But 4,000 liters inside this one, this might be our largest one. Where's that other tractor at? Should be behind me. What the heck happened to it? Did it get lost? I don't see it on the mini map. Oh wait, there it is. It's just mixed in there so much. I was looking for that little worker icon on the mini map. But yeah, I just got to stop right where it needs to fill in there, and then I can hit the button on that tractor and we're good to go. Hopefully I didn't pull too far forward, but I should be able to jump in here and just hit the button. And yes, I did pull too far forward. That's too easy. All I got to do is just undo the worker, back up, hit the button, fill it up, all that good stuff. And let's see how much this one holds. Oh, this one holds 4750. Okay, I guess this is the one with the max amount. And then I'll fire back up that follow me mod once again. And there we go. We got a nice female worker in there helping us out. Heck yeah, we just said that's my wife, right? Husband and wife out here running this farm, making it big and popular, right? Now, I do not have any road out here heading up to the little feed area. I think I might end up making like a little dirt path one with the tire tracks or something like that instead of a gravelled out one, because I mean, I don't want these cows roaming across this gravel. Really no big deal. They're not going to be fenced in. They're basically just going to be free ranged out there because I don't feel like building a fence or anything. I think the fence is actually free. I may have that mod out there where it is free, and that one is struggling back there to keep up, but it's all good. I'm waiting for this to empty out. By the time it gets caught up, I'll have this one out of the way, and then bam, empty that other one out. Keep repeating over and over again until it's full. I'm gonna go ahead and set up this auto drive course like I mentioned. One thing that does worry me is these roads are very narrow, so I don't know if these are gonna be able to drive side by side each other. We'll see what happens, see if it gets caught up. While these are running, I can easily be out there doing other work, like cut down some more trees, making more money, stuff like that. Got that worker off and going now. Let's see if it actually works. And I have no idea how much this pen holds as far as food goes, but that's not the only work I'm going to have going. I'm going to have 2 of them going. May even go ahead and buy 2 more trailers or 3 more trailers and get all the tractors out there going, because I think this might take a while. Second worker off and going. And I do need to make sure these points actually work. They don't always line up as well whenever you drive it yourself first, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes they do good. Let's go ahead and look inside here. We're going to go with some different cows possibly, maybe. I don't know. Hold on. Wait, what do I got over here? Looks like I got a bunch of limousines in here. Somebody did tell me that the limousines did not provide milk. I'm a little worried about that, so maybe not try limousines this time around. And I got no milk coming in here, but they are still just calves, so I won't be able to see that. A little worried on that one. Maybe my animal enhanced mod might work and provide the milk possibly. So I really worried on that. Oh well, let's get something different though. We're going to start with 50 calves. Why not? You know what? I'm thinking about just going for the full 100. Hold on one second. Yeah, let's just go for the full 100. 100 calves, They'll end up having babies later. They'll sell off automatically. We'll get a good amount of money from that. That's pretty nice. I was thinking about moving them around myself and everything, but once I get into these larger amounts of animals, it's going to be pretty hard to move, especially in the 1950s. I think there is a trailer or something out there that I can move like 1 or 2 cows at a time, possibly. Plus, there's the herdsman stick where I can act like I'm walking them from pen to pen, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just buy 100 of these, $15,000. That is awesome. Now that I got actual cows in here, I can see them roaming up here on the hillside and everything. Hopefully they don't run away, which they won't. Pretty cool that way, I guess. I have had to chase down a few cows a time or two, and I tell you what, it's no fun. But currently 16,527 liters in there. Let's see exactly how much food they do require as calves, of course. So they will go up quite a bit more later on. So I went with the brown Swiss this time instead of the limousine. Looks like each year they want 707,000 liters of food. We have 500,000 something liters in stock, and obviously that number is going to keep going up, up, and up with all the grass harvest we do. So I was concerned that 500 and something thousand liters was way too much, but I'm starting to see that it's not enough, because that food requirement's going to go up as they become adults and start giving birth. And what are you doing, you little brown nose, are you? Yeah, it looks like they got stuck here. I didn't get no warning or anything saying they were stuck. I kind of made my turn wrong here and just overcorrected myself a little too much there. Let's get this up out of the way, and then I'll think they'll be good to run and roll themselves. Yep, this is exactly what I was talking about. These points don't always do the best, and plus I guess I'm just not the best at it either, so it could be operator error more than anything. I wasn't paying attention too much, and they stopped way before that point. Let me move that point up a little bit, and should work. After a few little adjustments, finally got it working. Now I'm going to go ahead and see if I can buy another trailer or two with this $11,000 we have left over, and then get them out there going. Main reason why is because we're nowhere near halfway full or nowhere near full. I'm going to just take a little guesstimate here, saying probably 30,000, 40,000 is halfway. We're going to be close to 100,000 liters of food in this thing that we're going to need. Now with these workers going, there goes the second one already. It may not take as long as I thought it would. You know what? Let's hold off on that. Let's just go cut down some trees, because I got nothing else to do this month. Next month, we got a grass harvest to do, and then after that, we got to wait another month or two, and then we got some more planting to do, a whole lot of planting to do. Maybe I should save my money for that. I'm not sure if those 4 planters we have over there is going to be enough. I'm an idiot. So I ended up moving this trailer out of the way earlier, and then I came back over here and realized, hey, I moved it right in the way again. I was going to try to bring it over here and get it parked in here, but I got distracted with the fact that those were not loading up. So yeah, no, mistakes were made every single second of this episode, and also the last recording of episode 28. Maybe this is just a very unlucky number for me. Watch this video only get like 10 views. Got another load of logs here. These ones are a lot bigger because I'm back here in the dense forested area where those bigger, wider trees are and everything like that. I do have those little 3 that was left from that small area I cleared out earlier right there in the bottom. That's fine. All good. Looks like I could pack a few more in here, but whatever. It's all good. Let's get it sold off and see how much money that takes us up to. Really want to kind of get out of the whole tree business thing. It's taking up a lot of my time. I may need to look at getting into some sort of automatic tree production type thing, or just go over to the greenhouse route, which is pretty easily done as well. And automatic, of course. Looking in the background there, looks like these tractors are still moving. One's leaving the little fill area, one's just leaving the cow pen area. That is awesome. Glad they're working. Having no issues. I got a feeling it's probably almost full. I haven't checked yet though. I really think this is going to be a huge sell. Let's see what that is. And that's $25,084 plus a $896 environmental score reward. Okay, well, you know, I was thinking more like 30,000. Oh well, that's fine. Let's go with it. It did end up taking us up to 37,000 though. That's pretty nice. Definitely need a lot more though if I want to buy some more land. And I never mentioned anything about buying land, but if I want to get into that automatic tree production I was talking about, I'm going to need more land for that, because we are running out of land pretty fast, especially with this new large cow pen I got in. You know, I never actually checked that whole food thing, just got that stuff sold off and came right back out here. Let's see exactly where that food is at for those cows. That's pretty nice how you can see all that stuff from out here. It is very nice, because it looks like 80,000 liters is probably the capacity. We're at 75,711 liters in that one. Need to set up little drive-in routes for each one of these animals as well. That way it can make it a little easier for me. Now, I did mention this whenever I filled up this pen on that episode where my mic was turned off. I'm gonna have to fill this one up twice. I gotta fill it up before going to bed, because daily food requirement's 2,000 and this thing only holds like 14 or 1,500, something like that. Not looking good. I don't like that. Rolling in now with another trailer full here. This is looking real good and real promising. Not only is this trailer looking real good and real promising, it's looking like the last one for this episode. Sold that off right there for $26,411 plus a 943 environmental score reward. That environmental score is really bothering me. I'm so used to it being up there over 1,000, over 2,000. I think it was over 2,000 previously. And the reason that's the last trailer for this episode is because I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. We got us a lot more cows on the farm now, and it is full of food. I'm sure it's pretty full now. I'm gonna have to set up some other routes out there for these other animals. That way we can keep them fed a lot easier than me having to take time out of my regular schedule to go do that. I don't know. I got to figure out how to multitask here and multitask real fast, really well, because I'm by myself. I did think about opening this up to multiplayer a time or two, but it's kind of hard to find time to meet up with other people to get on this map together. Well, I'm sure these sheep are not going to be happy with me. That food down there says 20 liters, but we'll do something about it here in a minute. Welcome back in, everyone. This is episode 29 of the 1950 survival, going from $0 to $10 million. We got to get those sheep fed. Let's hurry up and do that real quick, and then we got a lot of other stuff to do. I'm going to run over here super duper fast. Both our trailers actually have something in it, and I don't know what I want to do here. You know what? Now that I think about it a little more, let's leave this here because I got to come over and feed the chickens quite a bit. And there is a mod out there that does some automatic feeding of the animals, something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what the name of that mod was. I don't know if I have it installed. I think there is one way to look. I just got to look at the animal things, and it's an option inside there. So down here at the bottom, looks like we do not have that installed because it would give an option to allow feeding over here. Unless I need the actual production in that does it. There's a silo that does it, but it's kind of looking like I don't have the mod, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just go ahead and get this silage dumped off back into some sort of storage, and then we'll load up on some hay. Take that hay over to the sheep, get them fed. I guess they eat grass too. Is it grass? Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about before. Do they take hay or grass? What in the world is it? I think it might just be grass. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I have a thing of grass. That's what it is. They don't need hay. They need grass. The hay is for the horses. So I will run this one back up to the cows we got up here and then jump over to our forage wagon, little forage wagon pickup thing that we actually have sitting over there close to the cows right now. I can see it. It's kind of in the distance. A little hard to see, but it's there. It is going to end up being this one right here. I believe like 2 episodes ago or something, I said something about feeding the sheep. And I totally forgot all about it ever since then. So hey, the steak right there, 41,234 liters of grass inside here. That is absolutely awesome, and we're going to use quite a bit of it. Well, you know, we'll use it all over here eventually, but it's going to take a while to actually go through it. I may end up just leaving this sitting here. That way I can come over here, do this little whole dump thing all over and over again and take care of them. Looking down there in the bottom, 1825 on the water. I'm not really liking that, and the whole filling up the water is taking a little bit of time. I believe I have an automatic watering system of some sort that I can utilize, and we'll look at that here in a minute. Let's just check our water levels here. This big old cow pasture's good. Kinda. It's going down. It's down to 2333. It was full of 25,000. Sheep here dropping a little bit. Smaller cow pasture dropping quite a bit, but I think I could put in some sort of water pump that would probably take care of both of these pens right here. Let's look at that. Under silo extensions, there's this mod right here, automatic water for animals in greenhouses. Costs $5,000. I really, really like it. And is that the gate to get inside there? I guess it is. I probably shouldn't put it exactly there. I should probably just put this over on the side. Let's see here. We'll put it outside the pen, make sure those sheep don't mess with it. I hope that does the job. No telling until I actually look over here and see what it says. Yes, 1 billion liters of water in there. Holy cow, does it work over here? Yes, it does. I wonder if it reached all the way up to the horses. And I don't know if the horses took water. Yes, they did, now that I think about it a little more, because they got 2 unload triggers. Oh, it does work. I am pretty excited about that. No more watering for me. That little trailer over there is causing me lots of issues, but no more issues for me. Recently, this area over here got cleared out of the trees. I said I was going to put some stuff in there. I think I mentioned production, sheds, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and end up putting in some sort of sheds over here, closer to the fields possibly, but right over here, closer to this little corner of the edge of the road here, I want to put in some sort of productions. Not necessarily productions. I'm more interested in greenhouses. Let's see what kind of greenhouses I got in here. Make a little executive decision. There's Dragon's Den production ones. I'm going to stay away from that. I've used that one quite a bit in the past. So let's stay away from it. I want to do something different. First thing I'm going to do, though, is go ahead and smooth this out. There's a little hill right here. No big deal, though. Just get it taken care of, and hey, done. Now let's see what kind of greenhouses we can get in there. I'm kind of interested in something big and spectacular. We'll see what there is. Well, I found one big and spectacular. Let's give this one a little try right here. It actually makes quite a bit of products, pretty much everything. So all these fields out here, I guess, really do nothing. I could probably just plant a whole bunch of potatoes in here. Don't even have to worry about doing a potato harvest. But I am not going to do that. I want to focus on the 3 main products that come out of here, like the tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. Well, you know what? I might just turn them all on. That ain't a bad idea. Let's just start them all on. There's a lot of plots in here, so we'll do a lot of gardening. $20,000, and I'm not sure what all it takes. Looks like there's manure, solid fertilizer, and seeds. Okay, maybe this is going to end up costing a lot of money. I'm not sure yet. Placing that in, though, for a little over $20,000. Was that $20,474? Now let's get that looking a little nicer. All right, there we go. Went with something a little different as far as ground texture over here. That way I can tell the difference between the main road and this little pull-off area. The reason it's connected, not with a little grassy knoll in between it, is because I guess I messed up, put it a little too close. There wasn't enough room for that. We got to be able to come in, grab these pallets with the forks, even though we'll probably utilize auto load or auto sell. I guess I could move it back, but I also want to keep a lot of room open back here for sheds and other items like that. Now, while I was inside this greenhouse area, I was really interested in a few of these other ones. So we got these no man lands one, we got a flower nursery greenhouse and a mushroom greenhouse. I'd like to go ahead and add those in there as well. Oh, land not owned by me. Holy cow, did not realize that. Let's see if I can fit this in somewhere over here possibly, or we'll just put it in behind it. There we go. Looks like I can get it to fit in here. So I don't own the land over here, but I own enough over here to put these two in. So I got one of each. Those will probably just set up on automatic selling, or I'll come over and grab the pallets with auto load. As long as I got a way to load it myself, I will utilize auto load. Now let me get this looking a little nicer. I do leave enough room here for some grassy knoll to go through, so we can make it look a little pretty and decorate it. I did forget to see what all those take, so it looks like they just take water. That's it. That's pretty awesome. I mean, a little easy, but still pretty awesome though. Okay, all done with a little decoration here, so we can actually tell the difference, and I went ahead and put in the main gravel that I've been using this whole time. I will put in a little water thing, the automatic water thing that I ended up using earlier with the animals. So let's go ahead and find that thing real quick. Where was it? Silo extensions? Yes, it was somewhere under here. Come on, there you go. We got it right there. We'll just slap it in right here. Is that facing the right way? No, it's not. There's actually really no right way to face it. I just feel like I want to be able to access it, even though I don't need to. Now I am hoping that's going to run all three of those products there. So we'll be able to see that once we get a little bit closer. Come on, hurry up. Right here, I do see 1 billion liters of water in this big old massive thing. And then over here at this nursery, flower nursery right there, 1 billion liters. And then over here at this mushroom greenhouse, 1 billion liters. Awesome. Let's get all this stuff up and running now. It's going to be pretty easy with these two off of No Man's Land pack because they just take water. So I'll come in here, hit this button, activate it, done and done. Now these are set on storing, but they do not hold very much liters. I mean, they're going to go up there pretty fast. So let's go ahead and put those on spawning now. That way I can actually move them myself, make the cells myself, or just store them till a better sell time. I'm not even sure what the best sell price or times are for those two items of mushrooms or flowers. And then this is the one that's going to be a little bit harder. I thought it would, but I guess there's an option that runs just on water. So we'll go ahead and activate all those that just run on water. This is that big, huge one we put in back there. Looks like they do have a lot more storing capacity. I'm pretty excited about that one. 1 million liters. Holy cow, that is a lot. And looks like they are going fast too. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I guess we'll get a little bit closer at $10 million a lot faster than I thought. Heck yeah, this is looking good. Love the way they just come in all grown up like that. Don't even have any planting time or anything to it. Just bam, they're there. Actually, I really don't like that. I wish there was some planting time to it. Now, a lot of time still left in this day, kinda. I mean, it's 4:32 p.m., so sun will start setting here pretty soon. I could go out there, cut down some more trees, but I think we'll be good without the trees. Let's go ahead and sleep through this month here and then see what we got tomorrow for next month. Heck yeah, bright and early 5 a.m. I think we were right around 30,000. Looks like we dropped some down to 29,430. Okay, hey, not bad, not losing much. We would definitely be up higher if I did have that stuff turned on automatic selling, but I do not. Looks like our oat field over here is ready to harvest. That is awesome as well. I think I might have oats growing in that little greenhouse. I'm not sure what all was growing over there in that little greenhouse or open air greenhouse, and I'm calling it little. That thing is huge, not little. Let's get our harvester out though and start harvesting up some oats. Well, before I do the harvesting on the oats, I just remembered we got a grass field to harvest, so let's get that going first because I'll do the harvest on the oats myself, but the grass field I'm going to have some workers take care of. And we're going to need every little bit of grass we can possibly get because of the new cows we got in requiring a whole lot of food. Also, I just remembered, I think I was supposed to sell this furniture around midnight. I think the price might be dropping every single minute, every single hour. Oh well, I'll leave it. I'll get it all sold off here pretty shortly after I get everything up and going. I'm not in too much of a hurry. I think we're going to be good on money and I ain't going to have to worry about cutting down trees so much more in the future. Now, this may be a little bit of an issue, but I'm starting to leave some tractors over here with these trailers. I mean, it's a good thing for this quick feed just like this right here because these chickens blow right through that. But it's not really a good thing because I got to take this tractor and go do something else with it. Now, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. I mean, not too big of a deal. I guess I could buy more tractors and start buying more trailers and leaving them with the pins. But until then, I'll just go ahead and pull these off of those little trailers, get them on the fields. The grass field is just now starting to mow. So I don't know if I'm ready for picking up grass quite yet, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to go ahead and put on these forage wagon pickups on the same exact course as the mowing one. I've noticed those seem to line up pretty good as far as sizes with the working with too. Now I should have another tractor somewhere. I should have 5 tractors, but so far I've only seen 4. I don't know where that 5th one is. It's putting away somewhere or hiding somewhere. 4 tractors off and going on that field. You see that in that mini map in the bottom left. Oh my gosh, that's going to cause so many problems, but oh well, we'll worry about that later. And where in the world is my 5th tractor? I'm telling you, I got a 5th tractor somewhere. I thought I did. I guess I could just tab through. Let's see here. Oh, there you are right there. Hey, guess I'm just blind as a bat. This is actually what I wanted to use it for, was going ahead and selling off these products. Now I should probably load up more, but we'll just make multiple trips here. I believe I only got one place to sell off, which is the farm shop. No big deal. We'll go ahead and take them up there, sell them off. It's not showing a bright green right here. So it's not the max price, but it's the max month, and I want to go ahead and get rid of it and try to get a little bit more money to our name here. Well, that didn't take long. 2 blocked objects right there, or 2 blocked by an object. Of course. Of course. Let's see here. I'll just go ahead and pick this one up, move it back. Maybe it will work, possibly. No telling. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Oh, you're doing your up downs. That's what's happening. I just realized something else I should be doing. Instead of utilizing this tractor here, I should be using the pickup truck, because 14, 15 miles an hour all the way over here is horribly, horribly slow. And gosh, there's another blocked by an object. This is going to sell off right here, and look at that. That money is going up, up, and up right there. I'll go ahead and take the straps off. Don't think it's going to cause any problems, but let's see what we get there. $13,022 plus a 444 environmental score reward. Heck yeah, that's looking nice. At least it's not a penalty, I guess. Now, of course, with this being the beginning of the month, I got a lot to do. Not only start up these workers and start up all this field work, I got to check on those animals. I did top off a little bit while I was grabbing the tractors, so I'm sure some of the ones are good. Probably the ones I need to be good are good. Here's our big new cow pasture right here. We're looking good on food. Looking okay on water. I forgot to put in an automatic watering system over there. Food over here for the chickens are good. We're at 100% health. I was kind of worried about that because they do go through their food really fast and then their health will start dropping. And then looking at our sheep, they're good, 100% health. I'm reading the 100% health because I was really worried that they ran out of food, and if they ran out of food, their health would start dropping. So we're looking good overall. I'm glad I didn't miss anything there. Now we do need to still get some hay over here to these horses. And cleanliness keeps dropping too. I don't know what's going on there. I guess I don't have the horse helper mod, and plus I didn't think there was anything I could do with baby horses. Or fawns, or whatever the heck you want to call them. We'll switch back over to this nice truck right here. This thing is awesome, but there's a little whining noise with the engine and everything there. A lot of people have complained about here and there. And I didn't realize it until after the complaints started coming in, and now I just can't unhear it. So I probably shouldn't have said anything, because y'all are probably going to be hearing it the whole entire time. But don't worry, we'll get this stuff sold off real quick, and then y'all don't got to listen to this. Now, I should be able to just do some auto load here, however the heck that works. Oh, Shift R. There we go. Wish it would stack up. And is this all I got? Is there no more in there? I think it might be set up on spawning out. And yeah, 882 liters of furniture left in there. So that is a very slow production. Got another sale going off here. Probably should be right around the same. I don't know. The time is moving pretty fast. It did roll over another hour. So I think that did drop. $13,016 plus a 443 environmental score reward. I am pretty sure that dropped, because I think that environmental score reward dropped by $1. Yep, every single hour it's going to drop, drop, and drop. That's why I want to go ahead and do this first before I get out there harvesting that oats. And that is why I did mention I should have woke up at midnight and done this, but there's not an option to wake up at midnight. So I would have just ended up having to stay up until midnight. Just a little partial trailer here, only 2,000 liters. So not going to be much, but it's better than nothing, I think. That's going to give us $4,337 plus $148 environmental score reward. Now let's go get this parked out of the way. Probably never use this again. I do have that other pickup truck right there that I'm driving by on that store, but it does take like 5 to 10 business days to start up, and it is pretty slow, but I think it'd do the job. Let me know if y'all think I should still use this truck, or I should use that old beat up truck. Off and harvesting, and looks like we got us a nice little swath dropping right there. I may end up go ahead and take care of that right now, possibly. Let me get that tractor following me, use follow me mod with a forage wagon, and it's going to pick that up at the same time I mow. I think that's pretty awesome. Now there's one issue I will run into. Where am I going to put all this grain? How am I going to unload it? We'll worry about that issue once I get to it. The working width on this is going to be very, very close. This may end up missing some, but I'm really not too worried about it missing any, because we kind of have an abundance of straw right now. I probably don't even need to do this whole swath dropping thing. Let's go ahead and get this worker a little bit closer. Looks like the follow me distance currently set up at 25 meters. I want to get them a little bit closer. 10 meters to probably do the job. Now we are good to go. No issues so far over on that grass field over there. It's been a while. I mean, knock on wood. I'm sure I just jinxed myself, and I'm going to have some blocked objects here in a second. But man, this is filling up a lot faster than I thought it would. Oh gosh. Oh well, we'll take care of it. Before I get too far into this day, I really need to see, is there any other stuff we need to do as far as planting? And it does not look like it. There's nothing we can plant except poplar, grass, oilseed radish, and red beets, and I guess carrots. But no, wait, red beets is out of it, but carrots. And who wants to do any of that? I know I don't want to. So looks like we're all good this month. Just got to worry about the grass, got to worry about this harvest, worry about the animals, and keep it moving and grooving. I did mention that straw pickup will not be perfect, and it looks like it is missing quite a bit on the corners. And on that other large field, I've drove by it multiple times the last couple episodes since it's been harvested. And I mean, I say last couple episodes, it's this episode and last episode. But I drive by it quite a bit, and you can see a lot is missed on the corners. That's just from the AI worker missing it, not following the line correctly, or it is following the line correctly. And holy cow, I just accidentally did a lot of crop destruction right there. My bad. Oopsie. Here's how I'm going to take care of that problem. I'm just going to go ahead and drop this forage wagon right here for now. Go grab us a little trailer, empty it out, and start filling it up from that harvester. Well, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize they'd take all this food, but yeah, I guess I did sleep through the month. That explains why it's all going away. I was just really confused. I was like, holy cow, why are they taking so much food right now? But nope, that explains it. Sleeping through the night. They still eat through the night, right? Yeah, sometimes. Now, I do believe that will end up being almost full, so I probably should just go ahead and go dump it, but I'm not. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this forage wagon again and start following again. It doesn't look full. Maybe it's not very full at all. 2,300 liters. How much does this one hold? I think that might be the 4,000 liter one. There's one that holds 47, I believe. I should have grabbed that one. That way I could put 2 harvester fulls in there. Turns out I really messed up. I guess I forgot to lower that forage wagon again. The worker on the follow me mod will not do that or even activate these things. Oh wait, that might be the issue. It's not even activated. I gotta push a button to activate it? Wow, I did not realize I had to do that. Oh well, missed some there. That's fine. I can go back through, touched up. I see a little headland I missed, and then doing some up downs now. Harvester is not full, but I'm down here at the end of this little up downy thingy, whatever the heck you want to call it. And oh my gosh, is it not picking up still? What in the world's going on? Should have picked that up, maybe, possibly. Oh wait, no, never mind. I went down a different line. But I want to go ahead and empty it out now. Oh, it's completely full in the trailer, but that should leave us enough, possibly. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I'm hoping that this is enough room inside this thing. That way we can actually go ahead and finish off this harvest without having to dump out that trailer. Second mower all done, getting closer and closer to finishing up. Oh wow, what in the world? I guess it skips quite a bit in the middle there, in some middle sections. I don't know what the heck's going on there, but oh well. I don't know if y'all can tell, but here, let me go ahead and run up to it. What in the world is going on here? There's a little strip here that gets missed. There's a little strip here, and it's even weird that I'm saying strip because they head in this direction. I don't know how in the world that's getting missed, but it's just every now and then. That's kind of a weird one. I haven't seen that before. Oh well, though. Getting closer and closer, though, to finish up this grass field. Still got some to harvest over there. I haven't made much progress. I haven't stopped over there, come over here, and stuff like that, but it's all good. Finishing up the harvest here for the oats, and I just realized something. This whole time I'm worried all about having enough trailers or even having a trailer to begin with. Not enough trailers, but I actually didn't need the trailer because I don't need to drive that trailer into that little silo part right over there. I just need to drive this whole harvester over to the actual production to start just go ahead and making flour. So we'll do that right now. Let's go ahead and raise that head up, go ahead and turn that off, and I'll see y'all over there. This here is exactly what I'm talking about. I just had to dump something right inside that bin right there, and we are good to go. I don't know if I shut it off or not, but one of the productions in here was shut off, and I believe it was the oats one, possibly, because there wasn't very many oats. We're in the world of the production things right here. Yep, oat flour was shut off. Looks like the barley flour has now shut off. I'll go ahead and turn the barley flour off right now. Oh wait, no, hold on, I guess flour is full. Let's change that from storing to spawning. That way they can actually keep running. That's why they stopped. Well, I think the oat one stopped because it did run out earlier, but barley's still in there. So I did switch over harvesters previously. I had some nice looking international one, but it started to have some issues, and then this one doesn't fit in here as well, or not quite as well, but I believe this door actually pushes it over and closes all the way, so let's give that a try. Yep, it does. Hey, it fits. Gives me a little hard time getting it out though. Blocked worker up there and a finished worker. Those are going to end up just being these 2 forage wagons. One's done, one's blocked by the done one. 79,700 liters in this one that's done. Obviously quite a bit left on the field here. And that's really just those weird spots that got missed for some reason. I have no idea what happened there or why it started skipping. This other one that was following behind ended up with 57,373 liters. Looking pretty good that way, I think. Now, you know, I just realized I think I could probably figure out why it did skip. I did say I ended up doing a different course play with it. I was going to use the same mowing course play, but it's kind of weird how I did it in the same stripped area. Got all the grass into our production here, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly I need to do. I know I need to get that hay out of there first before I start utilizing the hay, or we'll be fine. Because I can go ahead and start making some hay and then making some TMR. What can I use? Nope, not TMR quite yet. We need to do silage. Oh, we can do straw silage. Straw silage is actually kind of cheaty. We do got a lot of extra straw. I do not want to do straw silage. and we will not cheat that way, I don't think. There may be some other ways in there. Call me out on anything that I'm doing wrong, especially if it's not timed dated error correctly. I did try to explain why I've used some of these modern equipment versus the correct dates. So this is exactly what I want to do with it. I want to turn on the TMR option here and start utilizing that straw. Now we have 165,000 liters in there. That will actually cut down on how much hay is used and how much silage is used, because previously I was doing 2,000. So hey, that's pretty nice, kind of mixing that straw in there. Next up on that grass field is liming and fertilizing. Now we have these two limers here. This one right here I don't like too much because it drops all the way down to the ground level and goes pretty slow. But I do really like it because I don't think it uses the same rate at which it comes out and wastes as much. I think it actually uses less. So we will go ahead and top that off right there, $64, and then hit up the field with it. I'm going to hire a worker. I got to get a new courseplay in because this one is 2 meters wider than the previous one I was using. And I'm just going to let it go around and around and around, not in any hurry. And then after that, we'll end up doing some fertilizing. Okay, I also just realized another issue. That front keeps bouncing up and down, up and down. I should probably get a weight on this thing. I guess I do have purchasing turned on. And hey, it's picking up actual full speed. Huh, that's weird. It wasn't doing it on the other fields. Kind of surprised on that part. Yeah, I should really get a front weight for this thing. Give me 1 second. Let me get a weight on it. And I'm going to turn off that whole buy and lime thing. Now, as far as weights actually go, I have this one right here. This is a towing point for the back of it, and I guess I got to have a 3-point hookup on it. We don't have no 3-point hookup on the front. Maybe that little towing piece will attach to the front, possibly. We'll give that a try. That is a no, but I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and turn it around. Maybe somehow magically it will attach with 3.0. I don't know. This is a game. Some weird stuff does happen out there. Oh, doesn't work that way either. I'll just go ahead and get that worker back up there, see if anything does get missed. Now that I have actual good use for that straw, I think I may go through picking up all this stuff that got missed on the corners here in this field and my other large field that I haven't done anything with yet, because every little bit's going to help quite a bit. Went through, got all the straw off the field here, 38,251 liters. Man, that is quite a bit of straw. Now, there was only like 100 and something thousand liters inside here, and I just don't feel like that's going to be enough to keep making TMR back to back to back, or keep making TMR that way. So that's why after I get done here, I'm going to jump over to our larger field and see what I can pick up on those rounded edges that got missed. Before I do that straw pickup, though, I want to go ahead and get these 4,000 liters of oats over to our flour production. Of course, keep making flour and more flour. Oh, hey, look, they're all stacked up. That doesn't seem right. I should probably do something with that. Go ahead and load these pallets up on here, and I do want to try something. Can I take this from palleted form into a different form, such as a fill point or something like that? I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right, and oh my gosh, we got a lag here. That's what I really hate about universal auto loading. I guess each one of these pallets only holds 300 liters. I had to check that because whenever I loaded these up right here, the number in the bottom right wasn't looking too good. It's 1,800 liters total, so that kind of threw me off a little bit there. What I want to try here is just go ahead and drive right over this, see if it will go into this little silo, and then I'd come over with some sort of top grabbing thing and go from there. And doesn't look like it is going in there. I don't think it is. Let's see here. No, it doesn't look like these bags are dropping in there. That's all good. We'll just go ahead and move these up out of the way, dump them off somewhere to the side. Need to get some sort of palleted storage thing. Don't got one yet. You know, we'll just dump it right here. Why not? Oh, that's the wrong way. Is there a way I could change the direction this unloads? Let's see here. Unload side left. Nope. Yep. We need to go right. Put it in shade at least, right? Okay, looks like we got some sort of finished worker out there, and I think the only worker I had going was the one doing the lime, and I'm really surprised because I never had to fill that up again. Oh, wait, something's in the way, I guess. Come on. I guess that's not going to work. Let me pull up a little bit more, just trying to get this unloaded. There we go. Finally got it to work. Now let's go ahead and check out that finished worker right there. Yeah. So this barely used any lime. Holy cow. We're down to 710 liters. I don't know if that's a cheaty part here or if it was just blowing through lime like crazy with that other one. Either one of them's messed up, and I don't think it's this one, to be honest with you. Oh, I guess I messed up. This is not the one for a fertilizer. Oopsie. That's the lime one. I guess I read one right there's one with fertilizer. And that also has me worrying, hey, is that one dumping out a lot faster than it should be? I don't know. I feel like it's coming out pretty good rate because we're not blowing through the whole entire thing. And we shouldn't be blowing through the whole entire thing on a grass field of that size. I think this flour might be coming out faster than I can actually keep up with, because as soon as I load it on this trailer, more and more comes out, and as soon as I record it and say something about it, more and more is not coming out. So maybe I did get caught up here. 3 trailerfuls. Nope. There it goes right there. Told you. It's just blowing through all that grain in there. Okay. Looks like it is pumped all the way out right now. And that does make sense with all the pallets now that I think about it a little more, because it's only 300 liters per pallet. Yeah, no wonder they're coming out so fast. I do not like that at all. And I swear one day I'll get over there to actually picking up that straw, but not today. I just realized something messed up with this course play, because every time this is finished, it's finished on the other side of the field. So I have no idea what's going on there. Oh well, let's just go ahead and get it off the field because I think it's all done. Wait a second, did I put it on the wrong course play? Possibly. Let me go ahead and check, do a little look through this little field thing here. Well, looking through this, I can't exactly find the one that says something about it is fertilized. I don't know. I'm not seeing that. That's kind of weird. Oh well, let's just go ahead and jump out. I guess I can see it all down here in the bottom. Looks like we got perfect and perfect in the bottom right there. Okay, hey, that's fine. Let's get it off the field. I was kind of worried because I did start playing around last episode with a little 12 meter working with one, and this one is 10 meters, so that's why I was kind of worried I might have put it on the wrong course play, but no, we're all good. I believe I am all done with this month here. We got our oat harvest done, grass harvest done, limed and fertilized, but I want to go through and pick up all this straw here because we're starting to utilize straw. And I don't think we got enough to utilize for what I want to utilize it for. Now, I could easily do this next month, but I think I'm going to be pretty busy next month trying to do other stuff, which is a lot of planting. We need to start preparing for those pigs. I'd love to get some pigs out here, and oh my gosh, I need to turn this on. Maybe I shouldn't do this. My bad. Okay, second time around here. Might be the charm. Hey, looky there, it's starting to fill up. Now, like I was saying, we need to start preparing for the pigs because I want to get some pigs on this farm. That's usually something I don't do, but we're going to be making pig food instead of doing the actual food, putting a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there. And speaking of animals, pigs, and food, I just realized I need to feed the dang horses some hay, because hay is for horses, right? I'm really just trying to get to it before all the hay disappears and goes into another production, because the hay is currently being used to make some TMR, and I'm afraid I'm about to lose it all. 4,000 liters here of hay, and this is actually going to be enough for quite a while. Those horses do not go through the food very fast at all. And while I'm up there, I'll go ahead and check on their whole cleanliness and all that stuff, see if I can figure out how to get that going up, because it wasn't giving me an option to brush them. I didn't think I could do anything with them being that small. I don't know, maybe I'm just not seeing it. Looks like I got the option to move animal, not seeing anything else, and I can open the animal dialogue because I'm close to the animal trigger. That's why that's all going on. Not seeing any options to actually do anything to the horses. Oh my gosh, why can't I see your ribs? I'm so glad they don't run out that open gate. Any of the animals, because I tell you what, I've chased down some cows that have ran out and open gate. Oh my gosh, they are not fun. Now looking in here a little bit more, we got our puberty going up, cleanliness going down. Okay, I guess we'll see what happens once they get a little bit older, whenever I can actually clean them and ride them. That actually took a lot more hay than I thought it would. Okay, the base food's the oats, good. Now we also got some hay in there, 485 liters. I will keep adding hay and hay to it until it's probably evened out halfway or so. And then I'll try to work on adding hay and oats to it to try to even that out a little better. But I believe we will be good on base food of oats until next year, next harvest time, because I did put all the oats into the production. So I don't think I'm going to get any more. Well, you know what? That other production, maybe it is making oats. Hold on. We got a big old greenhouse out there. Is it making oats? I do not see oats. I see the weird stuff, the hard stuff, kind of like potatoes, sunflower, sugar beets, soybeans, corn, cotton, grapes, cotton candy. Every time I see that cotton next to the grapes, I just think cotton candy for some reason. Now that all the animals are taken care of, I believe they're all taken care of, but now that they are all taken care of, I could finally do this in peace without worrying. Go ahead and finish this out this month, and then we'll move on to the next month and see what we got going then. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Did I just pick up grass and it reset to 3 liters? No. I better not reset. Oh, I see grass symbol down there. That could actually easily happen, and it did reset. Oh man, I hate that. Let's see if I even end up with any straw, or if I just keep accidentally picking up grass or something like that. Okay, finishing this out now. Almost 5,000 liters of straw there, so I'm starting to think maybe that wasn't really worth it. I believe I probably lost right around 1,000 liters, possibly, maybe even more than that. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and count it up as a loss. I'm not going to go ahead and cheat it back in or anything like that. It's really not cheating though, it's just a little mess up in the game. And the reason it does that is if you got a high capacity item and you run over different things, it will sometimes switch whenever it's on a lower number. All right, here's an issue I'm having, which is a whole lot of pallets. I need somewhere to store them besides the actual spawn points, and I just realized coming over here that these are getting pretty full too. So let's go ahead and get this pallet in bale storage. I like the old rustic look to it and everything, and how it's little wooden sides, so I really like that. We'll put it in over here. I'm going to still leave quite a bit of room open to put in other silos and stuff like that. Well, I say silos, but what I mean is storage bins, storage areas, so we can actually store stuff in here. Everything to the right over here, these 2 little bays, those are going to be pallets. We can even see now that there's an X there. But everything to the left here, these 2 bays are storage. Obviously, I probably shouldn't store right there, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fixed up, get a little road over here, and then actually look into getting a bigger trailer because I don't want to move 6 pallets at a time over here, especially not just from these 2 areas, but especially all the way from over here. Oh my gosh, this is pumping out so much. That's why I actually started looking into it, because of these pallets right here. They just keep spawning in and in and in, which I kind of like. That's gonna be more money one day, right? Currently doing some research. Like I said, I try to stay pretty authentic with this whole time date and everything. Apparently, drop deck trailers were invented back in the 1920s. May not look exactly like this one, but they were around. So I could go with this right here. Gooseneck is also an option. I think it said 1958 the detachable gooseneck was invented. So I'm a little iffy on running with a gooseneck because it also says goosenecks were invented back in the early 1900s as well. And the one thing I really want to do is a curtain side trailer, but those weren't invented until 1969 apparently. So we're going to try out this 53-foot drop deck trailer right here for our new trailer. And we got a semi to run this. Awesome. I was not paying attention to how much this would possibly cost. $55,500. Holy cow. Maybe I should go with something cheaper because we only got $49,000. There we go. I like this trailer right here. It is a little unreal with the date and everything. It says 2020, but obviously we've had trailers like this back in the 1950s. Just ignore the little hookups here. Some of those hookups don't look normal for the 1950s. But all I want is the trailer bed. That's it. That's all I'm after, okay? I don't care about 2020 or anything like that. Just a trailer bed. Now, this one I really do like. I've used it before. It does not utilize the universal auto load. That's why I was mentioning the curtain side one, because there is one like this as well that does not utilize universal auto load, but it's curtain side, semi-trailer, a lot bigger, really awesome. $9,000 though, we'll go ahead and buy this, and we should be able to load up quite a bit of pallets. It does say here Euro pallets, 24. I am really looking forward to that because I believe all these are Euro pallets. Now, the only reason I was trying to go with something different than a bumper pool type situation is because I didn't want to end up having to use my pickup truck. I was wanting to end up trying to use the semi. And we may get into that eventually once we can actually afford that 53-foot step deck thingy-majig trailer. Gosh dang, that thing was $55,000. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end up using that pickup truck because I'm not gonna do it at 15 miles an hour over and over again that distance. Now, we do got a lot more pallets on here this time around, so that's pretty nice. But just a really slow speed, so let's find that pickup truck. Wherever the heck it's at. Oh, it's over here. Brought this stuff over here for a little photo op a couple of episodes ago. You may be able to see in the thumbnail, I think a couple episodes, maybe last episode actually. Now, I want to check something before I start running all these into storage. Are they at best sell price or not? If they are, might as well run them to the shop and sell. Looks like barley's all done. Man, that thing pumps through it fast. Looking in here at these values, I'm not seeing anything up there. And let's see here, when does this stuff come up? We got flowers, mushrooms. Looks like we got June and October. We're in July right now. You can see that little bright green July right there for next month. So October, we'll keep an eye out for those mushrooms. They're already a pretty good value. I could probably just turn them over to automatic selling and make a real good money, but I don't want to do that. We do have soybeans up there, but for some reason, they're not showing a good price. I don't know what's going on there. We need to get some sort of sell everything in here as well, close to the farm somewhere. Those might give us some other price options, maybe some more realistic prices or accurate prices, because something's going on here. This soybean price should be way up there. Well, I say way up there. It actually says it should be $3,000. It's only showing 26 with no special colors to it. So for right now, I just got to bring all these pallets over here, get them all dumped off into this little storage area over here. I really do not care for this one too much because of the fact I got to pull in here, back out, or back in and pull out, one of the two. I would prefer to just drive right by and keep on driving. Obviously, that's faster. But I do like this for the look it has and everything like that. You know, I feel like this is not the normal pallets of flour. Do I got like a mod on or something? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. Doesn't look right. I really don't do much with flour ever, really. And you know, I think I did mention something about making a cake or baking a cake. Maybe I should be saving this stuff. I was doing a quick look around at the animals because that's all I got left to do is take care of the animals and then I guess sleep through the month. Maybe fast forward through the month because these chickens blow through their food really fast. I may have to top them off one more time. But while I was looking at that, I realized I forgot to put in an automatic watering system over here. So let's go ahead and get that in so I ain't got to keep coming over here and filling it up with water. We'll go into silos. Nope, silo extensions. I'll get this down one day, even though I've been putting in a lot of these. And we'll just go ahead and slap it on the backside here. Is that lined up correctly? No, it's not. A little crooked. Is it cricket or crooked? I don't know. Cricket? Sounds like I'm saying cricket. Cricket or crooked? I don't know. Guess it depends on your little accent you might have. $5,000? Well, $5,025 for that. That's all nice. I hope these cows don't end up destroying that. Also, I hope these cows don't end up running away because they got no fence. 1 million liters in the bottom right. Heck yeah, looking good. Well, 1,005,000 liters. There's only 5,000 liters left in there, which means it was actually really close to running out because of the large capacity and how fast they actually go through the water. Went ahead and fast forward the time there. It's almost 6 p.m., 1750 right now exactly. So we'll go ahead and top off these sheep. Don't know if they need it, but I'm here anyways. And then after this, we'll go check out our chickens. You know what? Let's look at our chickens real quick right here. Yeah, food's dropping kinda. Not too bad. They use 2,039 liters per month. It says daily, but per month. And this doesn't even hold that much. So that's why I got to hit it up twice at least. Everything else is looking pretty good. This one right here is dropping, and dropping kind of fast, kind of. But we should have enough to last till next month. And then once next month comes around, I'll end up hiring those workers back out here to automatically fill that thing up. Okay, a little dark out here. It's getting later in the year, so it's starting to get a little dark a little earlier on. Hey, we got some sold animals there in the top right. Heck yeah, I wonder how much that came out to. It showed me two little different numbers there. Don't know if that was all of it. Yes, it was $387. Where in the world was that from? Chickens, maybe? Possibly. Check on the animals real quick. Looks like the cow pen is doing good. The one I said should be fine. It is fine. Wow, their yearly food is up to 820,000 liters already. Holy cow. I don't even know if we got that much TMR. Looking into our time-saving stock check mod here. TMR, 1.1 million liters. Okay, I stand corrected. Hey, we're good. I'll take it. And a few items that I could probably go ahead and sell off, looking for, and I'm not really seeing anything. Gosh dang it, I was hoping I could sell some stuff off. But I do know we got to get some food out here to these little baby cows. And I'm going to go ahead and set that up automatically, let it run until the sun comes up, and then we'll reevaluate, see if there's anything else to do. I do see some rain on the forecast, though, and that might be a little bit of an issue. It was the chickens that gave birth. That is where I got the money from. I can see right here, months since last birth, 0. And they did almost eat all their food. I really need to edit this pin over here, even though y'all probably can't even see it. All right, I believe I got this course set up correctly. We're going to fill from the food field, deliver to the cow feed too, and it's going to be TMR. Hopefully I got nothing blocking this route. This is one of two. The other trailer I have is sitting inside the horse pen because I'm trying to get hay over there. I got to empty that hay out and then start this up too. I could buy another trailer, but I'm trying to save some money. Kinda. Got the second tractor set up now and going. It looks like that first one did work out because it already came back around. Hey, I'm liking that. Awesome. Now I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do for this month as far as other work. Looking into the crop calendar here, looks like I think canola is the only thing we can really get into right now that I need. And I definitely want a lot of canola. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 fields. I really don't think I'm going to do 2 fields. Let's do our biggest field with canola. What is our biggest field, though? I believe it's this one all the way over here now. That is pretty big and pretty far away. We'll go ahead and start getting our planters over there. I'm kind of excited to use this one, too, because it doesn't have any weeds growing in it. So I like that. We do have 4 planters here, and 2 of our tractors are currently busy, leaving us with 3 tractors available. I think I'm going to go ahead and set up a course play 4-4. And also I need to remember to go through and touch up what actually gets missed, because I realized it really does get missed. I feel like their up-down direction is wrong. I feel like that's the short distance, and that is not what I want to happen on this field. I wanted it to go the other direction. So let me make some adjustments here and see if I can get that up-down going the other direction because of these trees over here. There's trees over here. I had so much trouble turning around previously when mowing the grass that was here before these fields. I don't want to have that issue with the actual field work. Okay, switched over to 1 headland and it still did that. That really does seem like the short distance. So I can actually come in here and do directions of the rows manually. I believe 0 degrees is the correct direction I want to do. And yes, it is. There we go. We got the up-downs going that way now. This is off and going now, and I think it was actually going a little too fast. It kept skipping stuff, even though I just slowed it down now. It still skipped a part 2. Oh wow, it's skipping there as well. What in the world is going on? Why is it skipping so much? I thought it had something to do with the speed, but apparently it does not have anything to do with the speed, so I might as well speed it back up, right? And I'll go through and touch everything that I missed. It appears that little skipping issue might just be on that first headland. I don't know. I'm not seeing it here with this one. I'm also not seeing it with the one in front of me in this lane to the right. Actually, I see a little skip right up there. Oh well. Not as bad, though. I got 3 tractors out there currently. I'm going to go ahead and take this one off this route feeding the cows. Just let one of them run the food to the cows. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this one out there planting. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time. Well, I mean, 5 times speed, that is pretty fast. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, because not only do I got to plant it, I got to fertilize it, I got to roll the seeds down, I also got to touch up the planting, might even have to touch up the rolling. I've been having some issues with my rollers. I might look into getting a new roller. That cow pen that those workers were feeding is up to 68,000 liters right now. There's still one worker over there, so they'll be fine taking care of that. I might even take over for that worker to give me something to do. Or I should probably just buy another seeder planter thingy and just go ahead and touch up those little spots I got missed. That ain't a bad idea. All 4 tractors are out here going, quite a bit getting missed here and there, but that first tractor that gets done, I will utilize to go ahead and touch everything up that gets missed. And we still need to roll. That's what it's saying down there. Need to roll and also add some fertilizer. And it's probably going to use a whole lot of fertilizer. Might end up turning on the buying fertilizer option. I say that, but gosh, that would cost so much. I will end up putting in some sort of multi-fruit buying station over here or some sort of buying station. And that way it's just a lot easier to fill up. Might put one over here on this corner, possibly. Here's the roller I'm using currently. And I think I might switch over to this one. It is smaller. Maybe it will do better. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Also, there's this option here that's 12 meters wide, and it's an invisible roller. Probably a little cheaty. Actually, it's very cheaty, I guess. So I will not be using that one. We'll try out this Cambridge roller. Maybe it will do the job a little bit better. And we can actually see in the map previously on these other fields that did not get rolled that good. Switched over here and we can see this grass field over here did not get rolled very good, which is kind of a bummer because that's a permanent plant right there. And then our previous plant over here with the barley did not get rolled very good either. Quite a bit got missed. I do not like that, so we will be trying something different. Also, I just realized this part that says needs rolling, that's actually a great screen that can show me what got missed as far as planting. I tried to check it a different way previously and it did not work out too well. I think I tried to check it through this growth thing possibly. Or it might have been the crop one. It's showing me little bubbles now. What the heck? It wasn't showing me that on this field over here. Well, it's showing me now. I don't know what's going on. While all those workers are out there going, oh, it needs to be refilled. Oh, no. I guess I can take care of that. I was about to say, I'm going to go through and grab these pallets, not run these pallets over. I'm going to go through and grab these pallets and get them put into the pallet storage. But we got some other issue to take care of, and we'll go take care of that here in just a second. Looks like you made it pretty far. I like that. Let's go ahead and find a little spot to put in one of these silos. Let's see here. It's under silos, right? It might be under containers. There it is right there. Multi-fruit buying station. Could just pop that in right there on the corner. Don't know if I really don't like it being that close to the field. Okay, this works. Yeah, I like this. Like it even better being over here away from the field even more. There we go. That will do the job. I'll go ahead and fix that up with a little paint. Hey, whoa. I was about to put down some asphalt. Easy fix though, especially since I don't pay anything here for this stuff. I guess it is asphalt there. Was asphalt around in the 1950s? I'm just kidding. Wow, this is ridiculous. Seeing all these spots that got missed make me think maybe I should have just planted this myself. I don't like watching that money just constantly drop, and it's been dropping quite a bit over this month with all those workers out there. Let's go ahead and get some sort of buy station in. That way we can go ahead and start selling off some of these products over here, like the flowers or the mushrooms. Did I say buy station? Is it buy station or sell station? I'm not 100% sure. I guess it's sell station. Hey, there's even a no man's land one. Hey, pretty cool. Actually, there's quite a bit of no man's lands ones. Different products, I guess. Yeah, those are all different products. Don't want that, though. I want to sell everything right here. This is awesome. Oh, man, I don't own this land. We'll put it somewhere where I do own the land. Right over here. I like this spot. Possibly. Yeah, I like it good enough. Not best sell time for either one of these products, but we got 10,000 liters of flowers, 12,000 liters of mushrooms. Let's go ahead and get it sold off. I think it's going to be a pretty good amount of money anyways, even if it's outside of best sell price. I mean, it's going to be better than nothing. Let's put it that way. Also, it's pretty nice because all we got to do is put water in there, and the water is free. Oh my gosh, it says flowers is not accepted here. What? Oh, I did not see that coming. That's kind of a bummer. But ended up getting $6,785 plus a 229 environmental score, plus a 797 plus a 26 environmental score reward. So that's telling me the rest of these are flowers, even though those pallets look different. Those aren't flowers. Flowers are accepted here. Mushrooms aren't accepted here. The flowers on top did not sell off. That's very interesting as well. I guess all these cells I'll probably just go ahead and take up to the farm shop. Now that I put that little shop thing in there, I guess I can check this time-saving stock check mod here and see if anything is on best prices right now. No, looks like nothing. Nothing really changed. Mushrooms changed. It's got an actual color to it now, but that's still at the farm shop. I did just remember there's one easy way for me to bypass these pallets flipping over and all that stuff. I need to actually unload them to the left or the right of the trailer, and that will cut down on that issue. But $20,212 harvest income plus a 682 environmental score reward. Heck yeah, we are making some money there. I feel like we're going to make some pretty good money from these items here because we're at $58,000. So let's go get more of them. Now that was all of them from the actual greenhouse, but there are some in storage right now. Finished worker up there in the top left, that's got to be the one that was seeding down the seeds or whatever over there on that field. Now I need to hurry up and jump over there and go ahead and take over and do the little touch up, but I really want to make some more money. Mushrooms, and then we got, what else we got? We got flour. Heck yeah, I don't even think all that's going to fit on this trailer. Might be another trip coming my way here. Ooh, got it all to fit. Heck yeah, 2 finished workers up there. 11,000 liters of mushrooms, 11,000 liters of flowers. Let's get all this sold off. Oh man, I was really hoping nothing would bounce off the side there, because once it lands on its side, it doesn't sell off. But 27,796 on the harvest income, plus a 938 on the environmental. Yes, we do have enough money to buy some more land, and I keep seeing that issue there where it says, I don't own this land, I don't own this land. But I'm not too worried about buying more land right now. I still see little bits and pieces of our actual land we can use. Going through touching this up now, got 3 workers done over here. 4th one should be finishing up with this little down they're doing. But I'm actually missing spots. I guess it did have quite a bit to do with the speed. Maybe I'll just slow it down next time around to its actual speed. I have the real speed mod where I do end up speeding up quite a bit of the field work. There's another way I could possibly do this myself, and that is just go ahead and use the follow me mod with an offset and just have them kind of following off to the side right behind me, and we'll knock out this whole field together. Maybe one day I'll end up getting like 30 of these tractors on field at once and just knock out one down, done. That'd be pretty funny, but that would take a while to set everything up. Oh no, the rain is actually starting to come in now. Can I keep doing this? I sure hope I can. And I just missed a piece, of course. I was going a little bit too fast. This is going to take a long time to do. Hopefully I got enough time to finish it up. Well, this ain't going too good. I think I got some sort of mod that creates the field into mud, and the tires are starting to sink down in there pretty good. Having a little hard time taking off there, but once I get going, I'm going. So we're good there. And this is not destroying any of the field as far as the seeds and anything in there. At least I don't think it is. I hope it's not. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and refill all 4 of these. And then I'm going to set up the follow me mod like I mentioned before and go through and have little offsets on them. And those offsets should help me get through it a little bit faster, because basically I'm not working with a 2 or 3 meter wide width right here. I'll be working with the 2 or 3 meters times 4. I don't know how wide this thing is. Actually, you know what? I think it tells right here. Hold on one second. It's 2 meters. Cool. So 2 times 4, 8. I'll be working with an 8 meter wide planter. Now we'll have to, of course, pay all those workers, but 8 meters wide, that's pretty nice, right? Also, I may end up having it overlap a little, so I might not be doing the full 8 meters. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do that. In the top left there, those are the controls. We got a side offset. It's at a 0.0. I need to actually go to the left or the right of this. We'll do right control A. We'll go 1 meter to the left or 2 meters, and that way we can get our full work out of it. Now there's a 25 meter distance on the follow. I do not want that. I want it to be pretty close. We'll go 5. We can also do 0, and they should run side by side, but I got a feeling that will cause quite a bit of an issue. Now, next offset here, we're going to go ahead and move over to the right of the tractor. We'll just go 2 meters over to the right, bring it in closer to 5 meters, and then there's going to be 1 more, and I'll just go off of either 1 on the right or 1 on the left, and we'll be good to go. And all these little white spots right here are missed spots. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use the follow me mod. I did set this up at the end of last episode, but coming back in, it doesn't actually save. So I'm going to have to redo it real quick. I'm going to use that one in the front left there to follow. All these are going to be on offset to the right with a 2 meter offset, because these are 2 meter working widths. So essentially we should end up having a working width of 8 meters here. 2 times 4 is 8, right? At least I think it is. Now I do want to go ahead and change the distance. That way they're not really far away from each other. So we'll do a 10 meter, 5 meter sounds pretty good too. Waiting due to detected near collision. Okay, that's all good, and I'll just keep setting that up. Oh wait, I didn't do an offset, my bad. Let's see here, offset, we got to go to the right 2 meters. I believe that is a 2 meter option right there. Now I'll just do that over and over again with these until it's all done, and then we're going to try to plant it with some canola. Oh, another thing is, did I lower that? No, I did not. It will not plant unless I have it lowered. So I don't think I can lower it right now. I cannot. I got to take that worker off, and then I got to lower it, and then I got to put the follow me mod on. There is no activation key or anything like that. So now it is good to go. 2 meters off to the right, 5 meter following distance, perfect. Repeat each step there with each one of these, and I'll be moving here in just a second. For the moment of truth, I do have workers in each one of those, and I am not going to run the real speed mod. Obviously, I'm going to end up missing that little bit of white part right there. At least I don't think I'm going to run the real speed mod because of the issues I had previously with the whole missing spots. So we're just going to take it nice and slow like this. As I touch this spot right here, the ones behind me should be touching other spots at the same time. And man, I did not lower mine. I lowered all theirs, but not mine. And this is not working as it's lowered. It's proven to be a little bit of an issue. This rain is going to cause an issue too. Looks like we are sunk down in that mud pretty bad. Maybe I will run the real speed mod. Nah, it's actually working out pretty good as it gets going. I need that rain to stop. I really, really do need it to stop. Let's see if this works now. And they should have actually touched up some other spots back there. It looks like they did. That is working pretty good. So I see the offsets all going there, working good. May end up just having to go ahead and plant this stuff myself moving forward, or just don't run the real speed mod and see if it does a better job. Now, I do not expect these ones behind me to get every spot off to the right here. I don't expect it to be perfect, but I expect it to be a little bit faster than just me doing it myself. Even if I had the real speed mod on, I was missing spots. So I think this is going to work out pretty good. And oh my gosh, what happened there? It stopped following? Guess it got too far behind. That's not good. Maybe this won't work that good. I actually figured out what was wrong. The tractor got stuck. It just got stuck, straight up stuck. I couldn't move it. So I fast forward time a little bit more. The sun's starting to come up. This field is actually starting to dry out a little bit better. And the tractor's actually moving now. I'm sure this is still going to cause a little bit of an issue over time. It will eventually dry up better and work better here in a little bit, I think. The main idea behind this was for parts like this, where I'm getting this row right here that's obviously got skipped. The row to my right's going to get touched up. Now the third row to my right actually has nothing there, but the fourth row to my right has some issues there. So that's the idea behind this whole follow me mod and why I want to do it. That way, obviously, it should be able to speed this up some. And I'm telling you, I think I just need to go ahead and plant it myself next time. But time is a huge issue, especially since I have a rule where I'm keeping it at 5 times speed. I got to do more to this field besides just plant it. We got a lot more work to do. I'll be honest with you, this is actually working out a lot better than I thought it would. I did not see it going this smoothly. This is pretty cool. And I can see the lines where I did go over once again. So that's pretty nice being able to see the difference there. Also, there's the concern of wasting these seeds going in the ground twice, but it's not going to happen on here because there is precision farming. They will not plant where it does not need to be planted. So the only spots that need to be planted is these spots with white on them. I am noticing some spots are still getting missed. Even the spot I drove over at the 6 mile an hour speed got missed. It just jumped right over it somehow. That is all fine. I'll go back through, touch that stuff up myself. Not much, because all this over here in this direction is done. I've already passed over it, but there's a few white spots out there I got to touch up. And then I got all this over here to finish up. So still a little bit to do. It's actually going a lot faster and smoother than I thought it would, though. This should be my last pass I need to do, because I can see 1 row to my right, 2 rows to my right, and then the final row to my right. And all this should be wrapping up as long as those workers continue to follow me there. Oh no, we'll see what happens there. They're getting pretty far behind. I do keep having to stop every now and then and let them catch up. That way the worker does not go away. Let me keep moving forward though, so they can finish out this piece here. Then I will take those workers off, and I'll go through and touch up what I got left, but I will turn on that real speed mod so I can get across the field a little bit faster. All done with the planting. Now next up is going to be rolling. It says down there in the bottom right, needs rolling. Also, we got a nitrogen level of bad. I think I might be able to do that at the same time, but I got something I need to figure out here. Our roller in the past has not been the best. Maybe it's because I had the real speed mod on. Maybe they were just going too fast, something along those lines. I either need to slow our roller down or get some new rollers. Now, the roller we currently have is the biggest one out there. That's mainly why I'm using it, because, hey, it's the biggest one out there. But I am not against getting a smaller roller if it's going to work better, so let's give that a try. Let's just go ahead and get rid of the rollers we have right now and then go to a smaller one. Setting all these up on a follow me mod right now just so they can drive right off the field. No more offsets. They'll follow me directly behind, and then we'll get over to our little storage area, get us some new rollers. Probably could go ahead and start storing these planters somewhere else, which is not a bad idea because previously they were just kind of sitting outside under a cover. Plus that's less driving I have to do, so that's why I'm going to just come over here and store them over here for now. And then I'll use the shop deliveries mod to get me those new rollers. I am a little concerned about something. I just took over for this worker, last one here, bring it over, and realized it was actually down. But with it being down, that means it's going to plant. Did I just ruin some fields? I didn't drive through any fields, but it did end up doing a loop through here. Hey, it's not a direct drill, so it didn't replant that. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. I was just way too worried. But also, we have plenty of more space right there to add a couple more seeders if I want to keep them in line like that. May have to add a few more in there. But for right now, let's find us a nice roller and go from there. Here's the current roller I'm running with, 2.5 meters. I guess there's one that's 4 meters wide. Why am I not using that? I do not know. We probably should get that. but it is the same brand. So I'm just like, wait a second, is it going to do the same? Is it not going to work? Okay, I guess I didn't go with this because it's a 60 horsepower requirement. In order for me to run 60 horsepower would have been the large bulldozer tractor we have. This is what I want to try though. I want to try this Cambridge roller. Don't think we can like daisy chain any of these together, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase 4 of them. They're 3 meters wide, which is actually bigger than what I'm currently using. Okay, so this is going to be an upgrade a little bit, I think. So 2.5, yeah, over to 3 meters wide. I don't know why I didn't go with this to begin with. I think I just don't like using these very much because they pivot and everything, and they just didn't always line up perfectly. But let's buy 4. They're only $700 a piece. That is looking really good. I like that a lot. Hopefully that shop deliveries mod I put in has enough room for all 4 of them. I do know I put it pretty close to the shed. Come on, please work, please work. What's it looking like over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, looking good. Oh man, I did spawn them in backwards though. So we got to come around to the other side and grab them. First thing I want to do is make sure this actually works, and it looks like it is changing the state back there. And looks like it does have a little overlap to the side too from where it's actually working with because it should stop over here, but it looks like it's going over another row or so. And come on, says needs rolling. Nope, no more. It does not say that anymore. Now there are going to be some stones in the ground. For the most part, they usually come out of the ground, but I guess not. I do not have any technology to pick up these stones, unfortunately, for 1950s. I could probably find some sort of mod out there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Also, I could just easily disable the stones as well, but we'll leave them, just a little extra damage to our equipment. Let me get a course hole set up here with 4 of them and get them going. It's actually kind of weird because it's saying down there it's a 1.9 working with. And I click here and it's kind of coming out to like a 1.9 working with as well. I don't know what's going on here. Well, there was red lines earlier, but it's not showing it now. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna have 4 of them out there going. Let's just get it going. Looks like with all 4 of them running, it's gonna take 23 minutes. Let me get the other ones out here so this time can start dropping a little bit faster. Or I don't know, maybe that's just this one's gonna be done in 23? Oh, okay, yeah, this one will be done in 23, the next one will be done in 23, so on and so on. Do need to get it out here. I did take the real speed mod off, that way we don't mess anything up with the speed issues. All the tractors with the rollers are off and going now. It's looking pretty nice down there except for that nitrogen. We do have another tractor out there. Let's go ahead and grab it. Hook up for some nitrogen spreading, which is fertilizer, and don't get ran over by this. There's one thing I did notice with these tractors going around. It is very hard for them to back up with this type of roller, which is understandable. It's hard for me to back up with it. I can't back up with it, so I'm kind of concerned of how I'm going to store these. They're probably just going to stay outside on the ground because I got to have some little pull-through area. Oh, hey, I noticed something while editing, and y'all probably called me out by now by the time this episode actually comes out. I got the wrong cows in here. I couldn't help but laugh, cry a little. I got all males, so that is a little bit of an issue. I guess I'm making a profit selling them back because they're now worth $20 more on the total sell back versus whenever I bought them. But we got to get rid of them. Let's go ahead and sell them all off, and then we'll go ahead and buy another 100 cows. But let's get females this time around, okay? I definitely need the females for the milk. I don't think I want milk from male cows. Hopefully one of y'all caught that and called me out. I do know I had early access to some of these videos, and some people have watched it already and has not called me out. But once it goes out to the full public, I'm sure somebody is going to catch that. I was just completely blown away how I messed that up. But we're going to come over here, brown Swiss, calf. You know what? Can we go a little bit older? I don't really want the calves. Holy cow, it's $118,000. No, we cannot go a little bit older. Okay, we are not turning a profit here, though, because sold all that for $12,000 something dollars. I thought I was making a profit. Oh, wait, no, they're $200. I thought they were $100 a piece. Nope, that's going to be the males are $100 a piece. That's why. So I did make a profit back on the males. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and buy 100 of these. $25,000. And there we go. Blocked by an object. You gotta be kidding me. Only expect it whenever you got so many workers out there on the field at once. I have no idea how much fertilizer it's going to take up on this field. I got a feeling it is going to take up a whole lot. Let's go ahead and get this topped off here. See how much we got all together. It was like 400 something. Yeah, 400 liters exactly. So $455 for that, 400 liters of fertilizer. And like I said, I think we're going to go through a whole lot here. A lot more than the grass field for sure, because once you get into actual grain crops and stuff like that, they start requiring more fertilizer. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do it myself, because all I'm doing is waiting on some blocked object to happen, and I got a feeling I'm going to have to stop and refill this multiple times, so might as well do it myself, right? Of course, I'm going to use some old school 1952 GPS. You can see down there in the bottom right above the speedometer. I'm going to utilize that. Now, of course, 1952 GPS is probably a brick on the pedal and a little rope tied to the steering wheel to try to keep it steady. And yes, this is going down fast, so it's going to take me a while. I did 3 up down, so down, back, down, and then a little ways down again. That's as far as I made it. So probably going to have to refill about 2, 3, well, not 2, 3, 4 times possibly. That's what it's kind of looking like. That's all good. Like I said, I'm doing it myself, waiting on those rollers to get done. It's taken a while, and I believe that is the only field we actually have to get planted this month, which is very nice because I don't think I can get all these fields planted in 1 month with the amount of equipment I have right now. If I did have to plant them all in 1 month, I think we're going to have a pretty good overlap of months, different months, stuff like that, where I don't have to rush and plant a bunch of these fields in the same month. Hopefully, knock on wood. I still haven't looked at it very good. One other thing I do need to check is make sure this rolling's actually working. Over here on the needs rolling, we can see the blues disappearing. So that is perfect. Previously, this is what we were working with. A bunch of messed up spots here and there. Was not working correctly. It could have been the real speed mod, possibly, or it could have been the roller. Maybe a combination of both. Either way, I know this new roller and not going so fast is actually helping out a lot. You know, I'm not even sure if I should actually even be rolling. What is it, like a 0.5% or 1% boost? I'm not sure on that with precision farming. If anybody knows what the actual boost is on precision farming here on FS22 with rolling, please let me know in the comments. I might just stop rolling altogether. Well, actually, I guess I could look right here. Currently, the expected yield is 92%. Yield potential 125. But if I step over to where it got rolled, looks like it doesn't move at all. Hold on, come on, let's get it changing where it says it's been rolled. It has been rolled right here, right? I mean, it's got the rolled texture on it. Let me check a different area. So right here, still 92%. Then we'll step over here where it's rolled and it's showing 93%. So 1% difference. That might not be worth it at all for the amount of work being put into it. I don't know. Especially how much I'm paying in wages here, which is really, really high, especially for 1952. There is one other thing I do got to remember besides just the rolling giving that 1% boost. It also pushes down some of the rocks. Yes, there's a lot of rocks left here on the ground, but a lot of the small ones are getting pushed down in there. At least they were in the past. I don't know. This is quite a bit of rocks left on the field compared to previously. Maybe that roller doesn't push it down that good. I don't know, but I do know I think I'm done rolling. I'll let it finish out this field since it's already going, and then I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell off all the rollers we have and go from there. Maybe if I get another big grass field in, I'll do the rolling because that's more of a permanent field, but until then, I'm not rolling any of these grain crop fields anymore. Huge waste of time. Another thing I really don't like about these rollers is they permanently stay down. So if I was to go ahead and drive across this field, across the road here, it would go ahead and change the texture to a rolled state. All good, and I don't know what it's going to do to the grass field, so I was trying really hard to make sure I missed the grass field, and I did end up buying them and spawning them in so close to the grass field. But oh my gosh, the paint condition on this is horrible. Wow, this thing got destroyed real fast. We're going to repair, repaint, and then we're going to go ahead and get it sold off. Each one that finishes up, I'll do the same thing over and over again. Then I'll get a little line of tractors together, start heading them back to where they go. While doing these up downs, trying to put a little plan together or making sure my plan is working. Looks like we got a lot of planting to do in springtime. Next month, we will go ahead and put in a field or 2 of barley because we need quite a bit of barley. Last time around, the barley did go on our previous large field all the way over there. May just go ahead and do that again with some barley, call it good. There was a lot of extra that allowed me to make some more flour. Now I do need to look into other directions with that flour, such as making a cake. I haven't actually never made a cake here on FS22 or any of these farm sim games. So I think that'd be a pretty good way to finish out my time on FS22 because this is my last series on FS22. I'm not sure how I missed this, but we actually have some lambs now. We have some baby lambs and young rams right there. That is awesome. So they gave birth recently, I guess. Yeah, right there. This month. So month since last birth, 0. That would be this month right here. That is absolutely amazing. Now the young rams, completely useless. Yeah, just like probably any male in real life, right? No, but let's go ahead and I guess sell them off. I can't do it from the screen. I'll have to remember to do it later. There is a very, very good chance I will probably forget to sell them off later and end up keeping them for a long time. All the tractors are done with their work except for the work I'm doing here. This might finish this little section off. You can see the color difference in the ground. I just got to go from here all the way to the right. I don't know. I think it's going to be very close. I think I'm going to come up short, actually. I'm probably going to have to go ahead and fill up another container here full. I really should just edit the capacity on this thing because it is just ridiculous how often I got to refill some of these implements, which makes sense and goes with the real time anyways of 1950s. I guess I just don't like how long it's taken, but it's fun. I have a lot of fun with it. I really do. I hope you all are having a lot of fun watching this series, and don't forget to smash that like button if you are. Yeah, I guess I did finish off the field. There's a little strip here on the side that maybe got missed, possibly. I don't know. Let me turn it on. Like I said, it's not going to come out unless it needs to come out, and yes, it does. Oh my gosh, just a little strip right there on the edge. Is it that important? Gosh, I don't know, possibly, because this does make a huge difference whenever you fertilize. We are up to 123% expected yield, and over here on the side where it's not fertilized very good, well, it looks like it went up a little bit. It goes down to 106%. So that is a huge difference. Yeah, let me go top it off, come back, hit this little tiny strip that's probably like a meter or half a meter wide. I'm also trying to figure out what else I need to plant besides barley next month. Now that big field, I want to do barley because I want to have food for the chickens. But according to this right here, which I was going to do probably potatoes, or wait, can I do sorghum? I guess I can do sorghum. Yeah, I think I mentioned I was going to do sorghum. Doing sorghum also requires wheat. So we're going to have to get a wheat field out there. We already got a big canola field, and then we'll also have to do a large sorghum field because they take a lot more sorghum than anything right there. So hold on, I don't know if I got enough fields or if I got this set up right. Maybe I'm gonna have to change my plans over from sorghum pig food over to potato pig food possibly. There we go, all done now. All these tractors in a perfect row here. Let's get them back over to our farm, get them put away. I think call it a month here. Do got to look at planting some sorghum and some wheat. So next month we got a couple of fields we need to plant. Because what was it? Hold on, I could do that little cruise control real quick and look at this at the same time. I believe next month we will need to plant wheat for the production and barley for the chickens. That's the idea there. And we're here in the month of August. I believe we're all done with this month. Got this row of tractors here that just came off a big old field down that way. Let's go ahead and get to sleep. I guess, I hope. I really hope I am not missing anything. You know what, before I go to sleep, let's go ahead and check the animals real quick, because I got a feeling those are going to be the things I miss if I do miss anything. We got our new female calves in there this time around. Chickens we should probably top off too before going to bed. That's looking halfway down. Probably will go through it all the way. Oh, hey, there we go, grass. We gotta get some grass in there. And then our other cows as well, the female limousines here, they might not be giving me milk at all. I don't know if I like that. Actually, I don't like it at all because I really want the milk out of it. But we're not 100% sure. I say we're not 100% sure because I've been told maybe this mod I got, the Enhanced Animals mod, will produce milk from them. I guess time will tell on that one. So let's go ahead and top off our animals real quick and then get to bed. I'll see y'all in a second. Just working on feeding these animals here, and it got me thinking, I am so excited to go into a different series like in the future because I'm going to be so happy with that bigger capacity, faster tractors, all that stuff. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun here. This is definitely fun, but I really am looking forward to some futuristic stuff, or present time stuff, let's put it that way. Man, wow, 39 liters left here, okay. I actually did not think it was going to take that much food. I guess those cows were really low on their TMR. I'll go ahead and drop this TMR off at the other cow pen over here, and then take care of the chickens, and all done. I was going to go ahead and top off the horses with some more hay, but they go wait. Now in the month of September here, it is very dark, but we need every little bit of time we can possibly get here because we got to plant a couple things this month compared to planting that one thing last month. Now we're going to need some barley and we're going to need some wheat because I'm trying to make this sorghum pig food right here. That's going to require some wheat right there, and the barley's going to go over to the chickens, and those two items are able to plant right now. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. Now the barley is going to go in our largest field. I'll do that. The wheat, I'll go ahead and put into a different field. Wait, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay, wheat and barley, let's not put in our largest field. I'm going to try a different field this time around. Well, I say largest field. I'm talking about this one over here on the left. I'm going to go with some barley right here and then some wheat down here. It kind of looks like this one's a little bit bigger, possibly. I want the little bit bigger field to work out with the food. Possibly, I don't know. Gosh, man, it's kind of hard to tell because this one looks skinnier than this one down here. Oh, well, we're going to go wheat and barley over here. Let's get it started. First thing up, getting those seeds in the ground. There's some rain on the forecast, and that definitely proved to be a huge problem last time around with the rain. it really sunk our tractors down in that field. So hopefully it's not going to rain too long. And when in the world is that rain going to come in? Let's see here. I might be able to find it. 9 a.m. Come on, please stop fast. Please stop fast. That's all I asked for. Yep. Hey, just 9 a.m. Cool. I'll definitely fast forward through that rain time. That way I ain't got to worry about it. And I'm going to run all 4 of these seeders here. I'm going to run 2 of them on one field, 2 on the other field, and get it going that way. First tractor's off and going right now. And wow, it is really missing spots still. Come on, you got to be kidding me. I'm not going to run the real speed mod here because I was afraid it would miss some spots, and it's still missing spots. Maybe this is going to come out with less spots missed, possibly, and it is not looking like it. Man, I may end up getting a new planter. Is there even an option out there for a new planter? Here's what I'm currently running with right here. 1.8 meter working with, came out in 1950. Here's a new one that came out in 1952. It's only 1 meter wide. Really not liking that at all, no. But it does have a lot larger of a capacity, so that's pretty cool. And then we got this one right here, the seed distributor. Kind of cheaty, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. It just spreads the seeds out across the top. I assume it's cheaty. And then we have this same brand over here that I already have, but it's in lizard form. Maybe the lizard form one would work better, possibly. I just don't understand what in the world is going on here and why it's doing that so much. The only reason I can think of why this is happening, and I've noticed it while driving over, is it's just a little uneven, maybe a little dip in it or something along those lines. And I believe it's actually caused mainly from the plowed state. The plowed state is kind of bumpy. You ever drive over the plowed state, you notice you usually go a little slower. It's a lot more bumpy. And maybe if I rolled it first, it would be a lot smoother and not do this, but it's looking like it's coming out pretty good now in these next 2 rows right here to the right of that. So hopefully the only issue was there on the side. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. I just ended up starting up a worker on that other field, and it said it was going to be done in about 20 minutes. So if I'm going off of the time it takes for these courses to be done, it's showing that this field right here off to my left, this one right here, is actually bigger, because I think it said like 26 minutes was the time for it to complete. I guess that's one way to figure out which one's bigger. Now the problem is I didn't plant the barley in the bigger field, apparently. Hopefully we got enough barley next time around. I don't have to use it for flour production. I can just go ahead and utilize it for the chickens only, and then from there I can end up using wheat if I have to. I got 1 extra tractor here, 5 tractors total. I may end up buying more, but right now I'm going to go ahead and buy 1 more of these seeders. I'm going to buy this lizard brand here. Maybe it's a little better. I don't know. And I can't even remember what color I used last time.Maybe it was just straight red. I know it was pretty red. At least I thought it was. Yeah, I'm going to go with that red look right there. Don't know about any of this extra stuff. $1,250. I will buy that. I'm going to utilize this to touch up the spots that have gotten missed already. Yeah, quite a bit's gotten missed already. And man, needs to be refilled. You got to be kidding me. Let me take care of that first, and then I'll get out here on the field. I don't understand this. Holy cow, this whole entire row right here just missed. Now, I'm going to run the real speed mod with this. Anything I miss, I'll just come back and touch up. Looks like it's working out pretty good already. Oh, wait, just missed a spot. Of course, I had to say something. Missed another spot. Dang it. Okay, maybe I shouldn't run the real speed mod, or just slow down before I get to these points. Oh, well, I'm going to get it all touched up and fixed up, and we'll be good to go on this field eventually. Also, another thing I've been doing, these ones that are actually running the course whenever they need to be refilled, on the way back to the point where they're at, I usually try to touch up one of these lines or something like that. You know, it helps a little bit here and there. Finally got 1 worker finished here. I'm going to go ahead and put this seeder up, grab the fertilizer spreader, and start fertilizing. Now, this one came off that little wheat field, the first one right there, I guess. And I'm not quite done with it yet. Obviously, there's that second worker on there. And besides that second worker, I got to go through and touch up spots that second worker misses. And then we are ready to go ahead and fertilize. The reason I don't want to fertilize before I get all the seeds in the ground is because it's going to be harder for me to tell what spot got missed. The fertilizer will take away the lime state, or take away the color of the lime. And the color of the lime is actually what's helping me see what I missed. Fertilizer spreader is off and going. Probably gonna have to stop and refill this thing a few times. Now, this is something I can crank up to a faster speed, so let's go ahead and do that. Haven't had any issues with it yet, except for when I look down that mini map, it is missing some off to the left. Oh my gosh, nope, this is not good. Just realized why it is doing that too. I started it up on a lime course. I guess the lime course I did here was a 12 meter lime course, and this is not 12 meters wide. This is 10 meters wide. There, that is a lot better. It is not getting that little strip off to the left, which unfortunately is taking up a whole lot of this fertilizer still. I learned this last episode, if there's just a little strip, it's going to use the same amount it would use through a whole 10 meter spread. I do not like that. I think I might be able to turn it down, maybe close up that gap a little. I'm not sure. I'm not really seeing it there in the menu. Maybe I'll see it once I deactivate it, but it's all good. It's going. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to have to refill it a few times. All planting is done. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, whoa, this is down to 0%. I was about to say I'm going to go ahead and use this to touch up all these spots over here, but I'm not using this one. I'm going to use the other one sitting over here. That's 0%. It has 1 liter amazingly somehow. But this one right here, you have 59 liters at least. So I will use this one to go ahead and finish planting, touching up over here. And then, of course, we got some fertilizing to do over here. No rolling this time around. I'm pretty excited about that. We are going to skip the rolling stage. And then that means these 2 fields here are done, ready, awesome. Just got to wait around till harvest time for them. Next up will be a sorghum field and a potato field. But I'm not just going to sit there doing nothing. We got a lot of other stuff to do. Probably going to make a lot of money. But I do know we are one step closer. One huge step closer to getting pigs. Wow, that didn't even make it a headland. Holy cow. Yeah, just one headland. Maybe I should just do this myself, but no, I gotta do that other stuff myself. If I do get done with that other touch-up planting, I will go ahead and take this over and do it myself. Normally the fertilizing, I do a lot of it myself because of how often it's got to be refilled. Heck yeah, perfect timing there. Finished worker just popped up there, and I believe I am done right here. Let me get this off the field here, go grab that fertilizer spreader, knock out this one here myself, and then I think we are all good to go with these 2 fields. And still really early in the day. I guess I really didn't need to jump out here this early, but I'm glad I got it over with before all the rain came in. Because, man, that has really proven to be a huge issue previously. I think I just found out something pretty interesting. Let me look in here real quick at those soil samples. Okay, yeah, we got the same stuff here. We got loam, and then we got sandy loam right here. Now, whenever applying this, you can see down there in that mini map, it shows different colors to it. And what I just figured out was, I believe this right here uses less than the field to the right. So this is barley, wheat is to the right. Looking at the color and the shades of the green right there, it appears that the barley uses less fertilizer than the wheat does. So that is pretty interesting. Never thought about that, never noticed that. I don't know, I might have to keep that in mind. The reason I do use barley over wheat for chicken food is I was told a long time ago that the barley gives you more yield, just basically more liters for the amount you put in there. So that's the whole reason why I've always done it. I guess this is just a little extra bonus saying, hey, it uses less fertilizer as well. Never realized that though. The rain is just now starting to drop. I think we will be fine. We'll get this knocked out before it gets too bad where I'm getting stuck in the field, but all I'm doing is some up downs, and I'm actually starting to sink in the field right now. I can see that. But like I said, I think we'll be fine. I'm not going to worry about fast forwarding time right now. If anything, I guess I could stop for a couple hours and then come back, because the work I want to do after this does not involve us being on a field. I'm not sure what mod this is, but I absolutely love it, the way this field is getting muddier and muddier as it goes on with the rain, because at some point, if the rain keeps up, this tractor will be sunk down all the way to its rims in the field. That is really cool. Might be hard to tell, but on that mini map there, I got one little strip here left. I'm trying to see if I can close up the gap, the spread gap on it, or spread width on it. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't think there would be an option with this being 1950s equipment, so no option for that. We're just going to waste a bunch of fertilizer trying to get this strip here, and it's all good. I mean, it's definitely worth it. We looked at that last episode, how worth it really is, so I'm fine with it. All done with the field work. Time to go ahead and get these tractors up and out of here. I'm going to do a bunch of follow me mods, just lead them back over in some direction, and maybe get the stuff put away now. I don't know, kind of in a hurry to possibly make some money. That's what we're going to be doing next, making some money. Hopefully we got enough products out there where we can. One of those seeders earlier on the barley field said it had 1 liter left. This one came off the wheat field and it was exactly at 0 liters. Well, did not notice that earlier, but wow, that was crazy how close it was. Well, not really how close it was exactly on running out. Now it's time to make some money. Not sure what I'm gonna make money from quite yet. Let's see what we got in here for best prices and everything. Looks like water's way up there, $353 million worth. No, not gonna worry about that. That's our little automatic watering system. Now TMR's up there, $51,000 worth of it, but obviously we're using all that TMR, and that is not a good value at all compared to the process it takes to make that. And then we can go down further, and holy cow, mushrooms is up there pretty good. 25,000 there, 19,000 on the flour. Let's get those 2 items picked up and sold off. And I got to remember to take all that stuff to the farm shop. Now, of course, the flowers can go over to the sell everything. And it is saying the sell everything is the better value there. Maybe I will take only the flowers over there. Let's see here. What is this? Show locations, values at all sell points. Looks like it drops about $500 to $600 right there overall for the farm shop. And we'll see what happens, see where it ends up. If I end up picking up the flowers or the mushrooms at the same time as the flowers, then we'll take a quick run up there. And what am I using to deliver that stuff? I gotta find it. Oh, it's this right here. Sweet. Now, I probably should have jumped on this earlier in the month because these productions here are out of space. Flowers are completely full. I'm assuming mushrooms are. No, wait, they're still running. Oh, kind of interesting. Pallets are full there. Must have caught it right whenever it was about to fill up. Yeah, yep, it is about to fill up. Let's go ahead and get all that taken care of. Keep those productions running. Keep that money coming in. It's coming in pretty nicely now. And that's kind of the reason I held off on greenhouses for so long, because they're just so profitable. I'd like to struggle a little longer. 16,000 liters of flowers, and these can sell off over here at the Sell Everything. So this is exactly where we're going to take it. Let's see exactly how much money we get all together there. Come on. 17,974 plus a 607 environmental score reward. I am so ready to see that environmental score reward go up a lot higher than that. Hopefully they will start going up a lot more. Well, actually, no, hopefully to it. It will start going up a lot more as time progresses, unless I end up putting in more fields, because the reason it dropped so much is because I put in all those new fields. Now there is one pallet of flowers on here, and then I think we got a little bit more of mushrooms. All good. 16,000 liters of mushrooms, 1,000 liters of flour. All that's going to head up to the farm shop and get sold off all together. And that is shooting through there so fast. I am loving it. Heck yeah, right there. $26,093 plus 881 environmental score reward. Okay, up to $107,000. Yeah, no, that's real good, but that can go really fast as well. I got a feeling I'm about to spend a bunch of it. Kinda, possibly not. I'm also trying to save some, maybe for like a production episode. Oh wow, they're growing. Okay, those are not babies anymore. Let me look at these real quick, because somebody said pay really close attention to the information when you go to buy them. And these are the limousines I purchased before. Let's go over to just a full-grown cow. This type of cow breed is for profit and can be sold. Cows like grass, hay, and TMR. Additionally, they require water. At this stage, cows can have young and give milk. So yes, it does say it could give milk. Hopefully that works. But also I'm reading here that these cows are to be bred for profit, not necessarily the milk route. That's fine with me. I did not fill this up all the way, so they will give birth, and then those babies will get older, and then those babies I'll sell off. Stuff like that. That's what I'll do there. Now, the one over there that has 100 cows in it, ooh, that's a lot of cows. But that's going to be a lot of milk coming out of it as well eventually, one day. Trying to find some other future productions to do here, and it's looking like we got sunflower oil, canola oil, and olive oil here. Here's the thing. I haven't planted any of these on a field. I did plant some in the garden. At least I know I did the sunflower oil. Did I do the canola oil and olive oil? I don't think so. Let's see here. We got sunflower right here. And then we do not have olive, but we do have sunflowers. Actually, I have quite a bit of sunflowers. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought we did. Looks like we have 8,411 liters of sunflowers over there. Let's go ahead and start spawning those out. I'll just move them myself so I ain't got to pay a little delivery fee with it. And plus, it's only, what, 8 pallets probably? I'll throw them on here real quick. Looks like more than 8 pallets over there. No, that might be 8. I just can't count from this distance. But yeah, I'll just throw them on this pallet, take them over to our production, that little windmill thing, start making some of that sunflower oil. Now, after the sunflower oil, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Might be a future production along the line there, because while I was looking at this greenhouse here, it gave me some ideas for sugar production. I think we need some sugar production to make that cake. I have no idea what all I need to make a cake, but I would assume sugar is going to be an ingredient. And I still need to move this multi-fruit buying station to the side. It's just sitting there right in the way. I'll go ahead and get this sunflower oil activated. I'll turn off that oat flour because it's not running anymore, just wasting some money. Also, I believe I got a few more things in here wasting some money as well. Let's see here. We are missing... Oh, hey, we're just missing some straw. Okay, so we will turn off this TMR production and turn on this TMR production here. That way you can keep going, because this one right here requires hay and silage. We got 41,000 liters of hay, 61,000 liters of silage. So it will keep going and going. May end up needing to get another grass field. And oh, I got 3,000 liters left on here. Did it just not reach or something? I don't think it reached. There's got to be more room in there, right? 5,000 liters. Well, maybe there's not more room in there. Looking at it here, sunflowers, yeah, they hold 27,000. So yeah, it just did not reach. Let's see here. Can I unload it that way? I can. Just drop it right on top of it. That's the best way. That will take it. Now, I do got to remember the outport or export or whatever of this production does not hold much. So we'll go ahead and double check that real quick. How much sunflower oil does it hold? 6,000 liters. We will set that on spawning, then we'll take it over to our storage location at a later point. There's another issue I want to kind of tackle. Not really an issue, just something that's going to make it easier on me. I do have auto drive routes set up to feed these animals over there, all the way in the background. But instead of doing that, let's make it a little bit easier. We're going to go with a big bag, and we're just going to place it over there with a bunch of food in it, or top off that big bag to hold more food than what's really there. So I'm going to spawn one out right here. We're going to do one at a time. Probably start with that grass one for the sheep. Let's see here. It's going to be this global goods transport pallet. That's what I was talking about when I said big bag. We're going to switch it over to Unreal. That's fine. Let's go with a green color here. That way I know it's grass. And, you know, now that I think about it more, you really can't see it because, oh, never mind. I guess you can't see it. I don't remember seeing it that good. But I was about to say, you really can't see it because it's only the rails. But no, it's coming out pretty good. $1,000. We'll buy that. And I'm going to try to auto-load it onto that trailer. If it auto-loads on there, perfect. And then we'll take it over there to our sheep. Utilize that forage wagon to load up into this. And then it's going to go into the sheep. And then I think each month I just got to go over there and touch the bag possibly, or it will start filling in there automatically. I'm not sure. You know, I feel kind of bad doing stuff like this where it's got that unreal capacity to it. It just makes it way too easy, I think. But also, it's like I'm automating it. So as far as automating it, let me pay a worker to automate it. I'm going to go ahead and put down some daily deduction. That's going to charge me, let's say $1,000 a month. That seems reasonable. Hire a worker $1,000 a month in 1952 to feed my animals. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to top off these big bags and still do stuff with them, but I just won't have to do stuff with them every single month or sometimes twice a month. I just put this right here, 30,000 liters of grass in it, and then it should go right here into the pen. I believe that's how it works. It's been a while since I used one. I have used them. So that is how it works, because you got the black part that says auto load, that part goes in, then you got the red part that says discharge. They're pretty nice. This thing will hold 200,000 liters. Now for it to automatically go in there, I think I got to come over here and touch the pallet, and looks like there is no weight to it no matter what. So that's pretty nice. Don't have to use super strength. And I believe this mod is actually a console mod as well. And I can use those to actually grab these exported items as well, but I'm not going to worry about that because not much is coming out of them. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Might do the same thing for the horses, possibly, with the hay at least. And then definitely going to do the same thing up here for the chickens. Oh my gosh, they're horrible. Now, before I get too far and forget, let's see if I can find that daily deduction thing. I don't know if I have it. Oh wait, I do. It's right there. Sweet. So I just got to place down this oil can somewhere, and that's going to be $1,000 a month. It says daily. If you had multiple days per month, it would actually split it up for you. So it's just $1,000 per month. And yeah. Just put it in right there. All good. Those chickens can have an oil can with it. But each month I will get a daily deduction of 1,000, and that's basically me paying the worker. I like that idea. I think it's going to be great. There's one part I'm a little concerned about. I don't know how I can fill up the big bag. Can I fill it up from the silo into there? I don't think I can because it didn't auto-load onto a trailer. Maybe I should try putting it on a flatbed trailer and then driving under and hitting the button. You know, we'll just go ahead and go with this barley for right now, and then I'll back up a little, dump it out, stuff like that. At least I'll attempt it that way. We'll see what happens. Now, the standard configuration for this, I did not mention, is 10M with that third power thingy, whatever it's called. I forgot the exact name for that. But it's a power quotation up there, but I thought there was a name for it. Cubed? No, maybe? I have no idea. But that means 10,000 liters. Of course, that's a big improvement from where it's already at. So I guess I could go with that if I feel bad about doing the Unreal. But oh well, I think this is already Unreal as can be anyways. Now that I think about it more, with it being a whole Unreal thing, it's really not. It's just like, hey, I left the bag of food up there. That's all it is. I left the bag of food up there. Let's see if this works right there. And it is pretty nice how it is completely weightless. Start unloading. Hopefully it goes into there. Come on, looks like it is. Possibly. Usually that bag raises up. I think the bag is raising up a little bit, and obviously it's dumping back there, so I'd like to think it is going in there. And then I'll just have to keep filling this up, backing up, dumping it over and over again until I'm done. I will go ahead and take all the barley out of here, and then I'll try to keep a better eye on it next time around and see if I got any extra barley, mainly for that pig production. You know, I was just thinking a little more about this pig production in that greenhouse we have over there. Looks like this corn pig food one takes a bunch of corn, which we got, I believe, over there. Do we? Hold on, wait. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, corn right there. Sweet. Yeah, we do got corn. 25,000 liters over there. And then we also got the sugar beets. I know that. Let's see your sugar beets. Sugar beets. Where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, wait. Hold on. Do I not got sugar beets over here? I thought I did. Yeah, I'm clicked on the sugar beet production. Oh, there it is right there. 34,000 liters. So all we would technically need is canola and barley. So maybe that's all I really needed to plant. So I got multiple routes here of making pig food, and I'm Currently focusing on the sorghum one. Once we run out of like one of these items, we could probably fire up another one of these productions to keep it going. And I don't even know how much food these pigs are going to go through. I have no idea. I've really not done much with pigs either in FS22. I've usually tried to avoid them because look how many fields you need, how many different products you need. It's just a lot. So that's why I usually avoid it. Well, I'm an idiot. I'm wasting so much time waiting for this whole trailer to go back down before I try to fill it up. You know, I should just hit the button and see if I can fill it up before it goes all the way down, because I just did that last time around and bam, I can. And looky there, I only got 614 liters left. I could have done that with so many trips, saved so much time. And I was thinking about that a little more because our other trailer does not do that whole lift animation. It doesn't even have a dump animation with it either, which would have made it faster. Ooh, 29,029 liters of barley over here. Chicken pen is full with 1,500 liters. That is nice. And where in the world are the eggs coming out? I gotta be getting eggs from here, don't I? Oh, there they are right there. How do I grab those? You've got to be kidding me. Really? This doesn't open, does it? Let's see here. Attach winch. Well, I got a winch here. Hold on. Can I attach a winch? No, I don't see it. Oh, open gate. Okay, it's a gate. Sweet. Oh, wait. Just one of them opens, or does both of them open? Okay, I just got to give it some time. That's how I get it. Now I feel like this gate's actually in my way because I was going to do some sort of auto load thing. I'm not going to come in here. I think I might be able to grab that with my trailer as I pull up right here. I'll worry about it whenever I need to worry about it. What? Looks like our horses are growing. Heck yeah, I might be able to finally clean them. I can. Let's check that out too. How are our horses looking here? Cleanliness down to 40. Yep. No, they're pretty bad. Let me do a little wipey down on them real quick, get them all cleaned up. Can I even ride them too now? I don't know if they're old enough for me to ride. Let's see here. Ride Milo with an E. Yes, I can. Now, I did plan on doing this whole thing with... Oh, I just got an achievement. Oh, they can do that as well? Huh. Wow. I only got all the achievements for FS22. Gosh dang it. I'm trying to jump this fence. But I did have a plan of using the horse helper mod, but we only got 2 horses here, so is it really worth it, or do I really need it? I guess it is kind of worth it with the fact that I have to ride these every single day. Let me go ahead and get these 2 horses all ridden up and everything, and then go from there. And cleaned, of course. Milo is all done with his riding. Looks like 100% there. Cleanliness is 0, so of course it got dirty, or he... Wait, it is a he, right? Oh, it's female. Female, my bad. She got dirty. I think they're both females, so I'll just click this a couple times, clean her up. And then we got Dusty over here. Wow, really pick some male names here, I think. I should probably rename them. Oh well, it's all good. We'll clean Dusty up here real quick and go ahead and ride her around a little bit. I did notice something. I don't think it matters if you run, or whatever you want to call it. This is trot, canter, gallop, or canter again. What? Gallop. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you do any of those. I don't think it makes a difference on either one of them, because I was just doing the trotting and it just seems to be going up the same amount of speed. I kind of thought the faster you went, the faster the riding went up. Maybe that doesn't matter. Y'all let me know if y'all know in the comments, please, because I would love to get this done faster. And I still have these cows over here I got to get a little big bag thingy for, and then also got the cows over there I still got to get a big baggy thing for. And, you know, with these horses here growing up some more, they're probably requiring more food now. And, oh my gosh, no, they're not. Daily food's still at 220 liters. Jeez, they don't eat much. Now, in real life, they eat a lot. They're like money pits. I've always known horses as money pits in real life. People growing up out in the country, people I knew that had horses, stuff like that, they always just spent more and more money on a horse. It didn't really provide anything back. Now, of course, once you get into race horses, show horses, and stuff like that, they can be costing a lot of money. But you can go out and buy a horse for a couple $1,000s, and then you just end up putting a couple $1,000s more into it every single year, over and over and over again, and then vet bills on top of that, and then you get nothing in return from them. So that's probably why I've never had horses. Hey, they are fun to ride though, and they are. Also a great item to have for doomsday prepping, right? I just had to test something real quick. I was just seeing if I walk backwards with the horse, will it make that number go down on the riding percentage? No, it doesn't. It would have been a fun little glitch in there, I thought, but oh well. I wish horses on this game were more of a tool to use. A piece of equipment to use, you know, kind of in real life. It'd be cool if you could hook up a cart. Obviously the horses probably wouldn't be the best route for any type of cart thing. Oxes would be better, but there should be more use out of the horse instead of just breeding and selling. And from what I understand, FS22 is not good for that either. I remember on the previous one, the FS19, I think, I remember doing this whole breeding and horse thing and making huge amounts of money. But apparently on 22, you do not do that as far as make a huge amount of money. And I don't know. I haven't ever raised up a horse, sold the baby or anything like that. I guess we're going to find out. Now, once they have a baby, there's not enough room in this pen for the baby to be in here. It will be sold off automatically. So I'll just see an animal sell out there. Hopefully it's a good value. I really hope it is. I should probably get a bigger pen now that I think about it more. Or wait a second, did I fill this one up? I'm not sure. I know I was trying to do half at least. Let's see here. That one's 100% riding. Where's that animal trigger? Should be over here somewhere. I thought. Come on, show me that animal trigger. Oh, it's over here. Weird place for it, but whatever. And yes, this one is full. 2 of 2. And gosh dang it, Dusty, you're so dirty. Don't worry, I'll clean you up. Show y'all ain't staying clean out here. Horrible looking stables. I should take better care of y'all. But they are done. They're good to go. I can even look in here. Let's see here. We can see health, 51% there, 49% there. Don't know why there's a difference. But they're both showing 100 on the cleanliness. Daily riding showing 100. Fitness is at 0. Should start going up after this. Now with these automatic sells of these animals, I actually get more than what I would get if I sold them off as a baby. I've noticed that, and I'm not going to complain about it. So I will keep that automatic sell on. And then I also have the option to overcrowd the pens, which I should probably do for the horses because they really don't go through much food. I usually don't overcrowd the pens because it will start dropping their health, being overcrowded, and then also they'll start requiring more food. Yeah, no, I won't do it. Let's just let it automatically sell off. Once I see a big sell, I'll try to figure out where it came from. Hopefully the month that those horses give birth, hopefully it's the only thing that gives birth, and I can see the exact amount of money I get from it. Now all I gotta do is fill up 2 more big bags for the cows. Let's get that taken care of. I mentioned this earlier about, is there a way to automatically fill into this? I don't think it would have worked inside that silo because the fill point and the unload point is the exact same spot. But there's a good chance it might work here because the unload and the fill point is in 2 different spots. Possibly, possibly not. Let's see if it does work. Don't know if I don't try it, and plus y'all can tell me in the comments, and it looks like it is not working. Oh well, let's go ahead and get it sitting on the ground somewhere, do that little technique I did earlier with the trailer. But I kind of want to get a different trailer. I've been thinking about upgrading the trailer for a while now to a semi-trailer. Was there any semi-trailers in the 1950s? Let's see. Okay, obviously there are semi-trailers in the 1950s, I know that. But let's see what kind of grain trailer options I have. So I'm actually looking it up right now. It says in the 1950s, silage trailers for semi-trucks were commonly flatbed trailers that were sometimes modified with a box or cage structure. These trailers, often made of steel, were designed for heavy loads and featured I-beam axles, blah, blah, blah. Mountain-type brakes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's an option. And I got a few pictures as options, so now all I gotta do is find something that's kind of close to it in the actual game. You know, the crazy thing is the pictures was actually looking like this trailer right here. Something like that. And I do want something that is semi, so here's the one on that picture. Kind of looked like this. It had the whole back thing like that. That's pretty cool. But now I want one that's a semi option. And I don't know if I got that anyways. And I'll try to find one that has the correct date. I don't think there is any in there with the correct date. We're probably going to end up having to go with this one right here. Holy cow, $95,000? You got to be kidding me. I love the capacity on it, but I don't know. That's a huge price. Alrighty, here we go. I think I found one. I like this. I like the look of it. I think I like this look a little better, but it's only 15,000 liter capacity, which is a lot larger of an upgrade than what I previously had. And I like how short it is because back in the 50s, the trailers were not as long as they usually are now, at least a majority of them. So let's run with this one right here. I'm just going to buy it with the colors it's got right there. $13,500. Not going to get the extension on it. Maybe I'll upgrade to the extension later. Where in the world did that go? It's somewhere over there. Let's get our semi and go find it and get it hooked up and try it out. Man, I just realized I could have done a nice black and red look to match this truck here. Opportunity missed right there, but I mean, I can always paint it later on. And I guess that really didn't cost much money either because we still got $90,000 there. That's pretty nice. Didn't go through spending all the money on a big old trailer. And like I mentioned, I love how short this is. All this research I do back in the 1950s stuff, it just seems like the trailers are so much shorter. Just like this. And ooh, man, that's kind of running through. That's actually hitting the rear end there. And no collision though, so I'm good with it, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the color on this thing. I think it'll look nice matching up there. Now, I don't know if it's got a hitch on the back. It doesn't look like it has a hitch, and I don't think it had an option for a hitch either. I did make sure that this did hold silage, and it should. And also, there's another one that I thought looked a lot better than this one, more for the times, but it did not hold silage. Oh well. So the only reason I didn't go for that extended upgraded one, because it looked like it tipped to the side. I don't know how realistic the 50s tipping to the left or right side thing's going. I'm not sure. Man, I am so excited for this semi-truck and this trailer here. It is so awesome. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-boo. I'm loving it. Now I got it set up here where I just kind of come over here, dump it in there. I'm not really liking that too much. I think I'm going to make the drive over to the actual location. So let's get these big bags over to the... Wait a second. Maybe that's not a good idea. Not sure. Is there a way to change the dump on this? I kind of want to just come out the back. There's got to be a way to change the dump direction on this. There always is. Let's see here. Unload here. Tip side left. I don't want the left. I kind of want the back. Oh, left and right. That's it. Oh, okay. Well, not too bad. But what I want to do is just go ahead and get these little universal auto load bag things. Gosh, whatever they're called. There it is right there. Lizard Goods, Global Goods, Transport Pallet. I guess that's the name in the bottom right. But yeah, I want to get those over to the actual animals and then just set them there and then take the semi-truck up there and dump them there. Now, I guess to save on some time, I could do the whole thing right here. And I really don't want to do that. I want to make the drive with it. I want to kind of experience a little more with that truck and that trailer. And also go ahead and change the paint color on that trailer. Let's see here. We'll just pull up right about here. I need to actually go ahead and pull off to the side here. 15,000 liters, that might actually be enough for quite a while here in this pen. Now, it's definitely not going to be much for the next pen. In the next pen, I'll probably end up topping off all the way. Let's see here, set that right there. That's the food, right? Yes, it is. Awesome sauce. Yes. Now, the bag here is down to 13,167 liters. The food in here is up to 11,000. Yeah, so I'll probably only make like one trip there. Can I squeeze through there with the semi? Looks like I can. I'm just going to drive right off this little hillside here. Get this up out of the way. We are done using this. We're going to be using that semi. But like I said, I want to change that paint color on that thing. Let's make it match a little bit more to the actual truck. I mean, this is just so small. Oh my gosh, this is so small. I still like it though. Now that I think about it more, it's not small, it's average size, okay? Maybe I should just go up with the capacity because it's still going to do the tip thing no matter what I do. I feel like that just might be a little too big. I'll give it a test run here, $2,500 to up that. And let's see what color options we have here. What's that doing? That's the bottom part. I like that. That's pretty nice. And then the blue part, design color, that's going to be the top part, obviously. We'll go with a Massey Ferguson red, I think is what I'm using on that truck. And then the rims will also go with another Massey Ferguson red. I believe that's the color I'm using, $3,700. Like I said, paint costs some money. Yes, it does. That is fine. I think I can afford it. And am I using that color? No, I'm not. Holy cow, this color red is way, way off. What color am I using over here? I don't think I got an option. What's that say? That says red satin. Ooh, that's not good. Maybe I should go with Massey red. I don't know. I kind of like that dark red. Let's see if I can find a red satin in there. Back to the trailer. And let's see here. Red satin design color. We got a red satin. Oh, we got a Hardy. We got a Case IH. This Hardy's looking pretty close. Let's give that a try real quick. $500. Gosh, I'm gonna blow all my money just trying to match up paint color here. Nope. Not looking right. Oops, wrong thing. Get back out of that. Want to be over here on the side with the sun though. Might just end up having to change my truck color. And then we got a Case IH. That might be more of the right color. Well, I'll try that out. Because it looks like I need to get a little bit brighter. Nope, I need to get darker, not brighter. Okay, back to the Massey. We're going with the bright red. I like the bright red of a Massey Ferguson. Now in FS25, they have a whole paint color option on the paint wheel. You can do all kinds of awesome colors there. Let's see here. We'll change this over. Come on, click on it. There we go. Customize. Coming down here to this red. We're going to go with the Massey Ferguson. Customize that for $500. Might be a little too bright. Actually, it doesn't even look like it matches up. Jeez. Ooh, can I do red rims too? Match that trailer a little better? I don't know if I want to do red rims. Might be a little too much red, but I'm going to go for it. Rim color. We're going to go back down to Massey Ferguson and customize. There we go. Truck and trailer's going to have a nice match to it, I think. Still looks a little off. They don't look like they're lined up, but they are both labeled as Massey Ferguson. And I'm going to go with it. That's what we're going with. Let's get this topped off. Oh, wait. I thought I was getting the oversized one here. Did I not get the oversized? Let's customize that one more time. Get the oversized one. Less trips, right? Okay. There it goes. Now it's the oversized one. Heck yeah. Oh, gotta hook that up. Heck yeah, now we're good to go. Let's go ahead and top this off with some more TMR, go fill it up over there at our small cow pen, and then we'll do the same thing to our larger cow pen. Now the one at the larger cow pen, I'll go ahead and fill that whole big bag up all the way because it will go through it pretty fast, and I will have to end up filling that one up multiple times. But 1.2 million liters of TMR. I said almost 1.3 million there, so it's pretty close to over 1.3, and I'm sure all together within the pens in that little big bag thing, it's right around 1.3. So this is pretty nice though. 29,000 liters is going to work out pretty good if I want to do anything else, such as like sell a lot of TMR or move a lot of grain at one time. I like it. Now that I got some of these videos coming out, somebody did say, I believe Farm Sim Universe said something about these poles should be removable, probably at the little electrical box or something like that. Let's see here. I got an electrical box right here. Toggle post marker. Click it. It's telling me I can toggle them, whatever you want to say. Let's see here. Click again, I guess. Oh, it says right there, toggle marker post. Not working. Is it because there's something in the way, or is it because they're in the ground? And it's flashing red at me. Oh, wait a second. They're going down. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Oh, okay. Must have been like multiple levels. I didn't go all the way in the ground. Maybe if I hit it again, it goes down more. That could be it. Let's try it again. Oh, nope. That's going up. Dang it. I really thought I got rid of it. Let's try it one more time, see if it goes down. And that one's obviously going to go all the way into the rock and be completely hidden, I think. I'm saying obviously. Oh, wait, no, it's not. And nope. Yeah, it's still not completely hidden. But this one over here is just sticking up barely. Not too bad. Pretty cool, though. Thank you, Farm Sim Universe, for pointing that out. Really do appreciate it. Any tips, tricks, suggestions, anybody got them, drop them in, please. I don't know it all. I barely know anything. And I don't know. I barely even know how to turn on the computer and hit the record button, I guess. Holy cow. I thought I just threw a cow. Watch this. Look at that. I can lift that sucker all the way up there. So I grabbed this big bag and I was turning around over here and I just thought I saw a cow fly, which technically I guess it did. That was so cool. I like that. Now inside here we only have 52,000 liters. How much does it hold altogether? I mean, like I said, I'm gonna fill this big bag all the way up. Looks like it holds quite a bit. I think 80,000, 90,000 was the number previously. I got a couple trips here I got to make, but we are all done with the month of September anyway, so I'm not really in a hurry. 5 times speed is what that clock is going to stay at for the whole series. Well, I think I might have slowed it down a time or two here and there to fix something, but oh well. It is proven to be a little bit of an issue, but I think I'm getting a lot better at the whole time management thing with it being stuck at 5 times speed. I do have a series idea where I want to run it at 10 times speed, and the idea behind it was it's going to be $10 million in 10 years at 10 times speed. But to make it a little funner and keep going with that 10, I wanted to start with $10. I mean, the real idea behind it was to start with $0, but hey, why not add that $10 to it? So anybody want to steal that idea, go with it, man. Just go with it. It's cool. I got like a whole bunch of ideas. I'm never going to get to them all. And I am pretty open about sharing my ideas. You ever want to know them, hit me up on Discord, something like that. If you don't got an idea for a video, I got like 40 something just sitting in the back of my head for Farm Sim alone. Well, not really in my head. They're actually on an Excel sheet somewhere. So I'm trying to figure out how I change the tip direction on this, or if I even could because of that little flap at the top there. And it doesn't look like it's going to allow me to change that tip direction. I wish I kind of could. Well, you know, it's not showing it there. Maybe it shows it once I get something in here. But I didn't think I could because of that little flap. And I would like to dump to the right for what I'm unloading up there. That's kind of why I took a weird path up there a second ago, is because I need to come in from a different direction. But it's all good. I mean, it's a huge capacity, a lot more than what I was holding earlier. A whole lot more. I like it. I love it. And I'm getting more of it. I am not sure what trip this is. I think it's like trip 4 or 5 or something like that. This is taking a whole lot longer than I thought it would. Now, am I in a rush? Yes and no. I did say I'm done with this month. As far as all the field work that needs to be done, all that good stuff, hey, that's all done. But me personally, I'm not done with the month. We got a lot of money up there, and I got something I want to spend it on. But we'll be looking at that a little bit later. Let me just continue working away at this, get this taken care of, and then, hey, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be getting some more productions for the 1950s farming here. Finally, at least. I mean, there's a few things I want to make, and I got a few items to make those things, but I don't have the productions to make them. We'll figure that out in a minute, though. This should be the last load right here. Now, there should be a little bit left over in it. All good. We'll leave it. It will go in there before I probably end up going to sleep. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek into some productions here. I want to figure out some productions I want to place down. And I don't know where I'm going to place them. I got all this land over here. I haven't used it quite yet. Been thinking about using it a little bit more. These signs are in the way. Just kind of block those off with something or build something on top of them. Also, I got room over here as well, but I've been talking about putting in storage over there. And I may end up putting storage in over there once I get around to harvest time. Actually, you know what? Looking at this right here, maybe a storage in this corner would probably be better because we got 2 fields here, fields over here. Seems a little closer to all the fields, more centralized, I think. Plus a little multi-fruit buying station right there so we could buy all our products. Yeah, that's probably a better storage area. Maybe I should go ahead and build some productions over here because this wouldn't be that bad of an area with the whole storage we have over here as well. First, I got to find those productions though. As far as productions go, I'm trying to lean in towards the whole making a cake thing. I've mentioned it before, and I just don't know what productions I'm going to need for that. Also, I need to try to go with an older style look to it, 1950s style look. I mean, this right here would be pretty cool. I actually really like that. But it's kind of too big for the whole situation, so I'm still trying to keep it small, keep it older looking. And I think Omatana has some great mods for that. She is absolutely amazing with her mods. And plus, another thing I like about her mods is usually there's an unreal capacity in there. But besides that, there's so much in it. So much you can do to it. So these little buildings right here, they are absolutely amazing. Now, I don't need to go with those little buildings. I can even go with a factory like this of some sort. Now, the front half here with the bricks, that looks correct. The back half doesn't look correct. That looks a little too modernized. May not be going with that. I'm sure I can find something in here. Let me figure this out though. Well, this is pretty cool looking. Guess I could have went with this for the whole grain mill thing instead of that windmill, but I was trying to keep it small. Maybe it's time to build a city. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Here we go. This is what I'm gonna go with. Dunkin' Donuts in the 1950s. This seems about right, right? Oh wow, it was actually around. Fun fact, it opened in 1948 as Open Kettle, and then it changed over to Dunkin' Donuts in 1950. So I guess this would be pretty time accurate, except for the building just doesn't look time accurate. Here's what I was looking for right here. $50,000. Got a couple different options in here. I don't know, maybe a brick one possibly. Does it go with times and location? Southern France, on the border of southern France and Spain? Possibly. I know my semi-truck definitely doesn't go with the time correctly. But yeah, this is looking pretty nice. I like it. Let's go ahead and get this in here. Well, maybe. I don't know. I seem like I'm going more with wooden, more of this whole alpine style. Yeah, I'll stick with this right here. This will do the job. And I think it will do the job of everything I need, possibly. Now, there are some smaller ones mixed in there too, if I do need them. And what was that one? That's the alpine. They ain't got an alpine look over here. I don't like that. They do have a white one. Maybe I'll go with the plaster look. Ain't too bad either. Yeah, like I said, it ain't too bad. Let's get it in here. I'm gonna place it in right here, I guess. Try to make it somewhat straight, even-ish. And I did mention I'm gonna kind of work off this whole storage thing a little bit too. So I want it to be facing this way so I can get it to the storage and from the storage a little bit easier. So right there's good. Let me do a little decorating with the ground, add some gravel pretty much, and that's it. And here's what it's gonna end up looking like. Maybe I'll plant a tree right here in this little grassy area, but I think it's gonna work out good. Now let's see what all it does. And back here over at our truck, we got 3,268 liters of TMR left in here. Like I said, it's gonna go through it pretty fast, and before I even go to sleep, I'll be able to dump it in there. And you know what? I can even dump some in there right now. Maybe that whole 3,000 liters. Oh, no, not quite, but it's getting there. Here is the production. Like I said, I want to make cake. Let's see what all I need to make cake. We need the milk, need the eggs. Well, you know what? Let's slow down there. Let's go over left to right. Flour, we're making flour. Good. We can also make flour from here as well. And even make some from the corn. Okay, that is cool. We got corn coming from the greenhouse. And a byproduct from this is pig food. Maybe a little cheaty, but I really like it still. I don't know, pigs eat anything, so maybe not cheaty at all, now that I think about it a little more. And is there pig food production just straight up in here at all? No, there's not. Okay, that's cool. It's whatever. Hey, we'll be making some flour from that corn, I think. But back to the cake. Sugar. So how am I going to make sugar? We got sugar from sugar beets. And I am making sugar beets currently. We are good there. Next up, milk. Milk will be coming from the cows once they get old enough, start giving birth and producing the milk. Eggs. We got the chickens. Might not be enough, but they're there. And then butter, I believe that's butter. Is there a butter production in here? Yes, there is right there, obviously from the milk. And then strawberries. I am making strawberries, right? I think I am in that greenhouse. Hold on, let's see here. It's a very simple thing. Yes, it is right there. Awesome. Okay, so we got everything to make a cake. Well, we don't have the actual stuff, but we got everything we need to start heading in that direction to make a cake. So let's do it. I'm pretty excited about that. Don't know if I'm gonna make it now though, because obviously the milk is gonna take a long time to get in here. But the other products I can get in here. Let me bring the flour over here. Let me bring over the sugar beets. That way we can start making the sugar. And also, you know what? I might just bring the corn over here and make the flour here. That way I don't have to move the current flour we have. I like that idea. Looks like I have a pallet of sunflowers here sitting in the way. That might not be an issue at all because I think I can use it over there at that production. Just go ahead and pretty much shut down that windmill production and just start using this new one is what I'm thinking. Might end up happening and probably what I'll end up doing. Hey, looky there. We need some tomatoes and lettuce. I think we can do that too. Gosh, let's just start turning all this stuff from the greenhouse into distributing and we'll be good to go. Nah, I don't want to do that. I need to move the stuff myself, save a little bit of money. I think I could do that. Maybe once it gets being too much, then I'll set it all on distributing. But currently, right now, what I'm focused on is figuring out what I can do with sunflowers, and right there, sunflower oil is an option. So I'll keep that coming out distributing, and then I need to add a few more things to the distributing list here. Not the distributing, my bad, spawning list. Sugar beets, next up. Let's go ahead and turn that on spawning. After that, we're going for corn too. Let's go ahead and turn that on spawning as well. Wow, there's going to be a bunch of strips. That distributing is looking a whole lot better right now. Strawberries, you know what, lettuce, tomatoes, let's turn those on distributing or spawning. Yeah, that whole distributing is looking a whole lot better right now. Oh, well, it's stacking up pretty good. I like that. Let me get all this stuff over there, get those fired up, and see how that production runs. I'm going to try to fire them up as soon as possible. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and fire them up right now. That way, as soon as the stuff starts going in there, they can start making. And with us going 5 times speed, it's going to be making pretty fast. So we got that there. We're also going to be making corn flour. That is one thing I mentioned. We're also going to be making sugar, beet sugar. And what else? You know what? Let's go ahead and make that mixed salad. I got that spawning out as well. Tomato sauce, is that an option? You know what? What the heck? Let's do it. We're going to have tomatoes over there. I just don't think we're making very many tomatoes. Ice cream, not going to worry about that. Cake. That's what I'm going for. One day we will make one. Probably not going to be much, but we will make it eventually. Let's load it up and get it over there. One trip down, many more to go, and I actually made a mistake unloading that. I sat there the whole entire time while it was unloading. The reason it was a mistake is because it took forever to unload. It was going really, really slow on its way out from the trailer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and hit that little button to unload it to the left of the trailer. As long as I get it in the right spot. That was another issue I had too. I couldn't find the correct spot. Even though I got these nice roads here, still not using them. But let's see here. Come on, right there. Probably hit that I, unload, let it go. I'll be back with another load. Keep doing that over and over again until I'm all done picking up at this greenhouse, or that thing is full. I don't think it's going to be full. Let's look at that real quick. Oh, hold on. 10,000 liters, that's it? That's weird. I thought it held a lot more than that. I thought we were like in the millions. Maybe that's the output product? Oh no, there's not much there either. Okay, what the heck was wrong with Omatana on this one? Oh well, that's fine. I can go with the low capacities. I just have to keep moving stuff around and around. With me seeing those low capacities there, I don't think all this is going to fit in there. Now, we got these 2 pallets here. I believe those fit in there. They're just not far enough forward. And no big deal there. They'll eventually get pushed in there. Once I drive up one of these times, I'll probably end up running it over or pushing it, either on purpose or accident. I'm not 100% sure. No spare capacity for strawberries. Okay, that's interesting. I think that might be that production. I'll have to take care of that and move those out of the way. Finally seeing an end to this here, so no more spawning out because there's no more to spawn out. We are definitely out of room over there for strawberries. We got a lot more strawberries than that thing can hold, but looks like we only got 1 pallet of strawberries here, so not bad, not bad. And oh man, these pallets are only 500 liters apiece. Ooh, that's not good. That's gonna mean a whole lot of pallets, and like I said, we got a whole lot of pallets over here because look at that little pile right there. That should all be strawberries. I think there's actually a tomato mix in there. But oh well, who's counting? You know, that's actually kind of impressive. I got a bunch of partial pallets here, but what's really impressive about it is the fact that there's only 8,000 liters, an exact 8,000 liters, which is pretty easy to do because the production filled up, and I guess I just took from a bunch of different pallets. I don't like having partial pallets. Don't like putting partial pallets in that storage over there either. It does cause some issues, so let's not mess with it right now. Let's just go ahead and dump these off to the side. I'll put them in here as they need to go in there. And I'm going to go ahead and stop spawning out these pallets over at that greenhouse because I don't want a bunch of pallets just sitting there, especially if I can't do something with them all. That is a pretty nice production there. It might do everything I want it to do, but there's something else I want to do as far as productions go. We're not just getting this one. Even if that one does what I want it to do, I'm still getting another one because I like a different one. And let's see here. Where is that production? Here's that production that was right in front of us. I want to look for clothes. So it makes the fabric from the wool or the cotton, and then it makes the clothes. Cool. That's nice, right? Real nice. But not cool enough for me. I don't like it that much. Also, 1 second. Let's see here. French fries, potatoes. Okay. Think I can do that. Ooh, I could even do some premium potatoes. Get a little pig food from it as well. Oh, water. Gosh, I need water in there, don't I? Hold on 1 second. Let's make sure, see if I need any water. No, it's not looking like it. Okay, we're good. But anyways, like I was saying, I want to make some clothes, but I don't want to do all those steps to make those clothes. I want to do it all in one. Inside here, I got a mod for that. That's going to be called Granny's Knitwear. Absolutely love that thing. Let's get it and get it all activated and set up, filled up. $5,000 for this bad boy right here. Let's see here, a little unload thing right here in front. I'll even add it over here. I think it's a great addition here. Possibly, possibly not. I don't know. Let's look at the options for this Granny's Knitwear. Now I do have wool and I actually have cotton being made. So basically all this does is it skips the step of fabric. It goes straight into the clothes. I like that. I don't know if it's cheaty or not, but I like it. I mean, obviously you can do all the steps there, right? You just make the fabric, bam, right into it. Even if we had fabric, I could still do the fabric to clothes, but we're not going to worry about making fabric. We're just going to go straight cotton to clothes and wool to clothes. Now, of course, I got wool from those sheep, but where in the world do I got cotton? You may be wondering. It's in our greenhouse over here, I believe. Yes, cotton is being made. Let's go ahead and spawn all that cotton out right there. 9,260 liters. Ooh, not much at all. Let's see here, spawning, and then I'll go pick that up along with, what is it? Wool. That's what it is right there. I'll go pick up the wool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn both those on because I'll be back here in just a second. Now we don't have much wool. I think we only got like 1.5 pallets, and that's not gonna go up very fast. So I don't see clothes being a big money maker for us, but clothes are very, very high priced items. So even the very little amount we do make, it's still going to be up there quite a bit, especially if I just go sell it off once a year. Oh, I almost messed that up. So being over here this close, I was going to drive in from that direction right there, but if I drive in from that direction right there, I'm going to go over the other unload trigger and accidentally send some into there. So I had to loop around, do something a little different there, but it's all good. I like the productions being over here. I think it's going to be pretty cool, pretty fun. Nice little addition here. I always complain about not having enough land, but obviously I do. I'm making it work with what I got. I would like to get some more land though. That way I can end up building more fields. I think we're going to end up needing more fields. And okay, this ain't even a pallet and a half. It's just a pallet and a quarter. Geez. Yeah, that's going to be a slow production, but I think the cotton is going to knock it out of the park for us. Possibly. Now we are done. I want to take a look at this time saving stock check mod real quick before we go to sleep. More products are in here now. There's not much in here because, I mean, we can see 72 liters of mixed salad, 72 liters of tomato sauce. That's why there's not much. It's only been running just a little bit of time, but I'm seeing new items in here. That is awesome. Especially this tomato sauce and mixed salad. Once those get up to a pallet or a couple of pallets, go sell it off. Looks like we're probably going to have a bright green all the time. Possibly, possibly not. I don't know how well that works. You know what? I thought I was almost done. And then I realized, hey, I got grapes here in that garden. So what can those grapes do over at that other production? Probably make some jelly or something. Oh, wait, not really jelly. My bad. Grape juice and raisins. That's my two options there. So let's go ahead and get all those, get them over here, and start making that. I guess we got muffins, baguette, bread rolls. Wow, we can get pretty fancy with this stuff. I like that. Not going to get into those items because they use flour, and I'm trying to save my flour, and actually the muffins use other stuff like sugar and milk. But I don't want to waste my products on that when I'm trying to make a cake. Oh, soy drink. No way. We got soybeans too. Yeah, we do. Right there. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong production, but we do have soybeans in that garden. Okay, let's do that real quick. Now, I do not have water. Can I put in one of those little water things? Does it work over here? I'm not sure if it does. Let's go silo extensions. Come over here to this automatic thing. Water pump. Cannot. Only near a greenhouse. Near a stable or greenhouse. Okay. Oh, well, that's all good. There is a kind of way around that, I guess. Automatic water and distribution center thingy, whatever the heck it's called. Where is it? Come on, come on. Where's it at? Where's it at? I can see it somewhere, right? Nope, I can't see it. Guess I'll have to get the water moved over, or I'm missing it somewhere. Maybe I don't have it in there. There's a water distributor I could try out and fill up and distribute over there. I'll get to it a little bit later. Let's get these grapes and soybeans over there, and then I'll get the top with water as well. 3 more productions up and running at that point. I thought I was done. Guess not. One thing I'm going to try to do a little better here, instead of going in and turning those on spawning, I'm just going to come in here and grab them. That way I don't got to keep going back and forth inside there, turning it on spawning, then turning it on storing, then turning it on spawning, turning it on storing. I don't want to do that. And plus this way right here, I can actually grab the partial pallets because it only spawns out full pallets. I don't really care too much for the partial pallets, but it's still a cool little extra feature there. And there's some soybeans right there. Heck yeah. So 10 pallets of grapes, 10 pallets of soybeans, and I need to get some water. 3 more productions up and running. And I'm excited to wake up the next month because, man, we're going to have some good money in there probably. I believe that production does run in parallel. What I mean by that is they're going to run at full speed, no matter how many production are active at once. Another production I could run here is French fries or just premium potatoes and get a little pig food as a consolation prize there. But not going to worry about that right now because I'm trying to save the potatoes for future use into pig food production. I've already got everything planned out to do pig food production over there at our windmill, and that's pretty much all that thing's going to be used for now moving forward because I can do everything else over here pretty nice. And I did say this runs parallel, right? Yeah, those 2 little I's right there, or L's, or the number 11, whatever you want to call it. And then trying to catch a few more things. Let's see here. Anything else worth really getting into? You know, I guess I could do cereal, get some bees in there. And then I'd have to have some oats, but nope, let's hold off on that. Olives, come on, man, we need to get some olives. It's actually looking pretty good in here now. I'm gonna stop messing with it and go ahead and move on. Oh, I guess we can do popcorn. Am I gonna stop messing with it? I'm using all the corn for the flowers, so I better not do that, right? Let's go ahead and go to sleepy sleep. Okay, here we go, 8 a.m. October. Got some sold animals in there, only $42 worth. Must have been chickens or something like that. Let's see here. Look at these chickens over here real quick. Oh, they are out of food, holy cow. That's what I was saying. I gotta come back in here and touch this, and then it should go in there automatically. Oh, that's not good. Their health went down to 71. Oh no, that's not good at all. Okay, let me go through and touch all these, make sure the food's actually pumping through. Food in the trough here, 66,000. Touch this, pick it up, drop it. It should keep automatically going in there now moving forward. And anytime you come back in after leaving the game and come back in, I think you got to touch it again. Oh, what are you doing up there, little chicken? But I could be wrong there. I don't know. Let's see here. This is down. There are not any of these I touched before. It should have been that. The one that should have been working is that big cow pen over there. I guess I just need to make sure I come over here, pick it up, and drop it, and good to go. A lot easier than moving trailers around, especially running at like 15 miles an hour with a little tractor. Now let's see what our production's looking like. $25,903 to our name there. Ooh, that's getting lower. But I'm pretty excited to look into this time-saving stock check mod once I figure out where it's at. I can't remember which one it is. Holy cow. Right above that. There we go. So we got a total value down here of $320 million. That really doesn't matter because water's taking up a huge amount of that. But we got some pretty good items in here, I'd say. $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $1,000 here, and they're the bright green. And herbicide, not worrying about that, but I feel like that price went down. Am I using herbicide somewhere I don't know about? I thought it was like 5,000 last month. Raisins are up there. October best sell price for raisins. Sugar's up there too, but we're not selling the sugar. We're saving the sugar. Okay, this is looking real good. Now, another thing I need to make sure I check is our productions. Oh my gosh, and I just realized we got grass to mow. Let's get to that. Gotta finish that up. You know, I'll get to the grass another time. Maybe next year. I kind of want to finish out this year here. And sunflower oil looks like it stopped. I need to go grab some sunflowers. And the wool one stopped. Of course, I did say the wool would blow through it pretty fast. Let me go grab some more sunflowers and get that running and keep that running. Where's my truck? It's over here. I can hear that little whine and whistle to the engine. I'm also not sure how much gets produced each month either because we had a lot in there. That's why I had a lot to move. This thing's been here for a couple months, not being used or touched really. And what am I looking for? Corn, right? Was corn. Okay, so 7 pallets here, coming out to almost 7,000 liters. Better than nothing, I guess. I need sunflowers, not corn. What in the world was I thinking? What's the corn used for? Oh, corn flour. Okay, my bad. Let's go back for some sunflowers. Mess that up. Sunflowers only have 2,200 liters, so that's kind of low. Not liking that too much. I guess I could shut that production down for a little bit. No big deal, keeping it running. It's really doing nothing. I don't know what I'm going to use that oil for. I think it's going to be a sold product because I don't need it for anything in the future. Now I'm all done with this month. Red bubbles are taken care of in the productions. Animals are taken care of, but there's one thing I need to make sure. Will these chickens get fed? So I'm going to fast forward some time here, get to the end of the month. And the grass field is ready to harvest, but I'm going to pass over this year. We're now towards the end of the month here. Did this actually go in there? Possibly, possibly not. I don't know. Nope. Looks like the food's down to 816 liters. Okay, maybe I need to have it elevated, possibly? I don't know. Maybe somebody told me that once before. Maybe if I stack one up there, it will kind of drop in there with gravity. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure because I could have sworn they kind of go in there, but it's all good. I'll just go around touching them all each day, and I need to keep a close eye on the horses. Maybe they'll end up picking up on food. And oh my gosh, I just realized I didn't take care of the horses with their little ridey rides and stuff like that. I don't know if I like that, if I have to keep riding them. Might end up getting that horse helper mod if I ain't got it already. Their health is down to 79%. What in the world happened there? How'd their health go down? Or maybe it's on its way up. That could be a possibility because they got the food, right? Not really. They just got the base food. They ain't got the hay. Let me get that hay real quick. Oh man, I'm out of hay. Maybe I got hay inside here, possibly. Come on, let's see here. Hay, 3,243 liters. Not much, but it's better than being out. Let me get that over there to the horses. You can go ahead and utilize this tractor and the small trailer here. And then I'm going to look at getting that horse helper mod before I sleep another month away here. Now, I believe this is not enough hay, or my bad. I believe this is going to be too much hay. So I'm actually just going to leave this here. There's not much room in there for hay right now. So they'll work on getting their health a little bit higher. Maybe it's going up from them being younger, or maybe it's going down because their base food was the only thing they were eating. I'm not 100% sure on that. Just came back in, got the horse helper mod or something along those lines, one of the things. So we'll see how well this works out. I got a better view through here. Come on, let me see it, let me see it, let me see it right there. Fitness is at 25%, cleanliness is at 30, or 90, my bad. Daily riding at 0, so that should all fix itself and everything. Main thing I need to keep an eye out is the cleanliness, make sure it goes up, and also the fitness, make sure it goes up as well. That's how I can tell if it's working. So all done here. All the animals are taken care of, fed, good to go. Let's go to sleep and then check on our productions once again tomorrow and just try to finish out this year here of 1952. Ooh, maybe that thing doesn't work. Or maybe since I brought it in last month, it's not working. Yeah, fitness went down, cleanliness went down. If that one's not working, there are plenty of other horse helper type mods out there. I'll just get a different one. So I'll know for sure next month if that stuff does not go up. Got the animals taken care of. Chickens were almost out of food somehow. Maybe I should wait a little bit later to do a second feed on them. Bunch of red bubbles here. All good though. We'll take care of that in a second. Oh, flowers stopped production. Looks like cotton over here stopped. Mushrooms stopped too. That means they're just full in their spawn point. But all these products right here will take care of one production, and then I got more and more and more to take care of. So I'll be a little busy here just for a second. Turns out these red bubbles are not because of them missing products. It's because they're out of space. So there's no more space for the final product. Kind of a bummer there, I guess. Oh well. Let's go ahead and start spawning some of that stuff out, and I'll start moving it over to storage. Now, I'm not going to do it right now because it is really dark. I did end up skipping some time a little bit there. Let's see here. I'll actually turn these ones on spawning because these are going to spawn out full pallets, and then the full pallets will go into storage for later use. Probably do that with everything here. We'll end up having to kind of probably put them back into the production, possibly, if I need them later. For example, like this sugar right here. I will need that later for something. Hey, sweet, pig food. I guess we can go ahead and get pigs, right? I'm going to try this right here. So I somehow managed to get this to balance on this fence post. It's kind of leaning against the house for the extra balance. Right over the top of the feed trough, 1,500 liters. Let's see what it looks like in the morning. For the moment of truth, let's see what happened here in the month of December. And it did not work, unfortunately. Oh well. Actually, it won't even go in there. Sitting right above that as I lifted it, it wouldn't do anything. Oh well, just trying to figure out some automatic feeding system. I can't believe I'm paying somebody $1,000 a month and I still got to come over here and do the work. I mean, is this really much work? No, not really. Over here feeding the horses now really got me concerned. Is that horse helper mod thing working? And looks like it's not working. Cleanliness went down, fitness went down. So time to get a different one in. At the end of last month, I did end up setting those pallets on spawn and really thought a lot more would go here. I guess I forgot how much room these flower pallets take up, and not much spawned out, so I'm sure those productions did not run once again last night. So I think I might have messed up. All those strawberries sitting over there, I don't think they're even being used for a production. Let's go ahead and get these grapes unloaded here real quick, and looks like they are going in there, possibly. Wait, why are they all not going in there? Oh, they were going in there. It was just taking a while. Okay, yeah, now let's look at this production real quick. Man, I need sunflower oil, or sunflowers. But where in the world was I going to use strawberries at? Not here. That's tomatoes. Not here. That's tomatoes as well. Yeah, I guess I really didn't need any strawberries in here. Oh well. They're just going to sit there. And here we go. We are now in the month of January. It's supposed to say 1953 up there, but there's a little mess up. I'll change that around here in a little bit or later. But there were some sold animals in there. Quite a bit actually got sold off. What was it? $450 worth at one point. Let's see here. I could see the actual total. Yeah, $495 altogether. So something got a good sell in there. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Maybe the chickens. I guess I could look here in just a second. Let's top them off real quick before I forget. And we're going to check out these animals here. Months since last birth, we got 1, 2, there's a 0 there, so a bunch sold off there. And that looks like, yeah, yes, 29 of them gave birth last month. Maybe that was the $450 value. I'm not sure. And then we also got some sheep in there. 5 female sheep gave birth last month as well. So it could be a few things that kind of worked into there. Need to get rid of the lambs. Need to get rid of all the males pretty much. Now, it looks like the cleanliness and the fitness is now going up since I switched over to a different mod. That is awesome. Gonna save me a lot of time from having to ride those horses. Okay, I'm really liking that. I'm really liking how all this stuff's going up, and up. And one thing I'm not liking is our bank account not going up, and up, because we got $19,259, and we just finished year 3 of this 1950 series. I don't know when I'm gonna get $10 million. I would like to get it within the decade of 1950. Really would like to get it there. We'll see what happens, but we're all done with 1952, and I'm all done with this episode. I really do appreciate y'all stopping in and watching. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.